In 2025, the abandoned divine world suddenly appeared. As long as one person goes to sleep, they will be pulled into this world. The only currency in the abandoned divine world is life itself. When you die here, you lose a portion of your life, but defeating monsters will increase your lifespan. Players can expend their lifespan to bring abilities from this world back to reality. A powerful person can tear apart a tank with bare hands, slice through an airplane with a sword, and even withstand a nuclear bomb with their body. It is no longer just a dream. From the moment the abandoned divine world appeared, this young man had been carrying his struggling adopted sister on his back, surviving through all hardship, and eventually becoming one of the 100 strongest warriors in the world. But in the final battle, when Ten Feng successfully navigated the ancient divine ruin and received the divine art of the Eye of Judgment, he was unexpectedly betrayed by the one fighting alongside. He never expected that the one who stabbed him in the back was the very adopted sister he had been carrying, who was about to break his spine. Even more surprising was the reason she wanted to ask him. She just wanted to reserve the Eye of Judgment for the idol she had a crush on. In this life, Ten Feng would die 1,000 times without being able to close his eye. The moment the blade was raised, when the game ended, Ten Feng found himself waking up 9 years in the past. Mentioning the struggling sister, she burst into the house, looking annoyed, and said, "Tunkarin Feng, you really are at home. Why did not you answer my calls? Are you trying to make me disappear? You basically have no idea how important it is for me to support Tong Fai." Tan Feng basically does not care about this crazy girl, thinking to himself, just as I predict, on the day of the game's release, I and Tan Xiaoyu had a huge fight over Tong Fai. Before the game came out, Tong Fai was a famous underground idol, and Tan Xiaoyu was his crazy fan. Tong Fai looks glamorous on the outside, but in reality, he is a scumbag who has quietly scammed many female fans out of money and their body. Prevent Tan Xiaoyu from being deceived. I never let her associate with that guy. I never expected that in the end. Wu On would get involved in the girl's life. Are you diff? I am talking to you. Are you pretending not to hear me? Because of you, he dropped in the rankings this month. If you do not give me the money, I will. Before Tan Xiaoyu could finish this, Tan Feng had already slapped her across. Before Tan Xiaoyu could finish her sentence, she received a slap from Tan. You dare. Today, I do not have the time or mood to waste on you, but if you dare to cause trouble with me again, I will knock your teeth out. Tan Feng threw a card at her. This is the money my parents left. No matter how tough life has been over the years, I have not touched a cent. Today, I am giving everything because my parents won't bother with you. But listen carefully now. From now on, Tan Feng, have no sister like you. Saying that, Tan Feng decisive and went back to his room. In the previous life, protect Tan Tiu. Tan Feng missed too many opportunities. There were too many hidden realms that required risks to explore. But you gave up. You are also very curious. Without a jerk like that girl around, how high could you reach? This time, you will use your knowledge of the divine world to surpass everyone. As for Tan Tiu, let her fend for herself, and I will personally deal with Song Fai. Tan Feng whispered, then climbed into bed to sleep. Just a moment later, his consciousness entered the divine world, the grand hall of career selection. What a nostalgic. I remember the first time I came. I panicked and took hours to complete the career selection before leaving. This time, I have to be faster. In my previous life, I chose to be a warrior to protect Tan Tiu. Although warriors are not weak, they are not suitable for me now. Without Tan Tiu holding me back, my solo speed will be much faster. Mobility is the most important thing. After a while, Tan Feng decided to choose a suitable profession. Just then, a notification board appeared. The Judgment Eye has completed its binding. The Judgment Eye has been activated with unique attributes and powers of judgment. Passive power. When entering the divine world, you will automatically receive the highest profession and talent. The Judgment Eye was bound when I revived, so that is how it is. The divine weapon only needs to be recognized by a master. Even if it is hollowed out, it won't have any effect. Or maybe my ability to revive is because of it. Suddenly, a massive black gas wrapped around Tan Feng. Congratulations, you have received a hidden profession. Currently transitioning to a new profession. Profession translated. You have become the Shadow. The Shadow. So this is the highest hidden profession of an assassin. Completely different from the warrior in my previous life. Just receive profession, and I already have this kind of power. Every time a profession is chosen, there is very little chance of receiving a high-level hidden profession. Yet this power of judgment brings such an absolute rate. It is ultimately the power of judgment, the most authentic and ancient primal power in the universe. The power overrides rules and order. You do not possess divinity and cannot actively activate temporary power. Passive effects will take. Tan Feng read the announced hint of admiration. Can the primal power with supreme authority surpass rules and order? In the previous life, it was not until the 7th year of the abandoned divine world that a power being escaped from the forsaken land of the gods and arrived in the land of order. At that time, humanity first learned of the existence of the power of order, but in reality, many years have passed, and still, no one has attained the power of order. I never expected that today. Just starting out, I would obtain primal power, capable of surpassing both order and rules. As long as I can leave the forsaken divine land and reach the land of order, I will receive divinity, and at that point, I will be able to wield power. It seems that in this life, I have another goal. The career selection is complete. Please enter your name in this world. My career is born from dark. Then let us just call it dark. Your name has been set as dark, and you are now entering the forsaken divine land. This is a desolate land with countless monsters roaming here. They are ready to tear you apart and take your life at any moment. Leaving the town, defeating monster, you will gain tradable lifespan. But if you sacrifice yourself in this world, half of your lifespan will be deducted, including both tradable and non-tradable lifespan. In this area, Shell Town is a peaceful zone. No monsters around. Players cannot attack each other. Lifespan loss occurs at a slower rate. When Tan Feng arrived at Shell Town, he found a large crowd caught up in a divine event. Where is this place? What is your profession? What is your nickname? I just got off work at night, got home, and passed out. Is this an illusion? I do not know. I also ate chicken all night and then fell asleep. But how did we end up here? That man is pinching his arm and then screamed. It hurt. This is not a dream. It seems like we have been pulled into some kind of game. As soon as Tan Feng appeared, he immediately attracted everyone's attention. What is his profession? Why does he look from us? I do not know. But with that dagger in his hand, he must be an assassin. I am an assassin too. So why am I not cool? Look, he even has special. Tendren Feng did not care about Jiazhong Tigu's word and confidently walked in front of the crowd, thinking to himself, soon enough, powerful figures from many countries will appear one by one to reshape the world order. If I want to get ahead of them, I need to act fast. Time waits for no one. Just then, a group of people was teleported right in front of Tevun Feng. Fong. Ow, turns out dying means coming back to town. That monster is so fierce. Just one bite takes away half my health. How am I supposed to fight? It is just a level 1 creep, and yet the three of us together could only reduce its health by 1. My lifespan has already been cut in half. This moment, the men in that group turned to the only woman and asked, Sister Lin, what should we do now? Tan Fong glanced at Lavi, silently assessing. The archer's original weapon is a short bow, but she uses a long bow. It seems like this is also a hidden class. Loit looked up just in time to meet Tan Fong's gaze, and seeing his different demeanor compared to the other, she smiled and suggested, hey bro, it seems like you have a hidden class. Wanna team up with us? The monsters outside are very strong. One person can't take them on alone. Our team has been wiped out once before, so we have experience. So your experience is getting wiped out. Thinking to himself, Tan Fong bluntly refused and walked away. One guy from that group said, aren't you pretending to be a master? We 5 could not even take them down, and you think you can do it alone? That is hilarious. It is really dangerous out there, and you still plan to go alone. Wanna lose your head? The bald guy T. Don't be like that. I am a noble hidden professional. Plus I am an assassin. If I can't fight, I can still run away. Li Tu tried to check Tan Fong's information. His name was Shadow. Definitely a tough. Li Tu closed the information panel and said to his teammate, we should follow him to see what skills he has. Maybe we can get some new information about these monsters, and also see how he bites the dust while tracking Tan Fong. Li Tu thought random. The land of the gods is abandoned. This place is really bizarre, really dangerous. Although I do not know why I ended up here. Many years of experience in online gaming, I quickly formed a small team, but unexpectedly, first monster in the newbie village was able to wipe out the entire group. That is not a foe that a level 1 player can defeat. The shadow player in front of me seems really unusual. Follow him. You never know. We might get a lot of important information. Hiding behind the tree trunk, LVT's teammate peeked out to look at Temin Fong and whispered, that guy's initial weapon is different from yours. You are a dagger. He is a long sword. Not only that, he is faster than me. My agility score as an assassin should be the highest. His clothes do not match ours either, the bald guy reluctantly said. Just then, Loiti saw Tan Fong suddenly turn his head to look behind, causing her to startle and not dare to peek out anymore, fear of being discovered. But just a few seconds after noticing nothing, she poked her head out to sneak a look, found Tan Fong had disappeared. Where are you? Did he just vanish like that? Is this some kind of stealth skill? His initial skill is stealth. What kind of profession is this? Is it that cool? After a while, looking around and not seeing Tan Fong anywhere, Loiti's group decided to leave. Let us go back to town and see if there are any upgrade opportunities. It is too dangerous out there. We already bit the dust one, and besides, our remaining lifespan has been cut in half. Exactly. Who knows? There might even be hidden rewards. Or we could go look for some NPCs like that. They do not know that Tan Fong has been standing still this whole time, thanks to his stealth skill, entering an invisible state and becoming visible when attacked. Coming out of invisibility will increase the attack power first strike, allowing Tan Fong to easily shake off the group led by Li Tu. Mastering invisibility doubles the duration of invisibility and increases the speed of becoming invisible. Plus, is not it nice to be invisible? This dark profession is really special. The invisibility of an ordinary assassin, this level is easily detected, but the dark profession masters invisibility, so no one or monster can detect their presence in this early stage. Remembering what the group led by Li Tu said, Tan Fong could not help feel pity before leaving. A bunch of knave fool won't have anything useful to improve their strength in the town. It is just a place that provides shelter. In this abandoned game, the main players will mainly be prey for the undead. At the same time, Tan Fong's body gradually returned to a normal state. Invisibility has ended. The duration was not very long. Fortunately, cooldown starts from the moment invisibility is activated, so in a few seconds he can become invisible again. Tan Fong opened the attribute panel and read through it. The initial attribute of all players is 10 points, and different professions will be assigned based on this. In the previous life, my warrior only had strength, physicality +3. This time, the darkness actually has rewards for all attributes. Even agility increases by up to +8. There are 5 free attributes, plus an additional 5 points can be allocated. Many players will choose to increase strength or spirit at the start to boost physical and magical attack power, but this is completely wrong. Agility is the most important. No matter how you allocate points in the early stage, any damage from a monster will crush the player. Only by increasing agility and speed can you defeat monsters without getting hurt. Therefore, Tan Fong allocated all his points to agility. Suddenly, a strange noise not far away startled Tan Fong. Over there, a level 1 creep of ordinary quality was devouring life force to advance. It seemed this was the one that had taken down the 5-man team. Tan Fong thought to himself. Creep after consuming life force charged straight towards him. Tan Fong looked at its wounds and silently assessed. Judging by the injuries on its body, it was clear that those people had drained quite a bit of its blood already. After the monster kills a player, gains the player's life by consuming life force, it can evolve. Tan Fong jumped back, dodging the monster's attack, then used a stealth skill to become invisible. Taking advantage of the monster's confusion, he jumped high, using a strike to directly take Creep's life. You dealt 174 damage. You defeated CP level 1. You earned 10 experience points. I did not expect a one-hit kill like that. Although attacking the Creep's neck can deal critical damage, that damage is already too much. At that moment, another notification appeared, explaining the confusion in Tan Fong's heart. Backstab. If you are out of the enemy's line of sight when you attack, the damage from that attack will double. So that is it. There is also backstabbing. Many skills activated at the same time increase the damage to an overwhelming level. I remember that before. A warrior's critical hit only dealt 40 damage, and it took a long time to take down a creep, and in the end, I got hurt too. Tan Fong recalled that even though he was injured, the longevity reward dropped, and he did not hesitate to give it to Tan Tu Du. But now, things are different. You gained an additional 3 days of longevity. Tradable. You gained an additional 54 years and 155 days of longevity. Not tradable. These 5 people were defeated, each losing at least 20 to 30 years of longevity, totaling more than 100 years. After transferring to the sea, there were only 54 years left, but that is okay. Longevity can't be traded, so it does not matter for now. The power of judgment has been activated. Congratulations, you have gained the limitless evolution talent. Limitless evolution with the primal talent. When you defeat monsters in single-player mode, you have a chance to earn evolution, which can be used to evolve skills. After every 24 hours, you can automatically receive 5 evolution points. If you can defeat boss-level monsters monster in single-player mode. You will receive 100% evolution points. You currently have 5 points. Limitless evolution also evolves skills. I never heard of this in my past life. Regardless of whether it is a or skill once dropped from monsters, they will always remain at that level with no change. So this is the power that can surpass all rules and order. Alright, let me give it a try. With that thought, Tanfeng used 4 evolution points for the stealth skill, formed a backstab. The evolution skill succeeded. The initial stealth skill upgraded from normal to bronze level, extending the invisibility duration from 12 to 16 seconds. When attacking, you will reveal yourself after exiting invisibility. The attack will increase the damage from 60 to 90. The cooldown time of 28 seconds been reduced 26 seconds. The initial backstab enhancement skill has downgraded to normal. The passive effect when attacking from behind the target increases damage 10%. 15%. Tanfeng exclaimed that the duration of the shadow skill has been increased to 16 seconds. When combined with the invisibility skill, the duration has doubled to 32 seconds. Now the invisibility duration is very long, nearly allowing one to achieve infinite invisibility. That skill gets upgraded. Even a fully healed creeper can be taken down with one hit. Just then, a voice rang out. Look at that skinny kid over there. He just took out that ghost monster by himself. Told you this game is really simple. Kangsu, you are really amazing. Your stamina. You could take on at least 10 girls. Kangsu laughed and replied, I will protect you. With me here, you can relax. Tanfeng turned to look couple behind, who were being all lovey-dovey, and accidentally noticed the nurturer right above. So he activated the shadow skill and stepped back. The two people were still puzzled by Tanfeng's action when they noticed a dark shadow reflecting on the ground. By the time they saw a giant spider and a swarm of baby spiders above, it was too late. Level 1 nurturer. Bronze quality. The level 1 spider nurturer is a normal level. Tanfeng hides in a corner to observe the enemy. The nurturer is the beginner's boss, about 1600 health, far exceeding the fighting capability of normal beginners. Moreover, the nurturer has many small spiders under its command. But it is just right. Let me test the effectiveness of my newly upgraded skill on you. Thinking of this, Tanfeng left his hiding, rushed towards the boss, and activated the skill to break stealth single strike, attacking its point, and dealing 338 damage to the boss. At the same time, Tanfeng's position was revealed as the invisibility duration ended. The boss let out a painful scream, and then used its sharp legs to attack Tanfeng. Lucky managed to activate the stealth skill once more in time, and with the increased agility previous evolution, he only got grazed by those legs. Not with only 130 health right now, you would be toast. The boss's minions can't find Tanfeng, so they are starting to wreak havoc around. It is going crazy. This monster is very smart. It won't just stand there and attack randomly. It looks like it is attacking wildly in its surrounding environment. The little spiders are on high alert, so we can't just approach it careless. But if I am not mistaken, a rock flew by and hit the boss's weak spot, dealing 299 damage. Sure enough, my main source of damage comes from the extra attack when I go invisible and enhance my skill. So even if I throw rocks and hit the enemy, the damage won't be low at all. So that is how it is. Tanfeng waits for the invisibility to recharge, then throws a rock that triggers a special effect like a backstab, hitting the boss's weak spot. After a while, in the town of V8, a notification appears that the leaderboard has been updated. The dark player has defeated the bronze level nurturer and is the first to reach level 2, claiming the top spot on the leaderboard. This announcement immediately shocks the gamer. Oh man, I got killed by the minions twice. I still have not even figured out what is going on, and someone has already soloed the boss. If anyone knows this wonderful guy, please introduce him to me. You are going to fight alone. Isn't he that right? There is only one name on the leaderboard. Right. The Lelvainta team was confused when they read the announcement. Sister Link. This dark name is the one who just went out there. That is him. But how did he reach level 2 so fast? This is anti-science. And he even killed a boss. Our whole team could not even defeat a regular monster, yet he could single-handedly take down a bronze level boss. What is so funny about it? Could it be that the system reported it wrong? The couple Kangta had just revived were also equally used after reading the announcement. That big spider was actually defeated by someone, but there are still a bunch of little spiders around. Who is this dark figure? The girl with Kangti speculated. Could it be that cloaked guy from earlier? At the same time, in the forest, you defeated the bronze level nurturer and earned 300 experience points. Congratulations, you have reached level 2. Congratulations, you have received 2 evolution. Congratulations, you have unlocked the leaderboard for VA's town. Congratulations, you have received 1 reputation point, and the entire town has been notified. You have received 46 days of lifespan for trading. Greedy hand skill, popper level, total attack power 35, agility plus 4, requires level 1 of infinite evolution point. Greedy hand skill, popper level. The assassin system skill book. After learning, you can use it on monsters with a 20% chance to receive additional loot. Requires level 1 to learn. As soon as the big spider fell, the small spiders scattered in a panic. I was careless. I should have taken out the small spiders first to gain more experience, but I really did not expect such a copper boss to drop an assassin system skill. This skill can significantly improve equipment collection. Later on, when defeating a powerful boss, there is a 20% chance to receive additional loot. I remember in my last life, in the God Slaying Guild, there was someone whose strength quite ordinary, but he relied on this skill to gain a foot, becoming the most anticipated character. Every time I went out, I had to have my own bodyguard. Tanfeng thought of something. Even though this skill only had a 20% chance, combined with his continuously evolving talent, would not the chances increase infinite? The next morning, Tantiu Du went to school as usual. On the way, Tantiu Du's friend asked concerned, Taiyu Du, are not you going to call and apologize to your brother? Yesterday we skipped the exam to secretly support Tung Fi. Brother must be really angry. Just mentioning Tanfeng made Tantiu Du furious. I did not do anything wrong. Why should I apologize? If it were not for him, we would have almost missed the entrance time yesterday. He should be the one apologizing to me, but he is really good to you. Sometimes I am really envious of you for having an older brother like that. Good my ass. He just spends all day managing my affairs. Besides, he is not even my real brother. I have Tungit. That is enough for me. Seeing that she could not persuade her friend, the girl changed the subject and said, that reminds me. What happened to your fate? I fell. When the two of them arrived, there were a lot of people gathered around their classroom door. Tantiu Du's friend curiously pushed through the crowd and then exclaimed in surprise, what happened to Troning of V? How did he become transparent like that? A boy standing nearby replied, I am not sure either. Just now, V said he wanted to catch up on sleep, and a little later, he ended up like this. The other student students started to chatter excitedly. Trangavi's situation is not unique. It has spread all over the internet. It seems like everyone in the world is experiencing that, right? Some experts say that just going to sleep put a person into a transparent illusion state, but the cause is still unclear. Tintong Yu-Du's friend heard that and immediately took out her phone. I need to call my parents to remind them. Hi Yu-Du. You should call your brother and remind him to be careful. Atan Tu-Du scoffed. I want to reach out to him. It would be better if someone like him just vanished. Returning to the main storyline. After a while of tirelessly fighting monsters, Tan Fong achieved a new accomplishment. The greedy hand has successfully evolved from bronze thief to golden. The assassin skill can be used with a monster probability from a 20% ink to a 70% chance of receiving additional loot reward. You have learned the greedy hand plus. The skill greedy hand has been successfully judged. You receive 2 evolution points and 46 days of lifespan that can be traded. Ha, not bad luck. Yet, I managed to get 2 more evolution. I need 3 points to evolve to raise my greedy hands by 3. Very good. Soon I will be able to get a 100% drop rate for additional loot. Thinking back, countries around the world must have discovered this issue. More and more people are flocking the game. I need to speed up my progress. First, equip what can be used. Tan Feng immediately equipped the corrosive blade to increase attack 35 and agility points. Soon, they will realize that the skills in this game can be applied to reality. That time, the world will be engulfed in a storm of blood. To obtain skills and 2 conditions must be met. First, the level must reach level 10. Second, you must have enough lifespan to trade. If you defeat minor monsters, meeting both conditions will be very slow. I need to find stronger bosses. As Tan Feng was walking, he suddenly heard the sound of fighting, along with someone shouting, run. Tan Feng activated his stealth skill and went towards the sound, finding a group struggling against a fast runner. Level 2, bronze quality. Just when I was feeling sleep, someone ran over to be my pillow. Wait, that person is Wang Mang. Can't believe I ran into that guy. It seems like the legend is true now. I heard that when Vigong Mine first joined, he formed a team using the divine game. All 6 players have hidden profession. Vigong Men's hidden profession is the Holy Shield Warrior, with initial attributes double that of an ordinary warrior. Not to mention he also has a champion skill. Tan Feng shifted his gaze to observe the remaining members. The damage of the wizard's fairy magic is double that of an ordinary wizard, along with the fireball fairy. The hidden profession of the archer has double attribute compared to a normal archer, plus the skill of shooting arrows continuous. The hidden profession of the priest, the holy wanderer, can heal double that of an ordinary priest and starts with a group healing skill. First, they could still barely resist the fast runner. Gradually, the superior speed of the monster put them in a passive position, as both the archer and the wizard could not target. Viving Mun's holy shield is also gradually weakening. Heal me. The others continued to attack the boss's edges. Viving Mun ordered. Tan Fong thought to himself that this Vegrong Men guy is too optimistic, because he forgot that this is a wilderness area. The battle drags on too long. It will easily attract other monsters. Sure enough, just a moment later, another group of monsters appeared right behind Wang Mang. This is a group common 2nd level monster, covered in dark brown mud, specializing in long-range attacks. Careful. The young man with the sword ran behind Wang Mang and slashed at the contaminant, but the blade got stuck in the contaminant's body, could not be pulled out. The contaminant naturally started to fight back, spitting a bunch of brown mud at Wang Mang's group. This is disgusting. So annoying. Well, this is the terrain. Our movement speed has been slowed down. The female mage was approached by the infected, screaming in fear. Help! Tan Feng immediately activated his potential and rushed a slash, directly eliminating the infected and saving the female mage, leaving everyone in the group astonished. Did he really just take out the infected in one move? Is someone helping us? Even if it is a level 1 creep, we would need to surround it for more than 10 seconds to down. And yet this level 2 infected was eliminated almost instantly. How is that even possible? While the young man with the sword was busy talking, the infected behind was preparing to strike. Luckily, Tan Feng intervened once again and saved his life. That was really close. Can you see who that is? The female mage screamed, seeing nothing at all. Hopefully, this person is here to help. Do not get distracted. Keep attacking. Now there is only the fast runner left. Maintain the same pace. Wang Meng spoke up. This moment, Tan Feng had jumped up into the trees to claim his reward. You have eliminated 2 level 2 and earning 40 experience points, 1 evolution point. Collected a skill book on poisonous dart. Normally, you can receive 8 days of lifespan for trading. Poison darts are a skill that deals continuous damage at long and medium range. Good. Evolve direct. Poison darts plus 2 silver bars. The skill system can be launched with a maximum range of 14 meters. When hitting the target, poison darts will add 120 points of damage and increase the poison status. Cooldown time is 5 seconds. Requires learning level 2 poison, dealing % continuous damage each second, plus debuff lasting for 5 seconds. Cannot stack. At the same time, Vidrung Mai Men raised the shield to block the attack from the fast runner, but was pierced by another part of it. The health can't recover. The nanny nervously said from a distance, every run quick. Ving Mun weakly replied. Just then, a dart flew in, piercing the weak point on the fast runner's head, causing the fast runner to take 845 damage, equivalent to half the P bar of the monster. Due to the effect of poison, after being hit, fast runner continuously lost health until it officially disappeared. Your damage rate is over 90%. The loot belongs to you. You have defeated the copper tier fast runner, gaining 600 experience, leveling up to level 3. Congratulations. You have received 2 evolution points, 55 days of lifespan for trading. Tan Feng felt secretly pleased, never expecting that continuous damage from the poison dart could affect passive ability. Combined with my potential, could become invisible and throw unlimited darts. In the early and middle stage, there would not be any ghostly creatures that could be my opponent. This damage is really scary. Is this still a human? While Vong Man was confused, he saw the loot light disappear, indicating that someone had absorbed it. So he stood up, looked around blank, and said, Brother, I do not know what kind of deity you are, but thanks for saving my life. Tan Fong, still in an invisible state, replied, thanks to me. Yeah. In this wilderness, do not trust others so easily. Vong Man was silent for a moment and then took the initiative to leave. I understand now. Thank you for the reminder. Elder, I won't disturb the elder checking the. My name is Vong Man. If you need any help in the future, just come find me. The female mage shouted loudly. Elder, I am Break Bloom. Can I be friends with you? Don't say any more. Let us. The male caretaker in the group covered the female mage's mouth and dragged her away. Tan Fong watched them leave, thinking to himself, Vong Man, you are not bad now. Can be trusted. Plus he has the great Saya government backing with sufficient financial resources. What I am lacking is a stable sales channel so I can sell sell him things I do not need anymore later on. Tan Feng crushed the loot ball. A series of notifications popped up. Congratulations, you have received 3 evolution, gained 55 days of lifespan trait, and received sprinting leather. Equipped with sprinting leather with an assassin system. Physical defense +5. Resistance to all elements +5. Cooldown speed +15%. Requires level 2. This haul is not bad. I still have a lot of equip and skill book for other professions. When the backpack is full, the team will return to town and trade these for lifespan can be exchanged. My current growth rate is 100 times faster than my previous life. Tong 5. I will come find you soon. Scene change. A group is struggling to fight against the pollution and the fast runner, and the number of monsters is increasing. Just when they wanted to run away, they encountered a gigantic monster, which sent the whole group back to the starting village with a single move. Many people here are also discussing fervently. Damn it, monsters always appear in packs, and whenever they are low on health, they run away. You need to reach level 3 to escape the game. How can we reach level 3? It seems we need to gather more people. If 3 people are not enough to form a team, then we need to form a team of 6, or even 10 people. A man hesitantly spoke up. I am afraid that won't be effective. I have seen a team of 10 get attacked by a large group of monsters, and besides, too many people will attract the boss. Just now, group of 40 attracted something that cursed, and with one hit, it wiped out over 30. The space instantly fell into silence. After a moment, Li Tu's group was also transported back to the newbie village. If we can't reach level 3, won't we be stuck here forever? We all ended up here after dozing off. In other words, what has entered here is conscious. If we can't escape the game, our bodies will waste away from hunger, the bald young man said anxiously. Lavini gritted his teeth and replied, damn it, why is this game so difficult? Whether it is real or fake, can't afford to lose any more lives. Just then, Elvinti saw the level 3 shadow at the top of the leaderboard. How did he level up so? He must know some method. We need to find a way to get him to help us reach level 3. First, we need to get out of this game. Hungs, thinking to herself, Lady said to her teammate, please help me spread the word that if the shadow gets us to level 3, when we return to reality, I will give him 10 million cash. Deep down, she did not believe that 10 million would sway the shadow. Meanwhile, back with the male lead, after a while of slaying monsters, he had leveled up his greedy hand skill. The emerald greedy hand, a rogue type skill that can be used on the corpses of monsters, has a 160% chance of receiving additional loot rewards. The additional loot has a 20% chance to increase by 1 grade, with a 20% for the additional loot further increase by 1 grade. This effect is truly unbeatable. If we keep evolving our skill, can we reach 100% or even 200%? At that moment, Tan Feng saw the cursed boss of the copper level passing by, its mouth devouring green orbs. It seems like it is digesting its lifespan and is about to level up to the silver boss. It is really not a small number. It must have wiped out a whole team of 40. What a shame. My backpack is already full, so if I defeat it, I want to get anything. Let us mark this location on the map. It will take some time for the boss to come out, so Tan Feng decided to head back to the newbie village, clear out his backpack first before taking it down. Upon returning, he immediately opened a stall displaying his unwanted items with a note saying he was selling gear and skill only for 10 minutes. So hurry if you want to buy. Tan Feng's appearance immediately stirred up the crowd. Oh my, when did this guy show up? He is wearing 2 bronze items, yet he wants to sell 2 more. Is this the guy who defeated the copper level boss? Just look at his name. The Dark. Is this really the darkness at the top of the leaderboard? This moment, someone wondered why they could not see his face clearly. Another person explained that he had activated the full concealment feature, as the in-game interface looks just like real life, acting all mysterious. While everyone was chatting enthusiastically, a girl slowly approached Tan Feng's stall, looked over the item, and asked, how much for this ice skill? This woman must be the Grey Rose, currently ranked 11 in the Shell Town. She also activated the concealment function. Thinking to herself, Tan Feng replied, 1 day's lifespan for trade. The Grey Rose looked at Tan Feng in surprise. 1 day is too much. Can you sell it for a bit cheap? The normal level ice skill greatly enhanced the magic system, the monster busting speed right now. 100 days is already very cheap. The Grey Rose made another offer. Can I use money from the real world? If you have enough money, you can buy someone else's lifespan, then come trade with. No one bids higher. I can hold the item for you. Tan Feng replied, please wait a moment. The Grey Rose said and messaged the group to ask teammates' opinion. What should everyone say? Her teammates immediately gave their opinions. We can reach level 2 thanks to your leadership. I have no objection. I do not oppose either. Having this skill will allow our team to reach level 3 faster. Anyway, let us leave the game first and then talk. Okay, then everyone can trade their lifespan for me. Wait until we return to reality, and I will give everyone cash. After gathering enough lifespan, the Grey Commission will proceed to trade with Tan Feng. A secondary team should at least be able to take down 30 to 40 creep, and their tradable lifespan is definitely over 100 days. While Tan Feng was thinking, the transaction was already completed. Accordingly, your tradable lifespan increased from 268 to 368 days. Just then, Li Tu stepped in front of Tan Feng, looking arrogant, saying, finally found you. Dark, I am giving you a chance. Take me straight to the 3rd level. When I return to the real world, I will give you 10 million in cash. My dad is the chairman of Daejiang Real Estate Company. You can inquire as you please. No need to worry about me not having enough money. Turns out she was Jiang Li in her past life. She was the leader of a crime and then was wiped out by the government. The report says she used cash to buy tradable lifespan as bait. Then she kidnapped many people to work illegally for herself and took this opportunity to eliminate those who disobeyed her in real life. Truly scum. Thinking of this, Tan Feng bluntly said, I refuse. Li Tu. Now Jiang was stunned by Tan Feng's and took a few seconds to react. Dark, even though you are very strong in this game, right now no one knows what this game is at all. If you follow me, I guarantee that later you will want to eat well, dress nice, have a house, and women. You will have it all. If you do not buy any, then do not interfere with my business. Tan Feng replied, thinking to himself, what good is cash anyway? The most common currency worldwide is tradable lifespan. Jiang Li knew that if he could not tempt Tan Feng, his attitude would change immediately. I spit on that. What the hell is that? I only asked you to lead the team because I value you. If this were the real world, I would have taught you a lesson by now. Say one more word and I will send your lifespan to the underworld. Tan Feng issued a warning filled with a chilling aura that scared Jiang Li, causing her and her teammates to hurriedly flee. Tan Feng continued with his sales work. Once done, he immediately returned to his quest to slay monsters. On the other side, Jiang Li and her followers ran to a quiet alley and stopped. She angrily spoke up. The dark guy not only rejected my terms but also threatened me. Wait until I return to the real world. I will definitely definitely catch you and deal with that moment. Ma Lapchuan emerged from a hidden corner and said, "Hello, Li Tu." Jiang Li and her group looked at him suspiciously. "My name is Ma Lapchuan. You can call me Old Mao. I am currently at level 2 and know some tips for leveling up. I can help you level up, but does that 10 million still count?" Jiang Li asked for tips. "Tip? What tip?" Ma Lapchuan replied. "Normally, I would not say any, but since it is you, Li Tu, to show my sincerity, I will make an exception and tell you this once. In this case, if you want to level up, you need to put all 5 of your starting attribute points into agility. This way, when we run at full speed, we will be a little faster than those. Do you understand what I mean?" Jiang Li's expression brightened. "So that is how this game works. Damn it. I already put my 5 starting points into strength. Forget it. Fortunately, there is someone who knows how to play." Thinking this, she smiled at Ma Lapchuan and said, "You are actually a bit interesting. Alright, take me to level up, but you are not as strong as the dark, so I can give you 5 million. Do you accept? Level me up to level 3, and I will transfer the money to you when we return to the real world." Ma Lapchuan happily agreed. "No problem. Although that dark guy is very strong, it seems like his brain has issues. Just 10 million, and he does not want it. You are such an idiot." While these people were making a deal, sure enough, this boss has evolved to silver level. Gray fog wrapped around its body, yet it was still advancing. It takes at least 7 to 8 hours to advance from silver to gold. I am too lazy to wait, I whispered to myself. Tan Feng used a poisonous dart combined with a sneak attack, firing straight at the cursed one, then immediately used stealth to hide again. 659 29 29. A long string of numbers appeared above cursed one's head. It roared in anger and used its area attack skill to wildly bombard the surrounding area, while silently moving around the boss. Tan Feng thought the silver boss 2 to 3 times the health of a bronze level boss, so he would need 2 or 3 poisonous darts to take it down. This cursed one is a magic type boss, and most of its skills are area attacks with very high damage. After throwing the poisonous dart, I need to retreat immediately and get out of its attack range right away. If I get hit with my current health and defense, it is just a death sentence. I have to wait until the cooldown for stealth is over. Moreover, the boss's attacks have weakened before it strikes. Then immediately hide to escape its attack range. Not long after, Curse being suddenly stopped attacking and crouched down, trembling slightly at that moment, silently calling out. Tan Feng repeated the old and took away a long chunk of the boss's AP. This time, the cursed being chose a direction and dashed away like the wind. The boss, seeing its AP drop low, started to run away. Good, compared to going crazy before dying. Standing there and taking it makes things a lot easier. After finishing his work, Tan Feng charged forward and struck the cursed being from behind, taking away its remaining health. System notification. You have defeated the cursed being of the silver level, earning 1800 experience. Congratulations, you have leveled up to level 5. Congratulations, you have received 4 evolution. You have received 124 days of lifespan can be traded. It helped me level up by 2 levels. On top of that, I also earned 4 more evolution. Laughing happily, Tan Feng used his greedy hands on the boss's corpse. System notification. Greedy hand skill successfully activated. You have received 4 evolution points. You have received 124 days of lifespan can be traded. So I actually got 2 additional rewards directly. This white silver boss brought me a whopping 12 evolution points, 372 days of lifespan that can be traded. The system is notifying me greedy hands effect been activated. One of your trophies will be upgraded from silver to gold. Is this the gold level item? No wonder it is the greedy hand of the jade level. There is a 20% chance the additional trophies will be upgraded by 1 level. I dropped 7 or 8 items, but now my backpack only has 10 slots left. I can just beating bosses and running back. What a waste of time. I hope this cursed creature can give me a ring or something to have more slots. As he spoke, Tan Feng sat down some light shards on the ground. The moment he touched the yellow light shard, he exclaimed in surprise. This is at the Shell Town, where Vidring Mun and the team just teleported back. They finally returned alive. Luckily, with Viv Yang Men as the leader, we managed to level up to level 3 and return to the small town. That is right. Ving Men is really amazing. This is the hard work of all of Woohoo. It is just a pity that there is no time to make friends with the big guy. It must be because I am all muddy that the big guy rejected. Who knows? If she wears this new gear, he might just agree. While they were talking, the level rankings were updated. Level 1 rank, Shadow level 5, level 2, King level 3. Level 3 is level 3. Players were shocked and started discussing it. The Shadow has reached level 5. What? Jumping straight from level 3 to level 5. How strong was this boss to be defeated? Just over 10 minutes ago, I saw the veteran selling gear. Could he level up so quickly? My sister is 18 this year. I really hope the veteran then I could benefit too. Me to level up too. Come on, he would not even care about a million. How could he care about your sister? I just leveled up 3, and the veteran is already at level 5. Is there any room for it? On the side, Wang Mang cleared his throat and spoke to the team member. First, do not think too much. Each of us should return to reality and inform our family and friends about this divine game. The world might get chaotic. At least we should prepare our clothes. Then we will log off first. With that, they all left the game. In the real world, Wang Mang was lying on his bed when he suddenly held his head and sat up with a soft cry. Teammates around him saw and immediately ran to the side of the bed, shouting, "Look, Brother Vong is awake. Notify the cap. Brother Vong is awake. Brother Vong, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? You made us worry to death. Do you know what you looked like just now? You look transparent. Don't scare me like that. Brother Vong, I told you yesterday to rest, and I would help you keep an eye on the sus." This moment, Vong Man had fully adapted and was alert again. He immediately shouted, "Quick, call everyone to gather now. Something big has happened." Soon, an emergency meeting was held at the police station, where Vong Man worked. After hearing Vong Man recount the details of what had happened, the middle-aged police officer sitting in the center asked, "Earlier you reported that you had formed an undercover unit, and just when it was almost wiped out, someone came to rescue you." Vong Man replied, "That is right. His name is Shadow. When he rescued us, Shadow was only at level 3, but when we reached level 3, he was already at level 5, and he jumped 2 levels to get to level 5. A male officer asked, "Jump 2 level? Really? If he has already reached level 5, is not he the best in the world? How did he do that?" Vong Man speculated, "Maybe he wiped out some boss." Another police officer asked, "According to you, the darkness reached level 3 an hour ago. So why has not he returned to reality yet? Is it possible that he has no relatives in real life and does not need to inform them?" Vong Man replied, "I do not know about that, but it is possible he does not exist." The meeting was very serious when a female officer named Envu suddenly spoke up. Could it be that this dark is someone someone who time traveled. Normally, is not a time traveler supposed to be an orphan to rise? So the whole classroom then turned to look at Envu. Envu felt embarrassed under their gaze. Am I wrong? A middle-aged police officer reminded her. Envu just said she reads fewer novels nowadays. In a serious case, do not joke around. He then looked at everyone. Speaking serious, that the information Vong Main just provided about the divine game was completely the same as the information passed down from above. A recent study showed that some elderly people died shortly after falling asleep. After collecting data and comparing those who returned to reality, it was confirmed that these people had all died multiple times in the game. In other words, the lifespan in the holy game resets to 0. They will lose their real lives in reality. A police officer spoke up. This is an extraordinary matter beyond our understanding. The middle-aged officer nodded in agreement. That is right. We may be experiencing an undefined superpower invasion. There has been an emergency order to establish a pioneering team based on local area to explore the holy game and share intelligence. We must establish a professional army as soon as possible. This is a major event affecting the entire world. All countries are doing their utmost to investigate this holy game. If we fall behind in this aspect, it means we will lose our initiative on the international stage. Therefore, we must gather intelligence at all costs. Envu, I appoint you as the captain of Team 1. Envu stood at attention and shouted loudly. Understood, understood. The middle-aged officer then looked at Vong Man and told him that he would be the vice captain, and the two could choose their team members. Vong Man also stood at attention and shouted to accept order. According to Vong Man's description, this darkness has a good nature. You can try to befriend him. The reason I appointed Envu as captain is that I think personality is more suitable for investigating the dark. I hope everyone can find out the true identity of the dark as soon as possible. It would be best to represent the government, establish a partnership with the dark, and gather the information he has. The most important task for others at this stage is to maintain social stability. Do you understand? Crowd shouted in unison. The middle-aged police officer nodded and understood. At the same time in Qian Xiaoyu's dormitory, her roommates were also talking about the disposable holy game. Zhang Wei said that people in the same area would appear in the same newbie town when they go to sleep. Really? I want to go home. I have to go back to take care of my parents. They have never played game before. I am afraid they won't be able to adapt. Don't let yourself be a bird. Fact, we can develop on our own first and then take care of our parents on the side. Huang Xiaoyu stared thoughtfully at her phone. How can something so big happen and Tan Feng is not doing anything? Why did not he come to apologize? Why is he so arrogant? Every time I got angry before, that guy would try to come, but today, not only did he not come, even his parents have never hit me before. I only skipped school to go see Tung Fei's concert. Tan Feng is such a jerk. If you do not apologize to me 1,000 times this time, I will never forgive you. Good thing I went to see Tung Fei yesterday. Otherwise, if that divine game incident happened, it might be hard to get the chance later. We were very close yesterday. Tung Fei, I really miss you. Right. If I fall asleep, I will enter the game. Then Tung Fei will definitely be in there too. As long as I enter the game, I can find Tang Fei. Trang V leveled up to high school so quick, he must be a pro. I need to ask him. Thinking of this, and Tinu Dudu sent Trang V a message. Trajan V, you are a pro. Do you have any strategies to teach me? On the other side, Trang V smirked when he received the message. Tentayudu. Even a noble goddess like her is coming to me for strategy. This is a golden opportunity. If I can catch Tentayudu, I will reply to him. You asked the right person. Let me tell you a secret. When entering the game, all your initial attribute points must go into agility. If your speed is not fast enough, the monsters will torment. Zen Xiaoyu message. What if you are a wizard? Do you need to increase your agility? The Zhang Wei message correct. Agility for spellcasters is not used, can increase casting speed, and is especially important in the early stages. Zen Xiaoyu message. But what if I still can't hit even with agility? Zhang Wei message not to worry. As long as someone in the town reaches level 5, the teleportation array in the town will light up, and then you can freely form a party to level up. When the teleportation array is available, I will find you and take you with. Zen Xiaoyu was just waiting for Zhang Wei's word. She happily lay down on the bed, closed her eye, and thought, great, these clingy guys really work. I have found someone to cover for me. Tan Feng is showing me some respect. I am logging into the game now. You just keep pretending. By the time you log in, I do not know how many levels ahead of you I will be. At that point, I won't help you speed level. Backtrack a few hours. The moment Tang Feng touched the block of golden light, the information appeared right in front of cursed golden ring for all classes. All attributes +8. Dark element resistance 26. Critical hit coefficient +0.1. Requires level 4. Each attribute increase of 8 points is equivalent to 32 attributes. This ring is equivalent to all the attributes that others can only obtain after reaching level 3. Moreover, it also grants dark element resistance. It is very effective against the undead. The initial critical hit rate is 1.5, and with the ring, this coefficient will increase to 1.6 times. Not bad at all. And there is this too. While Tan Feng glanced at another system panel. Shadow slash skill allows the assassin to dash in one direction for a maximum of 15 meters and switch to stealth mode 5 seconds, dealing 3 slashes to all enemies in its path. Cooldown time is 12 seconds, reduced to 10.43 seconds. Cooldown reduction requires level 4 to learn. Each slash has a width of 2.1, increasing attack power by 100 points per slash. Counted as a back attack, but cannot deal damage to weak. Tan Feng spoke up. This is an incredibly powerful area damage skill. Allows movement and even stealth. Let us learn it right away. There are still some evolution points left, so let us evolve the greedy hand first. The additional loot received has a 40% chance to increase 1 grade. Tan Feng murmured. As expected, if I handle the monsters now, I will definitely get 2 more parts of loot. Handling 1 monster is equivalent to what others do with 3. There are still 4 evolution points left. Then Shadow Slash can be upgraded to level 3. System notification. You have consumed 3 evolution. 1 point remaining for Platinum Shadow Slash. Skill system forget. Dash in one direction for a maximum of 21 meters in stealth mode. Lasts 7 seconds and delivers 5 slashes to all enemies in the path. Cooldown time is 10.43 seconds. Requires level 4 to learn. Slash width is 3.1 meters. Each slash adds 200 attack power, but it does not reduce the cooldown time. Isn't that boring? But just relying on the Shadow Shield Slash, I could achieve unlimited invisibility. The rest is just trash. This skill book for the Silver Warrior can still sell for some money. While talking, Tan Feng suddenly heard strange noises around. He looked up and noticed few monsters charging towards him. The level 4 climbing monster arrives just in time. Let us test the power of the shadow shield slash on you. After saying that, Tanfeng vanished, and then all that was seen were flashes of sword light, slicing the monster's bodies into pieces that fell to the ground. System notification. You have defeated a level 4 climbing monster. You have received 80 experience, and you gain 5 days of tradable lifespan. Tanfeng's figure reappeared and said, the effect of monster migration has improved. If using poison throwing dart, you need to throw at least 2 darts. Kill 1 month. The shorter the fighting time, the smaller the chance of unexpected events happening. My current trading lifespan is now 618 days. But to bring equipment and skills into reality, the trading lifespan must reach at least 2 years, or more precise, 900 days. Let us go back to selling things in the backpack. So the trading lifespan on a person can almost reach the minimum limit for withdrawal now. As long as I reach level 10, I can extract skills and equipment from the game into reality. On the way back to Vivi's town, Tun Feng accidentally ran into Jiang Lai and Mao Lep Tun talking to each other. Congratulations, young lady, on reaching level 3. Is it time for you to fulfill your promise yet? Don't worry, our Jiangye company lacks nothing in terms of your kindness. Now let us get back to reality. This is my mobile number. You can contact me direct. Right, sell me all your trading lifespan. I will pay you 10,000 for each lifespan. No problem. Ha, I said in a roundabout way that you are a blind fool, and even a big boss like you does not take it seriously. Then we will wait for you in reality. Before logging off, Ma Leptune smugly said, ha, even if the game really affects lifespan. So what? Lifespan can be earned anytime. Only those who can turn gaming skills into money like me are truly smart. Not long after, Tanfeng returned to the town. The first thing he did was go to the teleportation array and activate it. System notification. Congratulations, you have activated the teleportation array in VS's town. You can teleport once a day free. Teleporting multiple times will consume tradable lifespan. No other activated teleportation arrays were found in Jianghai City. The original teleportation array of the town is two-way. Activating a teleportation array is point, or they can teleport to each other. Players in other towns must reach level 5 to activate the teleportation array. I remember in my previous life, that guy Tongfei was in Firefly Town. I can set a reminder that if someone in Firefly Town activates the teleportation array, I will be the first to know. However, teleporting between towns initially does not mean much. My top goal is to reach level 10, and then head to the Forgotten Continent. That is where the real beginning of the abandoned divine game starts. Lost in thought, Tanfeng walked to the square, and set up his stall with a note, selling gear and skills. Only selling for 10 minutes. If you want to buy, be quick. The players around immediately recognized Tanfeng and shouted, the great Dark Master is back. The Master has finally arrived. I have prepared 150 days of lifespan. Just waiting for the Master to sell stuff. Last time the Master sold a magic tape that shot the Grey Rose straight to second place on the leaderboard. Hopefully. This time there are mage skill. There really are skill, but it is just a white silver skill book for warrior. I want that warrior skill book. The system announced a successful transaction. Received 300 days of lifespan available. Trade. 300 days of lifespan for a skill book. Is it worth it? A warrior with this skill book will double their effect in monster hunting. 300 days of lifespan can be earned back in just 2 days. I want those shoes. Quickly. The items at Tanfeng's stall were snatched up by the players. He immediately stood up, packed up his stall, and thought to himself, sold out in just 1 minute. The total trading time for the items I sold this time is 680 days. Right now, my trading lifespan has reached 2174 days, but it is still not enough. If I want to extract the level, attribute, profession, equip, and skills of this divine game, it is still a long way off. Those who could not buy quickly kept complaining. I have missed out twice. Me too. Elder, will you sell here again next? Please sell a few more times. I am begging you. Moment. Black Bloom ran over shouting, Elder, I have this treasure. Do you want it? At the same time, she took out a ring and held it up. The space ring has 12 additional item slots. Not taking up the equipment slots of the ring and back, Tun Feng was amazed and thought, a space ring. This is a special storage. It is valuable because it does not take up space in the backpack and equipment slot, and each player can only carry a maximum of 3 storage back. Although this can drop from any monster, the drop rate is extremely low. This lucky fairy was fortunate to have obtained it so early. Previous, an item with 12 slots like this could sell for over 3,600 days. Then he asked her how she planned to sell it. Black Bloom replied with a smile, I do not want the Elder's lifespan. I just want to be friends with. Then it is convenient for the Great Elder to take our group to eliminate a boss. After a moment, Tanfeng sent her a friend request. The system notifies player Break Bloom has accepted your friend request. Tanfeng asked boss was like. Break Bloom replied, it is just a golden level boss. Tanfeng asked again, what is its name? It is too far to see clearly. There is a boat in the swamp that looks very shabby. Hearing that, Tanfeng was startled and looked at her. Think, could a shabby boat be the Golden Ghost Ship? The Golden Ghost Ship is a particularly rare boss that can appear at any level. Probability of this boss appearing is extremely low, and it drops very useful special items. Whenever a Golden Ghost Ship appears, fierce battle will break out between the guild. The Golden Ghost Ship appearing in the level 5 town is probably at that level. At this level, it is the easiest to do. Running into the Golden Ghost Ship this early in the town, and receiving a rare inscription ring too. Moreover, she is a member of Wang Mang's group. Could she be the legendary Koi Camley from a past life? On the surface, Tanfeng casually asked her how she discovered this golden boss. Break Bloom replied, after logging out and having dinner, I wanted to log back in quickly to level up Cap and the others, but who knew they would be so slow? I had nothing to do, so I wandered around enjoying the scenery, and found the golden boss under a cliff. Tanfeng thought to himself, in his past life he heard rumors that there was a member in Wang Mang's who had a koi-like figure, and when wandering in nature, could encounter rare treasure, boss dungeon, and temple. First, I thought this was just a smokescreen created by the authorities to cover up the intelligence they had. I never expected it to be true. That is definitely her. Black Bloom blushed and spoke up, boss, why are you staring at me like that? Tanfeng said, it is nothing. Then the two of them went outside the town together. Meanwhile, in a hidden corner, a guy sneaking around saw the two of them leave the town gate and immediately ran off in another direction. Not far away in an empty spot, a gang leader was bragging to his underling. I remember back then I led the brothers conquer the Lord of Chang'an. You guys can rest assured and follow me. I guarantee everyone will have good food and nice clothes. Just then, the follower ran up shouting, "Boss, that kid took a girl out of the town." The gang leader smirks. Sure enough, that little brat could not hold back and is already taking a girl with, starting to take girls along. Brother, follow me. Meanwhile, Hanfong and Black Bloom are walking and chatting with each other. I can withdraw. The boss drops gear and skill book you can use. I can give them to you, and the rest will be mine. How about that? So what about Captain Vong Man and his team? Your team has all kinds of professions. They drop assassin gear. Won't I be wasting my time? Then just do as you said. Can I make a small request? You tell me. If you sell gear to Captain Vong Man and his team, can you give them a discount? No problem. Alright, then we will head out after Captain Vong Man goes online. Right. Boss, where are we going now? We are on our way to fight the golden level boss. Hearing Tanfeng say that, Black Bloom turned pale and spoke up. Boss, you are an assassin and I am a mage. You can go invisible. But how can I handle this? Tanfeng said, I am enough on my own. You just need to observe from a safe. Black Bloom exclaimed in shock. She thought to herself, one person going to take down a golden level boss. Although she knew the boss was very powerful, this was still too exaggerated. Suddenly, Tanfeng's figure disappeared right at that spot, leaving her confused as she looked around and called out, Boss, where did you go? Hiding in the trees behind. The group following also noticed Tanfeng vanish and whispered to each other, Boss, that shadowy guy is gone. He must have tricked her, leaving her all alone in this wilderness. We will catch that girl and have some fun. The boss said, if you guys follow me, you will definitely eat well and dress nice. Look, is not that woman right? The smart boss noted, but before they could make any move, Tanfeng suddenly appeared right in front of and used a shadowy strike to send them back to their respawn point. System notification. You have eliminated 5 players and received a total of 12 days of tradable lifespan. Bro, is that all it takes to handle 2 little monsters? Quiet. Tanfeng vanished again and reappeared next. Black Broom. Black Broom asked in surprise, Boss, where did you go just now? Tanfeng replied, there were a few guys tailing. I sent them back to the village. Black Broom spoke up. I thought you went to the restroom. Right. Boss, now that you have this invisibility skill, it must be really convenient for you to go to the bathroom. Right. You can go anytime and anywhere without being seen. Not quite. If something slips out of your body, would not that still be visible? Or maybe Tanfeng hurriedly interrupted. Take me to find the boss you mentioned. There is a new player in the town. Tanfeng were here. He would immediately recognize this person is none other than the sister who stabbed him in the back. Continue do. I actually can feel it. This is great. I got the hidden job as a sacrifice. It must be really powerful. This should definitely match up Brother Tung Fai. I wonder how Brother Tung Fai is doing now. Does he know the secret to the initial stat point? I wonder where that jerk Tanfeng has gone. Always just taking care of himself. But when it matters, he is not reliable at all. But it is fine. Now I have a hidden job. Plus Trunjung V promised to help me level up. Tunkurin Fong, you handle your own business. I do not care about you at all. While speaking, Tun Tu Du started to look around and saw the leaderboard hanging in the sky. She exclaimed in surprise. The darkness is in first place and already level 6. Trunjung V is only level 3 right now, yet still has time to show off his strength. It seems this darkness is the true big shot. If I had the dark one from the leaderboard helping me, I would definitely level up faster than Trundong V. But where should I go to find this big shot of dark? Just then, Tang Xiaoyu heard the voices of a few Wang Meng talking nearby. Damn it, I can't contact Tu Du through the wind. We do not have time to wait for her. Does anyone have any ideas? Tu Ye can't be without a nanny. We are not the dark overlords who can play alone. I suggest we find a new nanny to cooperate with. Hearing that these people seemed familiar, Tang Xiaoyu's eyes lit up and she hurried over to speak. Hello, may I ask if you all need a nanny? I am a professional hidden life consultant. At the same time, Tanfeng and Black Bloom had also arrived at the boss's location. Looking down from the rocky cliff at the boss in the swamp, Tanfeng said, Indeed, it is the ghost ship of the Golden. You just stay here and hide. Be careful not to get ambushed by others while I go deal with the boss. Black Blue said, Alright, big guy, be careful. Tanfeng nodded and jumped down direct. The system announced, due to the influence of the ghost ship, this area has become a frenzy zone. The lifespan in this area flows at a rate of 100 times fast. Time passes over 100 times faster. If you stay in there 15 minutes, it will cost a day of life. This temporary frenzy zone does not have a huge impact. Quietly think. Tanfeng landed lightly, ran to the center of the swamp. Information. Boss. Level 5 ghost ship home. Special home Kim Gray. Countdown time 45 minutes 25 seconds. This special boss has a time limit for appearing. Luckily there are still 45 minutes left. After defeating it, there will still be time left. Saying that, Tanfeng immediately started with the shadow shield and went into stealth mode. As a result, the boss was hit 5 times, each time dealing 549 points of damage. Then, Tanfeng revealed himself, using deadly darts combined with a hidden strike aimed right at the boss's weak point, causing a massive amount of damage before using stealth to retreat away from the boss, because he knew the boss counterattack. Just then, the ghost ship swung its climbing machine, and columns of water appeared like tornadoes sweep the swamp. Tunkurin Fong, in stealth mode, took advantage of his agility to continuously dodge, not stopping there. Just as the columns of water disappeared, several monsters like mummies crawled up from the swamp, counting at least a dozen. There are some difficulties in defeating this golden ghost ship. First, many people do not know where its weak point is. Its true weak point is not the bone, nor the hull, but the ghost bell located at the tip of the ship. Second, when its weak point is attacked, it will control the surrounding waters and attack widely. The damage from this water column is extremely high. In the early stage, only soldiers equipped with silver gear can barely hold up. Luckily, my agility in the dark profession is high enough. Otherwise, I would have a hard time dodging. Third, after the long-range attack ends, the boss will summon 12 rotten water demons on the battlefield. Each one has the power of a silver level boss. The 12 rotten water demons will attack Fran, and most teams will be thrown into chaos at this point. Furthermore, every 3 minutes, the golden ghost ship will summon a rotten water demon. If not dealt with promptly, the number of rotten water demons will increase, ultimately leading to the team's demise. However, I am always invisible, so they won't be able to find me. As long as I find the right angle, I can take them out with just one blow. Speaking of which, Tanfeng manifests, using a shadow strike to send the rotten water demons away, while also taking a large chunk of health from the boss. Up on the rocky cliff, Black Bloom's mouth was agape enough to fit a chicken egg. This is the Dark Overlord, number 1 on the leader. This is just too strong. It has appeared and disappeared like a ghost. The boss has already lost a third of its and basically has no resistance at all. While she was in shock, she received a message from Tanfeng. Little Black, I am about to die. Black Bloom was startled and replied, What girl? Tanfeng texted, You do not need to do any. Just wait for me to come back to life. Black Bloom asked why. Master, aren't you you in the lead right now. And what the hell is Little Black? Tanfeng said you are not Little Black. Black Bloom text mask. My name is Black Bloom. Black Dad Lam Daily Z is not Little Black. Sounds like a dog's name. Tanfeng texted I know. Little Black. At the same time, group that Tanfeng dealt been resurrected and the fierce ones are back searching for Tanfeng. The angry boss shouted, damn, we were careless. I have won all kinds of battles before as a legend and now I am being bullied by a punk. Just then, a lackey ran over to report. Boss has found that girl. The girl is at the edge of the cliff up ahead and that damn shadow is fighting the boss alone at the foot of the cliff. The boss snorted. I have called all the brothers. I do not believe we can deal with. Back to the battle between Tanfeng and the boss. The fourth one is also the toughest. This golden ghost ship will unleash a wave of soul violence in a very large area, then forcibly bind for 5 seconds. We can escape now. So while Tanfeng was thinking, the boss's wide-range skills also reached out and enveloped. System notification. You have died. You have lost 326 years of lifespan. Cannot be traded. You have lost 1087 days of lifespan that can be traded. This scene was just when the group of followers caught up with him. Ha, that is true. This idiot got so arrogant just because others called him boss, challenging the golden boss all by himself. This dark dog is really rich. A light orb that large is worth at least several hundred days of lifespan. Brother, attack. The boss is down to half health. Let us go take it down. We can get a big chunk of lifespan from it. This is only half of the lifespan that was lost. This big dog deserves it. Today, my little dog will feast on the big dog. The excited big brother shouted, leading his gang down the cliff. However, just as they entered the swamp's ring, the scene suddenly changed. The gloomy sky and somber atmosphere completely disappeared, replaced by a clear blue sky. The group was stunned for a few seconds, and only when they saw the surrounding buildings did they realize they had resurrected. The group immediately got angry and shouted, what the hell? Why is this boss so strong? How can the shadow make its blood drop down to half? Have you met the devil? That is completely absurd. As soon as we stepped into the swamp, we were tackled by the water column right. Plus, there are a lot of small monsters. How do we fight now? Damn, we have taken too many losses already. Keep moving over there. Can't believe this thing is so bizarre. A moment later, Tanfeng returned to the swamp and saw a pile of light orb lying on the ground. He was surprised and messaged Black Bloom. Little Black, why are there so many life orbs? Black Bloom replied, there was a group of people that rushed in here, but they were all wiped out by the water column. Tanfeng messaged back, so that is how it is. Ha, they really do not know their limit. And he looked toward the boss, calling how much suffering he endured with this golden ghost ship in his past life. The golden ghost ship can only cast its immobilizing skill once, so the remaining half of its health can be dealt with easily. When its health is down to half, there is a certain chance it will disappear and reappear far away, making it harder for regular players to take it down. But I have already figured out its movement pattern. Thinking to himself, Tanfeng charged toward the boss and began to attack. On the cliff, the others had also rushed back to the spot and spoke up. Boss is almost dead. Look over there. That little punk is indeed attacking the boss again. Alright, let us find a chance to take them down. Black Bloom, standing near the cliff, has also spotted. Those idiots are back again. Damn it. They only know how to cause trouble. The boss is about to be taken down. We can't let them succeed. Thinking of this, Drablom used his skill to strike at the big guy and shouted, God said, there will be thunder today. The others yelled in anger, what the hell? Who is attacking it? Boss, there is a sorcerer over there. That bitch does not want to live. Take her down. Seeing them charge it, Black Bloom shouted and quickly ran away. Stop. I have to deal with. The others yelled and chased closely behind. They did not know that there was another group hiding, silently observing under the swamp. The battle was gradually reaching its conclusion. Phew. Finally, it is about to die. No wonder it is the golden ghost ship. Even though it is only level 5, it is still very difficult to take it down alone. My damage output is still too low, causing the battle to drag on too long, attracting the attention of others. There is a group on the cliff. They seem to be the ones who just finished up, and there is also a gang next to the swamp. It seems they want to wait until I deal with the boss, then take me out and grab the loot. Even though he knew that, Tanfeng was not worried at all, and used the skill. He just recovered to take the last bit of health from the boss. System notification. You have defeated the golden ghost ship. Golden level. You have received 4,800 experience. Congratulations. You have reached level 8. Congratulations. You have received 7 evolution points and 216 days of lifespan can be traded. The idea is good, but unfortunately, you guys miscalculated. Whispering. Tanfeng used the stealth skill to disappear on the spot, leaving the pile of items on the ground without picking any up. At the same time, all players received a notification. The dark player in Shell Town is the first on the server to defeat the golden level boss and receives 3 reputation. Group of players started to the golden boss has been defeated for the first time. Is this dark player a demon? Why is he so strong? Which country did Shell Town originally belong to? The first player to defeat the golden level boss must be a powerhouse from our great Korea. At Shell Town, Vighong Men spoke up shortly after the previous announcement, saying that the dark player could take on the copper boss alone. So he just went solo to take down a golden boss. Why is there such a big gap between people? Standing right behind, Tang Xiao Yu frowned and thought, this shadow guy is really the tough. If he helps me level up, could meet brother Tong Fei in no time. Back to the situation at the mart. After Tanfeng disappeared, the leader of the second group chuckled softly. Ha, this boss really dropped a lot of loot. That guy ran off and did not anything. He is definitely scared of us now. Kwang, use your skills to find that guy. Take him out and we will claim the rewards from the golden boss S-drop. Got it. The player named Kwang replied and immediately drew his bow, using the Soul Eagle skill to shoot toward the marsh. Tanfeng, hiding nearby, whispered, Soul Eagle. I did not expect this hunter to learn anti-invisibility skills, so no wonder they are so confident about me down to steal the loot. It is just a pity that my profession has a level 1 invisibility and a level 1 anti-invisibility ability, which makes it impossible for anyone to see through my invisibility. Sure enough, Kwang did not detect Tanfeng's presence, so he turned to his leader and reported, Boss, there is no one here. Kid probably saw us and got scared off because we were too many. Let us just say he is smart. Come on, let us go over there and secure the loot. Don't be careless. Be ready to fight at any time. The time to protect the boss's loot is 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the boss's loot will belong. With that, the leader and his gang rushed toward the dropped item. Just then, several flashes of swords appeared, cutting them into pieces. Tanfeng's figure appeared, softly saying, it is much quieter here now. By the way, where did that little dark girl? Forget it. We will look for her later. The remaining evolution points plus the boss's fruit can only allow the greedy hand to evolve one more time. First, let us evolve the skill, then touch the corpses later. Quick, the skill has successfully evolved. The system announced Greedy Hand. Executing the skill has a 300% chance to receive additional loot reward. The additional loot received has a 100% chance to be upgraded by one level. A 100% chance to be upgraded by one level. This is simply a complete transformation. I will make all these light orbs explode. Whispering. Tanfeng starts using the Greedy Hand to collect. The notification sound rings continuous. The system notifies you that you have used the Greedy Hand skill. You have received 21 evolution. You have received 648 days of tradable lifespan. You received a special item, the demonized spirit. You received it. Tanfeng exclaimed in shock. I can't believe I got 2 demonized spirits from just one time. You take out the 2 demonized spirits and examine them. The demonized spirit is a special item of the demon fire. When carrying it, you will not lose lifespan upon death. This effect has a cooldown of 1565 seconds. Soul absorption is passive. When you defeat a monster, the chance of dropping lifespan increases by 20% x2. This effect doubles when there are 2 demon fires at the same time. Soul shock is active. When shaking the demon fire, it will cause immobilization 3 seconds to all enemies within a 100 m radius. Cooldown time is 521 seconds. Tanfeng silent. This demon fire is not counted as but rather as a prop. It does not occupy an slot. These 2 bells only take up 1 slot in the back. It is really convenient to use. This moment, Tanfeng received a distress message from Break Broom. Boss, what are you guys doing? Don't come over here. Tanfeng anxiously replied. Little black, where are you? Suddenly, a distant voice yelled. Get away. Do not come over here. The owner of that shout was Lazy, surrounded by a group of lewd men. They moved closer, shamelessly saying, you stubborn girl, you put up quite a fight. You have reached the end of the line. Come here obedient, and we will make sure you have a wild time. Lazy turned to look cliff behind. As the group got closer, she suddenly decided to jump off the cliff below to escape. Lazy gripped the stick tight, closed her eye, and jumped down, landing hard on the open ground below. One guy quickly ran to the edge of the cliff, looked down, and exclaimed, she really jumped. That girl has a tough spirit. This Lazy had disappeared and was contacting Tanfeng private. Boss, no need to save. I have already died and come back to the little town. It hurts so much. Luckily, all the transactions of our team are left with Invong Man. Hearing that, he felt a bit more at ease and replied, alright, you just wait for me to come back to the town. I will bring you the stuff. Lazy happily responded, thank boss, you have worked hard. Boss, Tanfeng said to himself, thinking he had made a big profit this time, with a lifespan that could be traded at 3,100 days, plus some extra evolution. Continue evolving the Greedy Hand. Just as he finished speaking, the information panel appeared, and the Greedy Hand skill had reached processing level. To evolve further, it requires 10 times the evolution. Do you want to spend 27 evolution points to evolve this skill? Tanfeng was surprised by the information before him, mumbling to himself, 200 evolution. As expected, it is not that simple. The higher the skill level, the more evolution points it costs. Forget it. Let us upgrade the damage skill then. The higher the damage, the better the chance to defeat stronger opponents and gain more loot. The information panel appeared once again, just as he was enhancing the skill. You have consumed 8 evolution points and have 13 points left. Platinum shield slashed through jade and diamond, rushing in one direction up to 21, 24, 27 meters, while simultaneously entering stealth mode. It deals 5 to 7 slashes over 7 to 9 seconds to all enemies in its path, with a cooldown of 12.43 seconds, a slicing range of 3.1 to 4.1. Each slash increases attack power by 200 to 300. You have spent 2 to 5 remaining evolution points, 3 initial skill points left to enhance backstab. The normal damage from the bronze, silver, and gold weapons has a passive effect. Attacking from behind increases damage by 15%, 30%. And Team Hunfeng feels the power increasing and speaks. After evolving twice, the shadow shield slash damage has doubled. Even without being in stealth mode and without using invisibility, one skill can still deal 3,000 damage. If you use invisibility to attack from behind, the total damage from 7 slashes can reach 6 to 7,000. A gold level boss basically drops 2 to 4 silver pieces with a very small chance of gold equipment. Now, thanks to the effect of the Greedy Hand, I have acquired 11 pieces of gold and skill, and there are also 2 platinum equipment pieces and another platinum skill book. Not bad at all. And there are 3 pieces that the assassin class can use. The information panel appeared. Platinum weapons for the assassin class. Attack power plus 136. Agility plus 22. Attack speed plus 24%. 17 armor penetration. Requires level 5. Unique special effect. Each of your normal attacks deals double damage. Hunfeng looks at the weapon in hand and comments, this special effect does not have much of an impact, but after all, I am using all my skills anyway. The basic attack power of this weapon is already quite high, plus it adds another 22 agility. The attack speed will also increase the skill cast speed and reduce the casting time of subsequent skills, so it is not completely useless, and it even has armor penetration attribute, which is a big benefit. Just as you finished, another piece of information appeared on the board, making Tenenfeng keenly feel the enhancement in the voice his thought. I have not increased my physique when leveling up, and my current life points are only 300, and yet this type of clothing directly boosts it up to 419 points. Once I put on this outfit, most players at this stage basically won't be able to break through my defense. Okay, I will hide I should just use the original appearance of the dark profession anyway. This way, others can't see they have to go into the game and check it. So there is still one last item, a skill book. You click on the spot you just found. The information panel presents new data. Vague Go, golden level. Assassin type passive skill increases dodge rate by 15%. When activated, dodge will be immune to all damage. Tunfeng stared at the panel and said, finally, he found an assassin type skill. But I remember that this skill is very weak, because in this game, the dodge rate is really hard to moreover, even when trying to improve the dodge ability, other attributes will definitely be low. If you can't dodge at that moment, it will be extremely dangerous. Then suddenly you shout, go learn. The words are bold, but deep down they are full of calculations. But I am not like that. I have skills that can evolve improving the dodge ability simultaneously, without having to sacrifice other attributes is purely a benefit. Tunfeng turned around, muttering to himself as he walked away. It is time to head back. The remaining items of the warrior, priest, and the beast hunter can be sold to Viogongmen 10% discount. Although they can't buy now, considering Vigomena's character, he can still buy them on credit. This time, the great fortune is all thanks to the little black one. Without this koi fit, I would not have been able to find the level 5 golden ghost ship to destroy. I should thank her a little more. more. You walk a bit and encounter the group surrounded low to earlier. Tan Feng saw them but did not change expression, just remained expressionless as usual. But those people looked like they had just seen a ghost. Their faces all turned pale. Group scrambled to run, but they did not forget to scream. It is the Dark One. Run fast. Do not stop. You idiot. Do not leave me behind. Damn it. Do not come over here. Do not come over here. Ah hell. At this point, only the leader was left and he was closing the distance to Tan Feng. Tan Feng moved close and the guy trembled in fear to the point of tear, begging, I was wrong. I won't do it again. Please let me go. Big brother. Boss, please do not kill me. My lifespan only has one more year left. But Tan Feng showed no reaction. Coldly replied, did you think about this outcome when you harmed others? Without making the opponent wait long, he immediately dealt and turned to leave, leaving the guy holding his head and screaming in pain. At this moment, the skill information board displayed a notification. Because the player actively killed too many, they received the status of a killer, and with the current level of the killer, when they die, they will lose 75% of their current lifespan. A suppressive aura surrounded Tan Feng, along with the title of killer above his head. As he walked, I have the devil fire elixir on me. Even if I accidentally die once, I won't lose any lifespan at all. Tan Feng swaggered back to the town, and when people saw him, they began to talk loudly. There is the dark. He just killed the golden boss and came back. Why can't I see any good gear on? I think this guy must have relied on Bei to defeat the boss alone. That is why nothing dropped. That is hilarious. Go find Bei and show me. Suddenly a person stood in front of. Is that you? Big brother Dark. Please stop. Fu Hongyan raised the book. Continued. Big brother, we were wrong about the darkness earlier. This is the skill book for assassins that we just bought using longevity. I hope you will accept it and overlook our earlier incident. The information panel suddenly appeared. Analyzing the skill book before me. The assassin skill book grants a single target aiming ability, adding 20 attack points and stunning for 2 seconds upon attack, with a cooldown of 22 seconds. He noticed you were silent. Continue. This is a control skill. Tan Feng finally responded after a while. Oh, with that, you turned and walked away, leaving Fu Hongyan's lackeys extremely annoyed. We are getting killed by him, yet we still give him the skill book. Isn't that too cowardly? Each of us can leverage our connect. Gather everyone together. Just a bit of saliva from us could drown him. Why should we be afraid? That is right. Since when do we have to endure this? Fu Hongyan quickly shouted. What do you guys understand? This dark figure is growing rapid and even leveling up by himself. There must be some big secret. Now we just need to find him in real life, capture him, and we can not only learn the big secret, but also turn him into a slave to gather lifespan for us. A subordinate overheard and chimed in with flattery. So that is how it is. No wonder Heen is truly skilled. Turning back, Fu Hongyan looked a tone full of disdain. I will request the clan to send a woman to figure out how to gather information about him. Earlier, this dark figure's voice sounded strange. He definitely is not part of the circle. That shows this guy is a poor guy, offering a unique beauty, delivered right to the door. I do not believe he won't fall for it. Tan Feng met with Lei Tu to make a request. Come on, Xiao He, accept the deal. I will give you this. She immediately responded happily. But I am not Xiao He. As she waved the stick, her whole body soared into the air. This is real. I am about to take off. This necklace directly increases my damage several times, and even my mana recovery double. I really appreciate what you. Tan Feng saw that and went straight point. No need for politic. Based on the promise, the space ring should be handed over to me. Lai Zi quickly brought out what you requested and said, that is right. Give it to him. That is right. Earlier when I ran into the forest, found a cave that looks like the entrance to some ruin. Are you interested? Tan Feng remained silent, but in his mind, he was calculating. First, the golden ghost ship. Now the entrance to the ruin. Making friends with this girl. It is really not a law. Honest, it is a fair trade. If I had not given her those 2 golden items, she probably would not have told me this information. With this space ring, the storage space finally reached 27. After a moment of calculation, he finally spoke. Where's Wang Mang? After selling the items to everyone, I will go with her to the ruin. Lai Zi quickly replied. Okay, but their captain has already invited a new pass. He will be back in an hour and a half. I have marked the entrance to the ruins on the map for you. There is a stone on the ground behind the bushes. That time, I moved the stone slab away and hid inside to escape. As a result, I had only taken a few steps when I heard the screams of ghosts from inside. I got so scared that I ran away. Otherwise, I would not have been caught by those. Tan Feng heard the answer and disappeared, but not before calling back. Okay, I understand now. I will go to this ruin. Wait for me to come back. Then I will trade with Vajung Mun and the other. Process was so fast that she exclaimed, Big God, you are moving too. The darkness is surrounding. Tan Feng weaved through the tree canopy in the forest, thinking that he originally wanted to find a place to level up to level 10. But now there are ruins, so there is no need to search anymore. There are 3 main types of ruin that will appear in the starting town. Cursed ruin and shrines of worship, regardless of the type of ruin. Even the minor monsters at the bronze level or even silver level are, for me, a sea of lifespan and evolution. After a while of search, Tan Feng finally found the entrance to the ruins. As he entered, thought to himself, there would initially be 3 main types of ruins to appear in the small town. Cursed ruin and shrines of worship. Tomes are nothing good at all. There are many undead creatures, making it very difficult to clear them out in the end. Basic. There is also a golden boss. The undead creatures in the cursed ruins have all been cursed by ancient evil gods. They may have once been human, or some might have gone insane, or some transformed into monsters after death. As for the undead in the shrines of worship, they are followers of ancient gods or evil gods. The map inside the shrine is extremely complicated. If you pass through the last 2 successes, you will receive some special props or skill. Looking at the drawings on this stone wall, it seems this is the deity of the shrine. The wall paintings look very familiar. This is the deity of the shrine judging the ancient gods. This place, the judging eye on it, shares a common origin, and the deeper you go inside, the louder the eerie sounds in a dark and eerie place. Wang Ming is using a shield to defend himself. The monster in front of him roars as if it wants to swallow him whole. Taking advantage of Wang Ming's distraction, quickly strike, knocking him back. One teammate sees this and shouts, Sister Thum, pump blood. Hurry up. What are you just standing there for? Xiao Yu, scared and trembling, tears in her eyes. Okay, what should I do? Sep continues to attack, while the remaining teammate raises their sword and damn it, it is charging again. Use your skills now. She can barely stand, dropping to the ground, covering her face and crying. I am so Xiao Yu's scream sends the birds in the forest flying in all directions. After a while, Wang Ming's group returns to the small town, each face darkened. Li Zi, noticing something strange, runs over and calls out, Cap, why is everyone coming back so soon? The Dark Elder has not returned yet. We still can't buy equipment now. Suddenly, one person in the team angrily points and shouts, damn it, I have never seen anyone as clueless as you. The monster's attack is something you can't dodge, and you do not even know how to use your your skills. You go ahead and say it. What else can you do? Lizzie quickly interjected to media it. What are you being so aggressive for? She could tell right away that she is a newbie. Dying once on your first time is pretty normal. Still, Tu then was still angry and continued. Lizzie, back off. I need to scold this kind of person. The other teammate chimed in as well. Lizzie, not just dying once, but we died 3 times in less than an hour. She paused for a moment, changed the subject. I will handle this along with everyone else. I just got these 2 items from that old man, and now I am really strong. So I believe if I join in, no one will die this time. Wang Mei, who had been silent, finally spoke up. Alright, let us cut down on the chat. Lizzie's suggestion is not bad. With her joining us this time, it will definitely go smoothly. Who knows? Maybe this time when we go back, we will run into that dark old man. Xiao Yu shyly lowered her voice and said, I will try my best. So that was what she said. Her mind was filled with curse, blaming herself for being so useless. If it were not for you guys being able to connect with that dark old man, I would not even bother helping you. It drives me crazy. What a bunch of idiots. Returning to the earlier ruin, Tanfeng eventually found a large door after some time. He slowly walked inside, the chilling sounds becoming clearer by the day. Deep inside, there were monsters with shaved heads kneeling on the ground. They were loyal followers of the ancient god, the judged ones. Level of silver tier. Tanfeng stared at them for a long while, then quickly used his shield to dash forward and attack. After the initial attack, their health bar only dropped slightly. He thought to himself and decided to use a sneak attack behind as well. Yet their health had only decreased by half. No wonder they were a level 10 silver boss. Combined health of these 2 loyal followers exceeded that of the golden demon king boss. Suddenly, Tanfeng realized something. The loyal followers were bowing down respect. Found their behavior confusing. Why were they kneeling like that, especially towards him when he was clearly in stealth mode? Could it be that they sensed the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment, on him, and that is why they were not attacking? Tanfeng, still in stealth mode, suddenly spoke. You know the way, right? Take me there. Upon hearing his voice, they jumped up and looked. This moment, you have found the answer in your head. It seems they have been infiltrated, rotten from within, and lost all their spirit. So now they have turned into beasts, only knowing how to rob and take lives from humanity. Suddenly, 2 loyal followers got agitated, screaming as if they had found their prey. In just a few short seconds, they went from looking respectful to charging in for an attack. Turns out there is a group outside coming in. They see the danger and yell, watch out, a monster is coming. These are the 2 bosses, white silver. We can barely handle one, and there are 2 of them. Run. Hurry up. So this is the group of the Grey Rose. She sensed danger and used magic to disappear. They left, leaving only traces of their existence, and Tanfeng moved closer. These people are from the group of the girl who bought my stealth band. I think they are called Grey Rose. I did not expect they would also find this ruin. However, based on the current equipment level of the player, no one can go deep into this ruin yet. You are no longer in stealth mode. You have revealed yourself, approaching the mark of longevity, he said. These guys actually dropped over 100 years of lifespan and be traded. You can't tell. And yet they are a minor wealth. Tanfeng finished gathering and turned to assess the area. Yet there is nothing here at all. No trap, no treasure. Could there really be 2 low-level silver boss? Finally, he decided not to overthink it anymore and let it go. As soon as he finished, Tanfeng dealt with the 2 guys. The information panel quickly appeared. You have killed the loyal follower of the ancient god, the judged one. Silver level. You have received 4,000 experience. Congratulations. You have leveled up to level 9. Congratulations. You have received 4 evolution points. You have received 188 days of lifespan that can be traded. Not stopping there, he quickly executed the greedy hand skill. The power released made Tanfeng exclaim. This greedy hand skill is indeed impressive. 32 evolution points. 154 days of lifespan that can be traded. 4 golden level items. Plus 10 silver level items. And there is even a piece of golden level that guests can use. As soon as he collected the follower's neck, the information about it appeared. Tanfeng took back the item in hand and made a sound. This necklace has quite a good property, with a cooldown speed of 20%. After wearing it, the cooldown time of the stealth skill was reduced from 20.6 seconds to 19.2 seconds. Cooldown time of the toxic dart was shortened from 4.3 seconds to 3.7 seconds. Cooldown of the shield slash reduced from 10.4 seconds to 8.8 seconds. From now on, farming monsters will be even more effective. All other equipment is at a higher level. At this stage, no one can wear it except for me. So first, I will just hold on to it, and later it will be sold. Suddenly, a circle behind shook violently, looking like a hidden door. From there, a strange pillar emerged, with a button for activating the mechanism on top. Tanfeng saw it and realized that indeed, clearing the monsters in this area would activate the mechanism. Tanfeng approached the pillar and thought it was a hidden mechanism. Before he could touch it, the button automatically pressed down, making a clicking sound. Suddenly, the spot where Tanfeng was standing began to tremble, the middle part moving down, and he wondered, this an elevator? The large space above that was empty is now gradually being sealed off by another door. After a while, the elevator stopped. At this moment, Tanfeng also spoke up. Finally here. Feels like we have gone down 400 meters. You looked around and exclaimed, this is a maze hidden beneath the temple. In the ruin, there is a certain probability that a hidden maze will appear. In my past life, I also managed to find a lot inside the maze. There are countless traps, but as long as there is someone to take, exploring is not dangerous, just very time consuming for an attribute. Once those mechanisms are activated, it seems like there is only a dead end. But luckily, I just dropped this toy, he said while summoning the follower, and the information panel appeared. He then summoned a silver level loyal follower. A loyal follower appeared from the chain. Tanfeng raised his hand to give order, moving forward to scout the way. Having a minion to scout makes things easier, but there is still a chance of encountering danger. Therefore, to be safe, it is better to evolve and avoid being passive. The information panel appeared while he was enhancing. You have consumed 11 evolution with 24 points remaining, and a hazy devil shadow. Platinum theft. Skill execution. Passive assassin skills received 15% to about 75% evasion rate. Activating evasion will make you immune to all damage. Tanfeng ventured deeper inside. Calculated, a 75% evasion rate is already very high, and there is still a little bit of score left, just enough to evolve into a legendary skill. The energy consumption notice pops up again, making you think, because to evolve from a legendary skill to a mythical level, you need 10 times the points. So the higher the initial skill level, the more efficient your evolution points will be. For example, a skill that is originally a legendary skill evolves into a mythical level. That is its first evolution, and the basic points needed will only be 1. The evolution rank of the target is legendary, therefore, it will require 10 times the points from 1 point, which means 10. In other words, if I have a legendary skill, I can evolve to mythic, ancient, or even immortal level. levels. But if it is just a regular skill, then to evolve to a legendary level, I first need to evolve it 7 times. At that, it will require a few hundred points to increase it 10. However, there is an advantage that I can upgrade any skill at any level to the legendary level at a very low cost. In other words, from now on, all my skills will be at least at the legendary level. Now there are only 11 evolution points left, so I can only evolve the initial potential skill. With a cooldown speed of 35, the final cooldown time of the potential skill is 16.3 seconds. Cooldown time is still too long, plus the attack power is a bit low. We definitely need to innovate when we return. While you were thinking, the information board appeared once again. Man, but heaven laughed. The energy consumption board popped up. On the other side, the loyal follower unfortunately stepped into a trap. Finally, Tan Feng escaped from his swirling thought and looked up at the giant rock, crushing the monster in front of him. He was not scared at all. The summoned creature was dead, and when the cooldown was over, he would just summon a new one. This maze is complicated and full of danger, so we can only explore like this. Hopefully, we will find something good. On the upper level of the temple, quiet space enveloped everything. The group from the Grey Rose team had not left yet. They were sneaking behind the door. Peeking in, one person, after observing Care, turned and said, "It is confirmed. Those 2 monsters really have disappeared." She was so shocked that she exclaimed, "What? Our lifespan is also running out. Someone must have killed the monster and taken our lifespan." But who could it be? They had now gone deep inside. Person who heard her question replied, "At this stage, the only one who could kill 2 silver level bosses must be the Dark Elder." Another person in the group, who had been silent, spoke up. "Elder, has the true darkness really? The lost lifespan of ours has also been taken by that elder. It seems that way, but it is also good. Otherwise, we would have to die once more." The Grey Rose found it reasonable. Thought that earlier, when arriving here, they had seen a shadow, seemingly communicating with the monster. Is that person the Dark? What skills does he have that can mesmerize the boss like that? His power is extraordinarily deep and truly terrifying. Back at Tanfeng, a loyal follower was screaming in agony as several spears pierced through him. Seeing the spear trap rising from below, concluded after 3 hours of exploration, this must be the maze's endpoint. Based on his previous life experience, if a pile of lives were used, it would probably cost dozens, even hundreds of lives. Tanfeng summoned another loyal follower once again. It went ahead while he followed on a winding, rugged path with deep, dark abysses on both sides. At the end of the path was a large door tightly shut. Tanfeng ordered to go open the door. No matter how hard the monster tried, the door did not budge at all. He thought to himself, "Can it be open? How strange." Then Tanfeng approached the door and lightly touched. Suddenly, the door slowly opened, and Tanfeng quickly became alert and stepped back, tension clearly visible on his face. Behind the door was a magical space with a chest surrounded by thorny vines. As he stepped inside, he thought to himself, the chest was covered in thorns and locked, and there was also a Nempsey beside it. An information panel appeared, but there was no data about this person. Everything was a secret. Tanfeng looked confused, thinking that all the information indicated this was the first time he had encountered such a mysterious NPC. Suddenly, the NPC began to recite a string of incomprehensible spells. The spell stopped just as the NPC began to fade away. He exclaimed in shock, "Is this disappearing?" The sharp thorns on the chest also vanished. Thorny vines gradually disappeared as well. Tanfeng felt somewhat unclear, but still made a guess. Although I did not see any information about the mysterious woman, I think it is related to the Eye of Judgment. This chest emitted a bright golden light, meaning it could open items of the execution grade. But caution was still necessary, as there was a chance of encountering monsters from the chest or trap. Pointed forward in order, "Go open the chest." The loyal follower moved forward to lift the lid, and a dazzling, brilliant light emanated from within. Tanfeng exclaimed in amazement. This is a skill book for the assassin class, with both active and passive effects. Once you recognize the item inside, all the information about it appears, granting relief. Execution. Assassin class skill book. Passive effect. 100% critical hit chance. Double damage on weak. Beheading. Active use. For your next attack to have the beheading effect, you must deal 100% physical damage every second. Lasts for 3 seconds. Cooldown time is 44.4 seconds. Tanfeng looked at the information and then spoke up. The passive effect directly doubles the ability to identify the weak points of monsters. Even this active skill of beheading is even more exaggerated after activating the skill. My next attack deals 300 damage. The beheading effect will act, causing the enemy to take an additional 300 damage per sec for the next 3 seconds. The total damage will be 1200 points, tripling the damage. Although skills like Shadow Blade consist of multiple slashes, these beheadings still count as a single attack. Moreover, this is also an execution skill. I only need to spend 10 evolution points to evolve a legendary level. This time is indeed a big harvest. My burst power has increased several times, all thanks to the blessing of Little Black. Then sell everything left to their group. It is time to head back. After gathering the item, Tanfeng contacted Light 2. I told Wang Mang to head back town. I will sell the stuff to. She quickly replied, "Boss, have you finished exploring the ruin? Then we will head back to the town too." Leaving the dark quiet, he returned to the town to find Light 2's group. But the situation seemed a bit off. Tanfeng helplessly spoke up. "Looks like a bunch of people are surrounding you." They started speaking among themselves. "The darkness has arrived. Darkness sing. Can we be friends? Oh great dark. Do you still need more followers? I'm called 666. Are you the dark? I am the chairman of the Landing Group in Jianghai City, and I would like to invite you to join our team." "Boss, we come from Firefly Town. This is my younger sister. She is a big fan of yours. I do not have any other intention. I just want the two of you to get to know each other a bit." "Boss, come from Quanxi Sife Town. Please take us. I will marry my wife off to you." "Hey there. We come from the town of Baichulavro. I am from there." Tanfeng does not care about greeting, only focuses on one thing. It seems like the gates to other towns have opened one by one. Right, now we can go to the town of Zavayam, where Ting Fai is. You just disappeared without a word in front of everyone, causing the whole crowd to panic and shout, "There he goes. Damn it. Who told you all to cling to him? Aren't you doing the same? Your sister is that ugly and still dares to introduce herself. Damn you. Watch me beat you up." Who is scared of whom? Tanfeng slipped away from the chaos and appeared in front of Lawo Ti. Little Black. She looked over and saw someone familiar, responding, "Elder." Lawo Ti turned and waved to someone far away and called out, "Cap, the elder has arrived." Tanfeng looked in the direction of the call and realized some. Among Virumena's group was Tiudu, and he thought to himself, "Fusion, Tiudu. Why did she join Virumena's group? I am afraid those guys will be in for a rough time because of her. Moreover, I have to be extra careful. The whole world knows about the existence of the dark side, but I can't reveal my true identity because I still still can't turn my abilities into reality. And besides, there are countless people targeting me right now. Right now. Even a knife could take my life. Xiaodu saw Qianfeng and was very intrigued, thinking to himself, is this the dark? He looks pretty impressive. Compared to those guys like Wang Mei, he is just a rush. If he could help me level up, it won't be long before I meet brother Song Fei. Shaking off the thoughts in his head, he approached the item seller. These items are perfect for your group session. These basic skill books can also enhance everyone's combat effect. All of this adds up to 2200 days of life. Wang Mang was confused when he heard this number and said, so much. These are all golden and silver level. Can't afford that. Qianfeng quickly replied, it is. You can owe me. He continued sincerely. Thank you. Have helped us so much. I really do not know how to repay you. If you ever need it, just call, and we will do our best to help. One of the team joyfully shouted, oh my, the Dark Lord is really impressive. Can I really use golden at this early? Vumun was no longer serious, joyfully saying, this is a golden level skill. It is amazing. In just a moment I have leveled up 3 times. Plus the Lord even lets us buy in installments. This shows a lot of trust in us. Suddenly he realized something. His face full of fusion as he spoke. Why is not there any equipment? Tithun spoke disdain. There is not. There is not. It is already good enough that she is following us to gain experience. Tiu Du timidly approached Tenenfong and quietly asked, hello, Lord. I am the priest of Vig Munan's team. May I? Is there no equipment for my... At that moment, a friend request player Tiu Du appeared. She looked hopeful while Tenenfong showed a cold expression and suddenly disappeared without a word. Tiu Du anxiously, where did he go? Ving Mun then spoke to comfort. It seems this time the Lord does not have the priestess item, but there will be some later. Tithun remained as sarcastic as ever. I see he does not care about her at all. Lai Tu is also speaking up to reassure. The Dark Elder like the dragon god, only showing its head but not its tail. Too handsome. Tanfeng continues to hide and goes into a shop, then suddenly remembers that in his backpack he still has a golden level pastor staff and even a golden level pastor skill book. But how can such a precious item be easily given to Tiu Du? With my leveling up, there will be a large amount of unused equipment and skill books in the future. Selling them will take a lot of time. The government behind Vong Man just happens to need these things. Can't let Tiu Du affect my cooperation with the government. It seems I still need to quickly find a past Vong Man's team to get rid of Tiu Du. He immediately thinks of a talented pastor and must quickly find Tiu Tayat Ko, one of the managers of the God Slayer Guild in my previous life, has a hidden profession in the White Bird God Pastor system, always having a white bird that can assist in healing and increasing benefit. She is the strongest pastor I know from my previous life, able to defeat a level executioner boss all by herself, a super strong teammate of mine. Comparatively, Tiu Du is basically just a useless person. Right. I remember that Tiu Tayat is like Tong Fai and is in the Firefly town. Can meet Tiu Tayat and bring her back to Vong Man's team. Finally, Tanfeng arrived at the teleportation gate, and at the same time, the information board lit up, showing the destination, the Firefly town. The teleportation gate transported to the location. The scenery here was a bit somber. You could even hear the wind whistling overhead. After walking for a while, you heard a few strangers talking to each other. Quickly turn back. The B-level boss Bai Yin has less than half health left. Do not let it take advantage. Otherwise, it would be a waste of a death. The jerk Tong Fai is dragging along so many girls with him. Who would even want to compete with that idiot? It is really unbelievable. He is just a small star. Why are there so many brain-dead fans? I am not impressed at all. Today, you have to kill that pale-faced guy. Tanfeng achieved his goal and thought to himself, that was quick. You found Tong Fai's whereabouts already. After walking for a while, you reached a desolate area. Tanfeng looked around. This was the 5th level area of the Ruthless Mountain Valley, where the monsters were fire-based and spirit-based. The deeper you went, the louder the chaotic sounds became. Charge in, dare to hit, go die, hurry and run away. The players were trying to deal with the fire-based monster. You are hiding in a corner watching the battle, with the pyrotechnics at both ends being a silver boss. But the scene is a bit chaotic, and there are quite a few players killing each other. Suddenly, a group of strangers appeared in front of Tanfeng, and they moved to block other players. None other than the group led by Tong Fai. Players, seeing their enemy, rushed forward and shouted, you bastard Tong Fai, last time you sneak attacked and took my lifespan. Now I am going to kill you. Think you will be safe hiding behind that sorcerer? I have a specialized skill that counters sorcerers called Tika Hao. You are dead. Before he could get any closer, one of the Craze fans do not even think about hurting brother Tong Fai. The remaining player exclaimed in confusion. What? Tunfeng was still hiding where he had been, watching the skull while recalling what happened in the previous life. Tongfi was known as the rebellious heaven sorcerer, a sorcerer profession. In his previous life, he convinced a group of his fans to choose the sorcerer profession, giving him all their gear and skill, and quickly rose to power. However, just having one sorcerer in the team was not enough. Therefore, his fangirls came up with a solution. Some turned all their divine points into glass cannon sorcerer. Others put all their attributes into agility, becoming pesky sorcerer. Some put all their attributes into physique, becoming meat shield sorcerers. He thought while imagining these aggressive fans take a hit from me, and there were even those who all their attributes into strength, becoming battle sorcerer, hitting people with their staves. In the early stage, his team was very strong, taking away the lifespan of players everywhere without anyone able to resist. But of course, as the game progressed, these female fans would die off. Tongfei dramatically said aloud, little sister, you are working so hard. My heart aches for you. I hope the boss dies quickly so everyone can take a break. I hope this world is filled with love instead of violence. His words seemed to ignite the spirit crazy fan. Tongfei Mao stood up with determination and spoke loud. It is not hard at all. BG, you are the one who worked hardest. You are trying so hard. You should not have to endure all this. Sister, let us rush in and kill this. Do not let it hurt our brother. Fans shouted. Storm Mon Tongfei the king. From now on, it is only Tong brother. Take your time to soar. We will follow you forever. Before they could do any, the monster charged at Tongfei. Someone quickly rushed in to block the attack, shielding him from harm. Tongfei knelt down in pain and said, oh my, that person is slowly fading away. With tears in their eyes, Fiji has always been like crazily devoted to you. Mimu Songfei stood to the side and shouted loud, sis, it up. As long as we kill this ugly monster, Brother Fei can charge to first place on the rank. We must surpass that so-called shadow god. Hearing this, the fanatics roared in unison. Shatter the world. Command the storm. We swear to fight side by side with Brother Fei. They unleashed a continuous barrage of attacks on the monster, protected by his crazed fan. Songfei stood at the back, thinking to himself, finally, I am about to die. This silver boss is this hard to kill. How can one person handle the golden boss? That shadow guy definitely has some tricks up his sleeve. I have so many people help, and I am only at level 7 now. What is that shadow dog relying on to level up so fast. If I can just kill this silver boss, I can level up to 8. That shadow guy has been stuck at level 9 for so long. If I can surpass him in one go, I will be the best player, a god in the game. While feeling pleased with himself, a hand suddenly appeared, gripping his face tightly. As quick as a flash, Tong Fai's head had been severed from his body before he realized it was Tan Feng using the shadow blade technique. You gripped so tightly that Tong Fai's head spewing out thick, dark blood in a horrifying manner. The process happened so quickly that the crazy fans could not react, and when they realized what was happening, they panicked and cried out, "Brother." As soon as the words ended, Tan Feng dealt with them as well. The announcement board appeared as if it had been waiting for a long time. You killed it. Fire part at both ends received 1,500 experience. Killed the player. The god of law is against the heaven. You killed the player. Tong Fi Mao Miao. You killed the player. Fi forever follows. Killed the player. Ah, you killed. You darted like a flash of light, continuously attacking the monster. Damage numbers appearing nonstop. Players around were so shocked they were left speechless. They took turns exclaiming, "What? Did you just kill the boss direct? A skill that deals thousands of damage. This is way too strong. A skill of mine does just over 100 damage, and yet this person hits thousands. Is this 10 times stronger than us? Moreover, it is a direct attack." Killed Tong Fai and his fan group. Who is this assassin? Could it be the Dark? This must be the Dark Elder. The first one to kill the golden boss. Not. Who could be this powerful? Everyone step back to let the loot from this boss go to the Elder. The Elder only killed the wicked group of Tong Fai, which also helped us vent our anger. That is right. It won't be used. The Elder is always the best. Go, Elder. Elder, I love you. Stop looking. Tan Unfeng saw the attitude of everyone around, thought to himself, "These people are just afraid. I will make a move again. If it were me in my past life, I would have been attacked by the whole group already." Leaving the Firefly town, the scenery has now shifted to a bustling small town. A notification board appeared right where Tong Fai just resurrected. You have been killed by the Dark. You have lost 1106 days of life. You can trade. You have lost 18 years and 113 days of life. Cannot trade. He could not believe his eyes and muttered, Was I killed by the Dark? Why did that Dark guy come to our Firefly town? There are hundreds of primitive towns in Jianghai City. Why would he come here to steal our boss? After a while, the Fan Kuang group gradually revived. They confusedly spoke up, How could this happen? Why did Big Brother have to die like that? It is the darkness. But why does the darkness have to kill Big Brother and us? He definitely wants to steal the boss. Butch and Yun. That jerk took advantage of Big Brother, not paying attention and ambushed that shameless shrimp-headed guy, while these people were still making noise. Where did Mo Fi Bro come? Duty spoke up, Tong Fai Big Brother. Can I join your team? I am an archer, and I have an eagle eye skill that can detect invisibility. Tifi Miyu quickly spoke up, Move aside, move aside. Tong Fai Big Brother already said we only need a wizard. What are you looking at? Another person is coming to scout. Your monster killing efficiency is too low. It will affect Big Brother's rank. After a moment of silence, Tong Fi finally spoke up, Don't say that, everyone. I still believe love can overcome everything. I can feel your strong feeling. So even if you are an archer, come along with us, so we can grow together. Miwo Fei Blow was so moved that she started to tear up. She stammered in response, Big Brother, I love you. This scene gave the other girls the motivation confidently approach. Brother Tong, I am an assassin. I can go unnoticed, and I can make others feel his own pain. Brother Tong, I have learned area control skills now. I can help you freeze him. He spread his arms wide and said, Everyone, we are one big loving family. Anyone who wants to join as well, come here. We will always be united. His words made the fans excitedly shout out, so warm. Following Brother Tong Fai, you will never regret it. That dark guy only knows how to rely on himself as an assassin to sneak attack. Not to mention that he dared to touch our brother. He must pay for it. That is right. That is right. Once we control that dark guy, we will let our brother kill him. So he knows the consequences of messing with our brother. Revenge. We must definitely kill that dark guy. Avenge our brother. Avenge for our brother. Definitely. To take revenge for our brother and kill that dark dog. The people outside, hearing the commotion, also spoke up. What is going on? What does this little star want to do? The person next to him saw that the other did not understand and explained. You do not know yet. Just now this guy was killed by someone from outside. It is. Hearing this, person replied, So many girls are protecting him, how could he be killed by someone? This person speaks again. The opponent is the dark. What do you think? Is this person really shouting? Top tier darkness. But does the darkness really dare to mess with these people? I feel like the brains of these girls are not normal at all. Tong Fai looked at the increasing number of members in his group and thought with satisfaction. Very good. There are so many witnesses. When I kill that dark, everyone will know, even if it is strong. Being alone is useless, especially against an assassin. How can a lowly assassin compare to a noble mage like me? Tan Feng over here still has no idea what is going on. Using his greedy hand to collect the lifespans from earlier, the information panel quickly appeared. You have received 16 evolution, 217 days of lifespan available for trade. Look, silver level item 6, golden level item 11. Seeing the evolution points, you enhance yourself and the evolution skill Liberation of Grace. The information panel appeared again. You have consumed 10 evolution, 9 points remaining. Liberation of Grace. Level handling, legendary level. Passive effect, adjust attack on weak points by 100%, 200%. Critical hit multiplier double. Actively used causes the next attack to have a cutting effect, dealing 100% every second. Up to 100% damage from the attack persists. 3 seconds. Cooldown time is 30 seconds, reducing to 25 seconds, then 22.2 seconds down to 18.5 seconds. You look at the information in front of you and calculate that the ability to target weak point has increased from 100% to 200%. This is equivalent to hitting the target's weak point being double. Original weak point before evolution, weak point after evolution. This is exaggerated a bit more. Half of the enemy's body will be considered a weak point. At that point, my shadow slash could also hit that weak point damage. Plus, the damage from the critical hit just increased, and the cooldown has been reduced 30 seconds to 25 seconds. Feels like I could really take down a golden tier boss with the initial skill that has no evolution point. Can evolve to legendary level. But to go from legendary to mythical level, it costs 100 times more evolution point. To evolve from legendary to mythical requires 200 points. According to this rule, the greedy hand at the skill level needs 210 points to evolve, and when it reaches legendary, it needs 3,400 points. I still have 9 evolution points left. What can I do with these 9? Well, then let us evolve the back attack enhance. Just as I finished speaking, the information panel popped up again. Tan Feng stared intently at the information board and continued. Boss back in Gan and a bunch of people helped me earn over 1400 days of trading lifespan. It is going to be great. Before he could turn off the information board, someone approached from behind. She rushed at him like the wind, swinging a knife and shouting, "Die, die." Dark. The blade was right in front of him, only a short distance away, but it seemed to be controlled. The blade did not follow its original path, but slid away from Tan Feng. The girl was used about what just happened and questioned, "Why is that?" She fell to the ground, realizing she could not continue to fight, and then made a move. Damn it. Conceal. Above the cliff, a group of crazy fans of Tongfei were holding torches and shouting in unison, "You dark bastard. We have you surrounded." One person shouted with great enthusiasm, "We are here to avenge brother Tongfei." Tan Feng quickly executed a stealth move. Maifei saw this and shouted loudly while drawing his bow, "Use, we can detect your concealment." The arrow left the bow and soared high into the sky. She noticed someone using concealment and shouted, "Good, you have revealed yourself." Xiaofei Miao boldly said, "Sister, use your strongest skill. Take him down." Fanfei emerged. Not a blade of grass could grow. The girl with the knife looked at the incoming attack and quickly shouted, "Wait," but it was too late. The attack surged forward, creating a massive explosion, smoke billowing up, obscuring everything. Xiaofei Miao, despite seeing this, still bravely said, "It is, after all, she is not a sorcerer," which proves she does not really like Fei. This is the punishment she must endure. Quickly release the eagle and find the dark Maifei. Upon hearing the command, immediately comply. Suddenly, a chilling bell rang out from somewhere. Going in the void, the information board quickly appeared. Special item, Demon Fire. A terrifying active item that uses Demon Fire to incapacitate all enemies within a 100-meter radius. 3 seconds. Cooldown time, 605.21 seconds. The Fan Kuang group had not even had time to react before they were rendered immobile. Maifei Bao spoke in confusion, unable to move. Suddenly, they were pulled back, all of them wide-eyed in shock. It was Tan Feng, who rushed in out of nowhere using the Shadow Blade technique. He swiftly dealt Fan Kuang group while remaining in stealth. Approaching where Tongfei was hiding, he looked in, puzzled. What is going on? Why did they all drop dead so suddenly? Could it be because of the dark? Can't be. If he made a move, he should have appeared. Right. Tan Feng pressed his face against his side. Slowly coming out of hiding, he spoke coldly. "Tongfei, you are dead." He was startled and quickly countered. Damn it. Magic shield. But this shield was useless. In less than a second, it shattered. Tan Feng took care of Tongfei so quickly that before his eyes could even close, he was already on the ground. Blood spraying everywhere. He vanished, leaving only traces of lifespan behind. And you could not help but sneer. "Seems like you have quite a bit of lifespan on you. Looks like this guy still has over 2,000 days of lifespan to trade." But why do the female fans here have no lifespan to trade? Did they really give away all their lifespan to Tongfei? After all this time, they still think this god game is just another game. The brain damage is truly terrifying. It is a shame these lifespans can't be traded. Together they add up to hundreds of years, yet they can only be used to exploit the surrounding dead matter. Back to the noisy scene of the little town. After resurrection, Tongfei turned around and angrily questioned, "Damn it, my 2,000 days of tradable lifespan is now down to just 500. That damn Shadow. Did not you use your reconnaissance skills? Why can't we find him?" Cat Fei said in frustration, "I have already used my skill, but I only found 2 sisters who are assassins with me." Little Fei Maya also spoke up from one side. "I see the stealth level in my attributes increase. Could that be the stealth skill of that dark guy, which is at a higher level? Oh right, there is also an eagle eye skill. The anti-stealth level is level 1, so I can only see level 1 invisible target. If the opponent is level 2 or higher, I won't be able to see him." Hearing this, Tongfei felt uncomfortable and continued, "That damn dark guy comes and goes without a trade. Can I defend myself?" After cursing a lot, he was also afraid of being booted, but he had not wronged him. The boss has also been robbed, so he probably won't come to kill me anymore. Right. What if he gets jealous of my stunning beauty and wants to come kill me? The group of Fan Kong, hearing Tongfei being so self-absorbed, passionately said, "For everyone's sake, let us go somewhere else to level up. Fifi can go wherever." Not long after, in the Firefly town, Tan Feng went stealthily looking for swords around. He looked around and then spoke in confusion. "Strange. I do not see Tongfei and the others anywhere. Did they go to another town? Or are you offline now?" At this moment, he revealed himself and asked a passer, "Do you know where the Tongfei person?" Suddenly being questioned, exclaimed, "You scared me to death." The shadowy figure replied, "Big guy, they went that way. You should go kill, but I have one request. When you kill Tongfei, can you spare my girl? So she is Muo Fibro, a female hunter." Tan Feng heard this and coldly said, "I suggest you change your girl." He thought to himself, his girl seems to be the hunter who discovered the hiding spot. The person continued, "Big guy, please, I finally found a girl." He had not finished his sentence when Team Tan and Feng had already vanished. Tan Feng stealthily followed the indicated direction, thinking to himself, even though he knew which way they had gone, he had no idea what their destination was. Finding them will take a lot of time. I wish I could find Wai Tai. The boyfriend behind him still tried to add, "Please, big guy." As Tan Feng was moving, a figure swiftly passed by. Seeing the image of that girl, a name immediately popped into his head, Wai Tai. Tan Feng quickly appeared and chased after her, calling out, "Beautiful lady, please help." Wai Tai heard someone calling and replied, "Are you the Shadow?" He did not answer the question but transformed into a staff and said direct, "I have heard your profession can search for targets over a wide area. Right. Find Tongfei's spot for me, and I will sell you this golden staff at a low price. Consider it a reward for you." Wai Tai's eyes lit up as soon as she saw it. "She just made a deal with you and asked, but how did you hear I could search a wide area? I never told anyone." Tan Feng quickly countered, "Don't worry about that. Do you want this golden level weapon?" Wai Tai, mesmerized by the item, replied, "I want it, but I can't afford it." Before she could finish, Tan Feng cut in, "Not even 500 days. Its base price is at least 700. She seemed to remember something and said, "I do have it." Without any hesitation, the deal is done. The transaction information immediately appeared, and the deal was successful. Wai Tai held the staff in her hand, smiling foolish golden level staff. Tan Feng lightly tapped her head, bringing her back to reality. "You helplessly said, get to work." Wai Tai was casting a spell while thinking, even though it was her first time encountering this dark, felt strangely familiar. Although that was her inner feeling. She joked on the outside. Aren't you afraid I will take the stuff and leave without helping you? Tunkarin Fong, not understanding her meaning, replied straightforward. What? You do not hate Tong Fai, do you? I Tide asked in surprise. You know I hate Tong Fai. Are you my friend in real life? But why does your voice sound a bit different? You heard that and replied vaguely. I Tide chimed in. I am too lazy to get. Then she turned to Buck Ziyu, who had just flown up high. She no longer had a playful demeanor, only a serious expression that was hard to describe. Buck Ziyu spread her wings, flew out of the crowded residential area, heading straight for the high red rock mountain. Hidden in a small corner in the distance was a crowd of. After a moment of silence, Tide finally spoke up. Found too much. She provided the current location. Coordinates 386 9527. But I can guarantee they won move. By the time you get there, they could be gone. Ten Feng said anxiously. Make friends. You keep an eye on them and let me know their new location any day. Tide hesitated a bit and asked, how long will it take? If it takes too long, before I finish my sentence, you will cut in just a little while. Ten Feng quickly zipped ahead and suddenly realized something. You stopped. Hiding behind a large and Tide, watching from a distance, found it strange and asked, why did the big guy stop? Tun and Feng silently looked at the markings on the tree and then spoke. Look around and see if there are any large trees nearby. She immediately replied, hey, wait a moment, big guy. There is a tree 100 meters ahead of you and another tree 100 meters to the left. You raise a hand to lightly touch the symbol on the tree trunk. Tide could not help but ask curious, what kind of symbol is this? But all she got in response was a vague yes, said Tun Feng, and suddenly a triangular connection formed among the three trees with a pillar of light in the center. Tide, observing from a distance, immediately shouted to Dong to get the treasure chest. Carefully observed Dong, or speak, surprised to encounter the blessings of ancient gods in 10th village. The luck was not bad, and there was even a treasure chest opened. The blessings of ancient gods can appear anywhere on land abandoned by the deity. Essentially, there will be some strange symbols in a certain area, and when everything is activated, the blessings will be unlocked. Some will summon boss monsters, some will summon a group of minor monsters, and there will also be treasure chests and even some unique rewards. Tide, from afar, could not help praise. The old man is really impressed. This treasure chest must contain at least 1,000 years of life. Right, then that means it is worth tens of millions of yuan. Right. Tun and Feng heard her and silently thought that the girl's estimation was quite accurate. In the previous life, this time, the trading rate for lifespan in the outside world was 1 in 10,000, and it is only the first day. By the second day, that rate had risen to over 1 in 1,000. Yuxu, through the white deer, observed the situation. The elder merely swiped his finger across the eye. I need to quickly jot this down. With my precise ability, I might find a lot more later on. Tanfeng moved to open the chest, and the information panel immediately appeared. You have opened the emerald treasure chest. You have received the skill book Emerald Blooming Flower. You were surprised by the skill in front of you. Blooming Flower. What kind of skill is this? The information panel seemed to understand the question and began to explain. Pull out the cursed flower that bloom. It steals the common skill book used on the player for 15 seconds after death, causing cursed flowers to grow on the enemy's body. Cursed flower will continue to absorb the target's transferable lifespan with no cooldown time. After receiving the information, Tanfeng thought to himself that this was indeed a twisted skill. In my previous life, I had heard of it. The name of this skill is the Blooming Curse. Sounds pretty fitting, right? You decided to learn it right away, then continued your earlier train of thought. This skill, every time you kill a player, I just need to protect the enemy's body. Then the cursed flower will absorb all of the opponent's transferable life. Right. The good days of Song Fai are here. This time, I will kill you until you are offline. Then I will reach 10. Extract that ability into the real world, and I will completely kill you in the real world. The scene shifts to another, where a wolf is howling in pain, showing its fangs. After a moment of struggle, finally succumbed to the relentless attacks from Song Fai's group. He was quite pleased with himself. I have run this far. Surely that darkness won't chase me anymore. Right. You have stolen a silver boss from me and killed me twice. That is enough. There is no need to chase me all the way here. Right. Just wait until I reach a higher level. Then I will come settle the score with. Little Fei Miao Miao suddenly called out loud, look over there. Someone is fighting the boss. Tong Fai recognized those familiar friends at a glance. They seemed to be fans of New Jiaki. She got furious when she heard that name. What? The Fan Kong group is like poking a sore spot and yelling in anger. It is Fan from New Jiaki again. Those disgusting bugs just want to help New Jiaki rank first. Little Fei Miao Miao led the charge. Sister, let us go kill them. We can't let these bastards affect our rank. That group thought someone was coming to help. We yelled. Great, we have backup. Hello everyone. This boss is almost out of hell. Let us defeat it together. Suddenly, fast-moving flew straight at the face of the person who just spoke. Little Fei Miao Miao was so furious that she slammed the stick hard into the ground. A teammate shouted in panic. Along, Nisa next to you can't control her anger. What are you all doing? You all must be crazy. Little Fei Miao Miao, leading the way, declared, this is the end of Fan and Guiji. She found the strange name confusing. What are you all talking about? I basically do not understand. Just as Missa finished, 2 arrows suddenly pierced through her left eye and mouth, blood gushing out. The teammate screamed in panic. Missa. The battle cat roared with enthusiasm, saying loudly, adorned in gold like a king, soaring away, sweeping away all the beat. In the vast universe, I dominate alone, with a heart like an isolated island, loving until old age. All the crazy fans could not tell the players from the monster. They frantically destroyed everything in sight, and after a while, only remnants of life were left. Kong Fai saw this and felt great. Oh my god, thank you all. My love. I almost got harmed by that damn fan of Mu Jiai. I never expected they would be so sinister and cruel. The fan club was moved and all said in unison, you do not need to thank us. They all followed him wholehearted, north and south. The crowd down below was chattering away, unaware of what was happening on the above. Someone had been watching their every move all this time. Tanfeng looked down with a murderous gaze before disappearing. Down here, fans were in shock, calling out loudly, unsure of what they had seen. It seems that brother Tong Fai also saw something similar. A chilling voice rang out, you are dead. Just as the words ended, a sharp cut glided through the air. Tong Fai's head left his body. The fans screamed in agony. Brother. But Tanfeng was not done yet. He stealthily approached Tong Fai's headless body. He teased the words of the flower curse at a slow pace. Suddenly, a blood-red flower sprouted from his neck. The people around were shocked, exclaiming, what is this? After the cut, Tong Fai was finally revived in the small. He screamed furious. What is with this dark? Are you crazy? Why do you keep targeting me? Is it because I have so many sisters? Or are you just jealous? Damn it. That guy is going to Hu Na Hut. It must be because of me. Could it be that the woman he likes is a fan of mine? Then what does his mouth to do with? While he was going crazy, the information board suddenly popped up. The lifespan available for trade keeps getting shorter. 400, 309, 380, 307. Tung Fai did not understand what was happening. Why was his lifespan less than 400 days, and why was it still short? What was he talking about? Has there been so much death that there is this kind of punishment? Fan Kung group was also revived after a while. They saw him and hurriedly said, hey bro, it is not good. Dark guy released a skill, and a bunch of blood-red flowers appeared on his corpse, seemingly sucking something. Tung Fai was stunned upon hearing that, only able to utter a few words. What? Flowers are blooming on his corpse, so those flowers are sucking his lifespan. The information board was still slowly displaying the numbers 300 and 340, 330. He finally understood Ten Feng's intention. That damn dark guy is really malicious. Is this trying to take my life? Dying again while offline. My lifespan will run out. Tung Fai suddenly shouted, everyone, let us go offline. I need to buy some lifespan in reality, then come back to change gear. By then, we will be fully armed. Our combat power will increase, and we will come back to fight him. Fan Ung Group, invigorated, responded loudly, flying wherever their hearts desired. He angrily muttered to himself, you wait for me in the dark. This is not over yet. I did not train for 2.5 years to get results like today for nothing. I do not believe I can hit you without using money. In a certain place, the red bee Nian filled a corner of the sky. This moment, Tun Feng had finished dealing with the fans of Tung Fai, and the red bee Negan surged violently over them. The information board had somehow appeared. Due to players killing too many other current murderer on the 4th floor will lose 96.875% of their current lifespan on death. Tun Feng did not pay attention to the information board and spoke up. Another 1,000 days of lifespan gone. The monsters that Tung Fai and his group killed quite a lot. However, the absorption has stopped now. It seems Tung Fai and his group have gone off. Butch Liu had been watching from above the whole time. I tight watched the situation from afar in astonishment. This is the true strength of the #1 dark faction. It is so terrifying. Tun Feng suddenly called out, little tight, is Tung Fai off? She quickly responded when she heard him call. He and his fans have all gone offline. You were not surprised and quickly continued. Well, just be careful from now on. As soon as he goes off, let me know immediately. Wei Tide hurriedly spoke up. Can I leave now? Tun Feng did not let her go yet. Called back. Wait, I also have the legendary level golden skills of the priest class. Do you want it? Wei Tide immediately responded. I want it. He replied shortly. Wait for me at the town. She excitedly agreed. After a while, Tun Feng returned to the town. He met Wei Tide and immediately presented the item. This skill book is worth 500 lives, but if you agree to one, I can sell it to you for half price. She heard this, raised her hand to block in front of, and said, what is it? Big shot. I am not selling the divine skill. He helplessly replied, what nonsense are you thinking? I am asking you to agree to join it, to be their long-term healer. Wei Tide quickly became serious and replied, okay, but if they are too weak, I will have to report you. Big shot. Tun Feng assured her, it won't be that bad. Their strength is decent. Now I will contact. Leaving the town, the scene shifted to a place with heavy rain, where a monster was being defeated. Vidrung Munnen had just delivered the finishing blow when the whole team cheered. Good, we finally killed it. He turned and urgently called out, hurry, you do. Hurry and detoxify me. Hearing her name, awkwardly asked, detoxify. Vidrung Men, increasingly anxious, continued, priest of detoxification skill. Hurry, I can hold on much longer. After a while of fumbling, Tiu Du finally managed it and said, right, this skill, watch. She raised her staff and aimed to cast. Purification spell hit, but instead of Vidrung Menon beside it hit the tree. The last hit left Lei Tu in shock, face turning pale, while he became increasingly critical. Xiao Du shyly spoke up, I shot wrongly. Just as she finished, Wang Mang collapsed to the ground. A teammate shouted loud. After that performance, the whole team should head back to the small town. Wang Mang's face darkened as he thought to himself, he definitely needed to change this tape, but where could he find a hidden profession like a nurse right now? The capable ones have already joined other teams. Xiao Du and Laquan seemed quite relaxed, browsing the information board while thinking, today was not too difficult. Isn't this a breeze? We are already at level 4. Great, as long as we keep this up, we will meet brother Zhongfei soon. Kun Feng seemed to read other people's thoughts and sent a message. Wang Meng, I have someone, a hidden profession, a white bird spirit master. Their strength is not bad. Does your team need? Quickly replied as if he would found a treasure. Big brother, if you say their strength is not bad, then they must be solid. If you are bringing it up, then of course there is no problem. Just point out the location. She is in the Saojin Quine Ho. There are a few monsters to clear. You guys can come direct and the whole team can level up together. Wang Meng happily replied, no problem. We will head over right away. There are really too many players in the small shell town already. We were thinking about changing training spot. After saying that, he went over to talk to her, looking a bit off. This is Tiu Du. There are too many people in the shell town now. We want to switch to a higher end place to level up. Your current level is very dangerous, so we won't take you anymore. Okay, she paused, but I still felt like I could manage. Not letting Tiu Du finish her sentence. Ving and his team rushed towards the teleport gate, but they did not forget to shout back, it is too late. Hurry up, Tiu Du. Take care. Okay, she angrily muttered to herself, you jerk. If you want to kick me out, just say it direct. Why make excuses? I had enough of them too. I needed to find the big dark guy to lead. After a while, Ving Mum and his team found Ten Feng, who waved from afar and called out loud. Suddenly, a notification popped up. You have reached 800 days of life. Vicky Men started to. This is the lifespan equipment I bought last time. I still owe you 500 days. Our team leader and will come by shortly to give it to you. Lifespan in this game is really hard to come by. Hearing this name, thought to himself, team leader. It can't be in V. Can it? Thought that in his head, but introduced the other party to both. Alright, this is Wei Tai, and this is Viging Men. You two get to know each other a bit. Suddenly, a voice came from nowhere. V Drung Men. Hi. Player named Justice Enforcer approached them from afar. Tan Feng looked and was certain in his mind that it was indeed Envu, the nickname of the game about upholding justice. The only hidden profession of the Dragon Sword, a top 20 high-level powerhouse in the world from the previous life, was one of the pillars of the Dai estate and a nightmare for countless foreign hostile forces. She approached to shake hands and greeted. Big boss of dark. It is a pleasure to meet. My name is Envu. I really admire you. Politely responded back. Hello. While greeting, he thought to himself, this is the first time I have met a powerhouse in this game who has a higher rank than me from the previous life. Envu did not beat around the bush and asked direct. Big boss of dark. Your development speed is too fast. Do you have any secret? I used to joke. Could you be someone who time traveled or something like a reincarnator? Tan Feng remained silent, just calculating in his mind. But he remembered that in the previous life this woman was not on the same team as Vong Man. Seems that Envu has bought a lot of lifespan on behalf of the officials from Jiang Haie City. Rated. The Dragon Swordsman has a very strong survival ability, placing her lifespan on her must make the government very reassured. And Vu, unafraid, continued to speak. Big boss, if you have any equipment later, please sell it to us. We will buy anything. Besides, the lifespan of the officials from Jianghai City is all on me, so the big boss won't kill me. Right. At this moment, Tanfeng finally spoke up. I am not that close. Can only win by cooperating. She happily replied. I knew right away that you were smart. Tanfeng guessed the show immediately from the music. Every line was probing, just as rumored from his past life. And Vu appeared naive on the outside, but in reality, she was extremely clever and quite ruthless. She was the liaison between the officials of Deha and me, and she helped me save quite a bit of escaping from the game world and returning to the modern world. A player named Fi, panicking, spoke into the phone. Oh my lady, have you all read the government official announcement yet? The lifespan in the sacred game is real. If they return empty-handed, they will die in the real world. Player Mio Fi Bao shouted. What? Isn't this just a game? I have already given all my transferable lifespan to Mi Tong Fi. Player Xiao Fi cried out in tears. I only have a few days left to live. Player exclaimed in confusion. No way. Dying 3 times. How could it be that much? Xiao Fei Yuo quickly replied. I have killed quite a few other players, and now I am in a state of being a murderer. If I die once, it is like losing 2 days of life. The other person shouted. So that means I only have a few years left. Player Xiao Fei Mio nervously said into the phone. Damn, I am the meat shield mage in this game. Always charging ahead, killing a bunch of and dying a lot too. Now I only have 1 day left to live. If your lifespan goes to 0, you will have to die. This can't be true. Absolutely not. I do not believe it. Suddenly she realized something and said loud, Zhongfei is buying life. This is great. I will go find Zhongfei. He will definitely help. I will dress up in Zhongfei's out from head to toe. Oh right. And there's also the latest ultra-thin anti-legs product from Zhongfei. After a while, she finally finished dressing up, wearing everything related to Zhongfei. Anyone who looked would know she was a fan. Tongfei Mayu was running while calling out loud, Tongfei. At that quiet apartment, Tiu Du just woke up and said, have we returned to reality? There is still a bit unclear. She looked at the information on her phone. According to the current exchange rate, 1 day's lifespan can be sold 18,000. Now I have 200 days of lifespan, so I have become a millionaire. Tiu Du read some information and her eyes widened in shock. She could not help. Oh my. Darkness killed Tong Fei, and he is going to die 3 more times. Xiao Du was so heartbroken that she trembled, and tears streamed down her face. She could not hold back here, crying even harder. That idiot told me that if the lifespan reset in the game, he would really die in real life. Although initially the non-tradable lifespan was 100 years, after dying 3 times, he only has a little over 12 years left. Tong Fei, why does the darkness want to kill you? Moreover, according to the story in the group, he killed Tong Fei 3 times, surrounded by dozens of people. That is terrifying. How can he be so strong? Suddenly, a message popped up on the phone from the player Tong Fei My Meow Meow. Sister, gather the beauty. Tong Fei needs help. Sisters in Jianghai City can come find him and sell their tradable lifespan. He is currently at the Dajiang Square, and the rate for buying lifespans is 1 for 10,000. Sister, this is an opportunity for you to earn money and help Tong Fei. Xiao Du saw this and hurriedly changed her clothes. Tong Fei is at the Dajiang Square, not far from where I am. No way. Can't just sit back and watch his life slip away. I have to go help Mar Tong Fei. Luckily, thanks to those idiots, I managed to get over 200 days that I can trade, just enough to help Mar Tong Fei. As soon as she finished speaking, she dashed off. Back in the game world, a shrimp-headed monster had just been sliced a few times on the beach with blue water and white sand. A bunch of sea monsters were taken down by Tanfeng. A notification board leaped up. Congratulations, you have reached level 10. Your attributes of manner, integrity, and dignity have increased. +1. You have received 5 free attribute points. You have unlocked Profession Advance. You are the first player in Jianghai City to reach level 10. You received 7 reputation points. You are the first player in the Daiha Kingdom to reach level 10. You received 14 reputation. You are the first player in the world to reach 10. You received 21 reputation points. When there are 7 level 10 players in Jianghai City, the teleportation function to the abandoned continent gods will be activated. Information boards also appeared in other towns to notify all players. Congratulations to the player named Ball Knight for becoming the first player to reach level 10. Special announcement broadcast worldwide. Players immediately started chatting loudly about the announcement. It is the darkness again. The golden boss is also the one who reached level 10 worldwide is also the Dark Elder is incredibly powerful. Moreover, I just heard that the Elder recently killed a small star several times. It is that Ting Fa. Right. He deserves it. The dark guy is actually one of ZIA. Knowing he has the only hidden profession, but he is only level 8 right now. So what is up with that dark guy? Out of 1.5 billion people in Thin Trichi, no one can catch up with the dark. Information boards keep popping up around. You have consumed 13 evolution with no points remaining. Initial skill enhances attack from behind Platinum Jade. Passive effect. When attacking from behind the target, damage increases by 40%. You looked out at the distant sea and lifespan can be traded. Just over 7,000 days. Definitely not enough. This time, the information board did not show skill data but rather about the party. A Tunfeng mused to himself, realizing that to leave the starting town, he needed to gather 7 level 10 players to open the plague that transfers to the continent abandoned by the god, with the highest current level being only 7. So we still have to wait a bit longer. Just in time. I can return to reality and resolve an issue first. Then you gradually fade away in the cool breeze amidst the sound of the waves. Tanfeng has now returned to the real world. You slowly open your eyes cloudy but very bright. An information panel. Do you want to use longevity that can be traded and extract abilities into reality? Tanfeng chooses right away. Yes. After receiving the request, the notification board presented the 1 job extraction into level 2 equipment extraction, 3 skill extract, 4 temporary bloodline extractions not yet usable, 5 temporary divine extractions not yet usable. You read through everything before speaking up. The job extraction feedback notification state you have consumed 1,000 days of tradable longevity. You have extracted the obsession, the only hidden job. You have received obsession, the only hidden job that is now effect strength +3, constitution +3, agility +8, spirit +5. Tanfeng does not stop and continue. Extraction 2 levels. A series of related information appears. After reading the information panel, you decide to extract skills next. Suddenly, Tanfeng realized some logic. The higher the skill level, the longer the lifespan to extract skill, and it could even increase exponentially. I did not expect that the lifespan consumed when extracting a skill depend on the original rank of that skill. Moreover, it does not depend on my level, especially after evolving. nothing. The potential skill only requires a basic lifespan of 900 days, and the extracted skill matches the platinum level in the game. That is true. Just as he finished speaking, the information panel appeared again. You have consumed 900 days of tradable lifespan and successfully extracted the platinum level potential skill. You have consumed 2262 days of tradable lifespan and extracted the silver level non-toxic dart skill. He felt the power within him gradually increasing and spoke up. There is still 1292 days of lifespan left. For now, I can't extract other skill. I can only use a very favorable price to extract a skill. Yet I managed to extract this platinum potential skill. It is definitely a bargain. Tanfeng's hands emitted a dark aura. That aura was now radiating from all over him. Now, my physical strength is twice that of an average person, and my agility has reached 32 points. He has surpassed the limits of humanity. Combined with unlimited invisibility and deadly dart can reach up to 14 meters. You can definitely find an opportunity to kill Tong Fai. Tanfeng scrolled to the latest information and wondered, is Tong Fai desperately buying time? Is he planning to add to the game and then come back to settle the score with the Lijiang Square is about 7 or 8 kilometers from here. At the current speed, Min would only take a little over 10 minutes to get there. Suddenly, phone vibrated, indicating a new message had arrived. He looked at the sender's name and muttered, Teen, the manager who rides on the company's coattails to bully others. After saying that, he read the content of the message. Tanfeng, are your wings feeling better? Aren't you picking up the phone? If the lady sees you too, that is already a blessing for you, and you dare not answer. Call me back immediately, or else I will. Just reading this made him feel so stupid, and he instinctively threw the phone into the lamp. Tanfeng strode forward, his energy radiating without end. He turned the phone aside, activating his stealth mode. Before disappearing complete, Tanfeng emphasized each word. These people would soon realize true nature of this sacred game in the outdoor space. The stage was grand, the atmosphere was fiery, and the name was shouted out loud. Tong Fai. Below the stage, the girls with excited expressions kept screaming his name, Tong Fai. From the stands looking up at the stage, you can see two, a man and a woman, sitting in chairs, the sound still echoing the name Tong Fai. As Tong Fai got closer, he could see clearly that the man sitting there was indeed Tong Fai, the one everyone was praising, and next to him was Jiang Li. She glanced over and gently asked, I heard you got killed by the dark 3 times in the game. Don't worry, I sent someone to investigate the true identity of that dark guy. He frowned slightly, questioning, how's the investigation going? In front of many people, she put on a smiling face. I sent someone to Dondom Town to get in touch with, and then we will give him an offer he can't refuse, and when he comes back to reality to collect the money. Ha. Then Jiang Li bowed her head. Zhang made a cunning expression. We will catch him, and at that time, we will definitely call you, Tong Fai, to vent your anger. Tong Fai smirked wickedly in response. That time, I will be sure to let you know. I heard your company, Daejon, has been using this meth to control some player and make them work right. She covered her mouth and giggled. They are all a bunch of worthless idiots. They do not have much lifespan left. The best person is still you. There are plenty of women willing to give their lifespan to you, and some would even be ready to die for you. He smiled subtly after Jiang L finished, enjoying the confidence radiating from his face. Suddenly, a loud voice from below the stands caught everyone's attention. You all should not be selling your lifespan to others like that. A casually dressed man raised his voice. Don't you all read the government news? Your lifespan in the game affects your real life survival too. Tong Fai did not know what to say to the man at that moment. Noticing no one was speaking up, the man continued to press on. And you too, Tong Fai. Clearly no lifespan is linked to life and death, yet you brainwash fans into buying lifespan. You are putting lives at risk. We will sue you. He held his head, thinking for a moment. Indeed, there were troublemakers around. Then, in an instant, and Tong Fai stood up with the mic, calmly responding, Hey there, everyone. Hello, I'm Tong Fai. I have noticed some discussion. My purchasing of lifespan has consumed some public resource and caused trouble for everyone. So I deeply regret and apologize for this. The crowd below erupted in cheer. You do not need to apologize. You did nothing wrong. He continued to put on a guilty, leading the public discourse. I am very grateful to all the fans for your support and love. At the same time, I sincerely call for all love to be positive, aggressive. I hope everyone can pursue the stars rationally during this special phase of this divine game. If we can protect ourselves while working together, we can support things that bring positive energy to society in a more constructive way. Tong Fai's words penetrated every corner below, moving many girls to tears. While the whole country is affected by the game, I also actively cooperate with officials and always strive in the game. That is why I use my personal assets to buy longevity, hoping to become a top idol in the game and become someone worthy of everyone's love. He bowed his head and cried bitterly with choked words. I am doing this to repay my fans and hope everyone can get something beyond the game. Let us live a happy and peaceful life and work together for a brighter tomorrow. But unexpected, it has caused so much trouble for everyone. Hearing the emotional words from Tong Fai's mouth, if all of this troubles everyone, then I sincerely apologize to everyone. The girls below were on the verge of silently saying, but the floodgate opened, and his emotionally charged speech caused the entire audience below the stage to erupt. They shouted, no need to apologize. You have not done anything wrong. Can you be so warm? Then these girls turned to the man who had just shouted loud, get out of here with funeral. We are willing to help him. Do not insult his sincerity. All he could say was 2 words. You people. Tong Fai Miomia shouted loud. Don't believe the messy rumors out there. How dare you doubt? Pig brain thing believes every. How can lifespan in the game affect reality? Crowd looked at her and whispered, when did she run up there? Tong Fai Miomia was still lost in her emotion, patting her chest and saying, I have died for him so many times already. When I was offline, although I only had less than a day of lifespan left, I was still standing here. Just saying, even if that is true, even if there is no determination to die for him, you all do not deserve to say you love Tong Fai. The group of brainless idiots below burst chanting, that is right, it really is. Tong Fai, I love you. Then, like a chain reaction, they all shouted, I have 20 days left to live. I will give it all to you. I have 17 days left. I only have 3 days. But he stood on stage admiring the results he had worked hard to create, in a phony tone. Oh my, I can feel everyone's love now. I love you all. As soon as he finished, everyone cheered with joy. Then Tong Fai turned to her, holding her hand tenderly and said, especially you. To be loved by someone like you makes me truly. Tong Fai Miu choked back tears. Tong Fai, just looking at you being so passionate like this, even if I were to die right now, I would willingly accept. He looked at the woman with tears in her eyes. Suddenly, that moment, a streak of blue light flew across the sky. It sliced through the air and struck Tong Fai in the head. The crowd below was stunned by what had just happened, all staring wide-eyed, then panicking in fear at the scene before them. Jiang Luo also stared in shock, blood streaming screaming out. His expression froze, dilated, and blood was spilling from the corner of his mouth. A huge hole appeared in Tung Fai's head. His body swayed, lost balance, and collapsed into the arms of the person in front. She was taken aback by the blood splattered on the face, and then, realizing the brutal reality, she collapsed to the ground and screamed loudly. Tong Fai Miao turned back to look at his cold body and whispered, "Brother Tong, what is wrong with?" The crowd below erupted in chaos. "Brother Tong Fai is dead. He is." The bodyguards quickly surrounded Jiang Li, shouting to protect the young lady and get her out of. She blended into the crowd, running for her life, thinking as she ran, "Run fast. We need to get out of here." Jiang Li was terrified, sweat mixed with tears. When Tung Fai died, a lifespan orb appeared on, but it vanished into thin air. Someone must have picked it up. She rushed to the car within the protective circle of the bodyguard. The thing that killed Tung Fai was clearly the skill from the divine game that was discarded. Could it be that skills from the game can be used in the real world? How could that be possible? Kill Tung Fai to hide and collect the lifespan. Only that person could do it. But before Jiang Lu thing, another bullet pierced her skull. Blood splattered everywhere. Jiang Li's face after ascending was distorted, looking incredibly terrible. The bodyguards looked at the cold and exclaimed. Miss Hun Feng stood in the crowd, his expression cold, radiating killing into, softly saying, "Just dark." After a long time, it has turned to dust. The latest news reported that star Tung Fai had tragically died in Lijiang Square. Fan of Tung Fai sacrificed all of their lifespan and then tragically died next to Tang Fai's body. Police investigation showed Tung Fai died due to supernatural ability. Tiu Du and Sina were stunned when they saw these news headlines. She was in so much pain that she burst into tears. "I still can't believe it. Clearly, we just went to Tung Fai's concert yesterday. Yet now, he has suddenly." Asanian realized something noteworthy. Invisibility dark. This is the ability from the sacred game used to discard. Taiyu Du. Are you saying that the darkness killed Tung Fai? I heard that darkness killed Tung Fai 3 times in the game. But as soon as the words left her mouth, she could not believe it herself. But how could the abilities from the game appear in real life? Tiu Du went silent, her mind in chaos, and she gradually had a terrifying thought. The darkness killed Tung Fai. That is right. The darkness in the game has killed him several times. So in reality, the only one who could kill him is the dark. The dark, invisibly. Isn't this the skill of an assassin? Definitely. The culprit is the dark, and Tung Fai has been killed by the dark. My world no longer has light. Amidst sorrow and chaos, Tiu Du quietly calculated. The darkness has a way to apply the game's abilities to reality. Then she would approach him, relying on him. And then, as if waking up from a dream, Tiu Du shouted to the driver, "Stop." She has quietly made up her mind. No matter what, I have to be strong. After getting out of the car, Stephanie hurriedly approached to ask Taiyu Du, but she did not answer, her eyes lost in deep thought. From today on, I have only one goal. A dangerous plan formed in my mind. To kill the dark. Stephanie worriedly called out, "Taiyu Du, are you okay? You look really scary." But she could no longer hear any. Completely immersed in her world of hate to avenge Tung Fai. Elsewhere, Tun Feng was leisurely enjoying a meal in a quiet little restaurant. He chewed slowly while thinking. In this divine game of abandonment, although the player in reality would be in a champion state, they would also expend energy. If you are hungry, you still have to eat. That moment, the phone beside him suddenly rang incessantly. A frantic message appeared. Tunkarin Feng. Phi Bunny was furious, saying that he had blocked his calls on WeChat. "If you do not come, you will be fired, and Lolling Thing won't get any." Tun Feng glanced over at the sender's name. Ding Tuna. This girl has a decent personality. She is just weak and often bullied. In the previous life, she was also a member of my god-slaying guild. He smirked and replied casually, "Just ignore him. You should not go to work either. First focus on getting into the game and leveling up." She quickly replied, "Tan Feng, have you joined this game already? I heard it is really tough there. Many people are about to run out of life." Tan Feng typed a few words. "No matter what your job is, just focus on leveling up at the start." Exalia responded immediately, "Okay, I heard that the lives in the game are really expensive now." Tan Feng, "How about you? How much have you earned?" Calmly replied, "Not much. I am about to spend it all." But she was really surprised. "You bought a car and a house, right? No wonder you blocked that guy." Map. Hearing this nickname, Tan Feng chuckled softly. Map. The real trouble with that dog is his owner. Huan. Mentioning her brought a flood of memories back to him. The head female colleague, Count the Corporation. The company I used to work for was under Quian the Corporation. This spoiled princess does nothing all day but choose men to mess with. What kind of person goes to a hotel with 6 middle-aged foreign men and drives a sports car fun with 3 African-American men? Now, even the line is watching. Tan Feng frowned. Images and rumors about her came to mind clearly. The Thea is obsessed with everything foreign. Not long after the Divine Game was released, she left away Shiv and went to North America, leading the establishment of the Alice Guild in the Land of Fairies. One of the top 3 guilds in North America, particularly rivaling Zia in her previous life, caused countless trouble. Zia and her God Slayer Guild. He silently vowed to find a way to deal with her before she went abroad. Otherwise, once she reaches North America, it won't be easy to handle her. It is very likely that the Alice Guild in the Land of Fairies won't be formed. A wicked thought suddenly flashed. It is rumored that many of the founders of the Alice Guild have romantic ties to Thythe. Once this woman is dead, those founders will naturally lose their connection to each other. Before that idea could take shape, an unexpected call suddenly interrupted his thoughts. Xiao Yu, and he immediately answered, "Hello." As soon as he does, Xiao Yu yelled angrily, "Tan Feng, can you still answer the phone? I thought you had died in the game already. If he is still alive, I will let him know. I have made enough money to buy a house, so do not bother me anymore." You replied in a very calm tone. "That is great. Is there anything else?" She shouted angrily, "Don't bother me again, and I won't look for you either, and do not try to find out where I live." Tan Feng casually said, "There is nothing else. I am hanging up now." An angry scream from the other end echoed loudly, "You Tan Feng, I am cutting ties with." Hearing that, you readily agreed, Okay, then decisively hung up the phone. At the same time, Tan Feng finished his meal and muttered to himself, "Let us level up. It won't be long before someone reaches level 10, and they will know that skills can be transferred to reality." Yudong looked up peaceful sky today and said to himself, when that happened, the world won't be peaceful anymore. Meanwhile, on the other side, Stephanian was worriedly looking at her best friend, who just hung up on her brother, saying, "Taiyu Du, cutting ties with your brother like that is not good. Why do not you just apologize to him? I really think he is actually angry this time." She tilted her chin, speaking stubbornly, "You want me to apologize? No way. I sold my lifespan to the Tunda Corporation and bought all 2 million. Stephanian was so shocked she could not say a word. Tiwudu looked straight at her friend seriously and said, said, Sefin Hyena, I have bought a room already. Let us live together. I will get used to the dark soon, and by then, I won't need him anymore. At that moment, Atronima V suddenly appeared and waved at Tu. He quickly came over and casually put his arm around her shoulder, saying, here you go. This is the assassin skill book you wanted. Do not forget what you promised. Court, along with Tu replied with a smile. Got it. Once the plan succeeds, I will satisfy your little wit. Yet inside, she could not stop cursing. Soon just wait until I team up with the dark side. Then who would care about trash like? After getting rid of Tronga V, she happily made contact. Brother V gone. I have an assassin skill, and it is a control type. Could you please ask if the dark brother need? If he wants it, I can give it to him. Inside, Tu could not hide her excitement. This dog Trong V still has some use. To think I found such a good skill book. This book will be the connection between me and the dark side. She suddenly remembered the handsome figure of him. Dark side. I will catch up to you very soon. I will quietly be by your side, treating you, helping you defeat the enemy, and level up. I will help you feel the endless support. Little Du will create a beautiful future for herself, and you will gradually trust me. Even I will become your other half until you are strong enough, until I am no longer useful to you. A wicked thought flashed in my mind, and at that moment, I will kill you myself. I will gouge your eyes out to avenge Mer Tong Fai. But right now, the other side finally spoke up. The elder said her skill is a trap. He does not need it. She should keep it and sell it for money. Little Du let out a confused sound. Not long ago, in a desolate place, Tan Feng squinted, his body carefully hiding, when a scream startled Care get down. He hid and moved closer to the group that made the sound. Damn it. This is not an ordinary boss. Just survive first and think later. At this moment, person in the Grey Rose team was holding a shield, trying to protect himself from the claws of that golden arth, running and shouting, run. It is targeting you. Just as he was about to be killed, person in the Grey Rose team gritted his teeth. Damn it. From a distance, Tan Feng quietly observed the golden arth, an 8th level golden boss. You slightly curled your lip, your eyes sparkling with excitement. Very interesting. If I remember correct, this boss has level 2 invisibility resist. Immediately, Tan Feng realized that his invisibility was useless in front of it. The fierce golden spider let out a thunderous roar, shaking the surrounding space. Tan Feng panicked and quickly turned to run away. From a distance, he silently launched an attack. A precise hit caused the golden spider to lose 9,126 with a weakness of 6.78. Tan Feng paused slightly and looked at it, muttering about the effect of attack from outside the target's line of sight, which doubled the damage. The opponent could see through the invisibility. It would be in effect, significantly reducing his damage. He fell silent for a moment, calling the health bar that had just decreased on the golden spider. There was still the effect of the legendary escape item. It had already increased critical weakness points of the golden spider's head and heart by 200. Out of 9 slashes in the combo attack, 3 would hit the target's weak, dealing triple damage to those points. This would directly compensate for the damage lost. An image suddenly appeared in Tan Feng's mind. No wonder it was a legendary skill, but he still had to thank the girl who helped him find that sacred temple. This moment, the Grey Rose was intently watching the battle. She whispered in confusion, why is the damage from the shadow so unreasonable? Just one skill has already directly reduced 1/6 the golden flamingo's health. Tan Feng did not hesitate and continued to attack poison darts. The dart struck directly in the middle of the golden flamingo's forehead, causing it to lose 1785 health points. You coldly muttered, poison dart is still only at silver level, so its damage can't keep up anymore. I still need to advance my profession, gain a higher stealth level. After attack, Tan Feng slowly landed near the golden flamingo to observe the situation. Suddenly, it abruptly jumped up and charged forward like a whirlwind. The Grey Rose yelled in panic, careful. Tan Feng immediately widened his eye, dodging the attack. Then he unleashed a series of continuous attacks, determined not to give the monster a chance to catch its breath. The Grey Blood Rose and Xiao Yu hid behind a rock, silently watching the battle in shock. What kind of speed is this? Not only the speed, but his reactions were also very quick, and he knew the boss's attack patterns very well. Indeed, in terms of speed, he was nearly on par with the boss, but he could dodge each of the boss's attacks. It was as if the two of Dong King fought this boss countless times. In the meantime, Tan Feng had noticed the two of attacking while deep in thought. In my past life, when I was with Xiao Yu, she could not even protect herself, let alone help me regain health. Over time, I have developed this skill. A warrior does not have to risk their life. They also need to cultivate their attack and dodge skills. Your eyes shine with a cold and fierce look. This is also why Tan Feng quickly took down the golden leg burner, telling himself he could make it into the top 100 in the world, just as an ordinary warrior. The golden leg burner looked at you in pain and let out a miserable scream, spewing black blood. Seeing it in pain, clutching its wound and running away, Tan Feng felt much more refreshed. Compared to a special boss like the golden ghost ship, which has unavoidable attack, dealing with this leg burner boss is much easier. This moment, the Grey Rose anxiously shouted, oh my, this golden boss actually wants to escape. Without hesitation, Tan Feng immediately rushed to block it. A horizontal sword strike finished it off. System notification. You have killed the golden leg burner, a level 8 golden boss. You gained 6,400 experience points, and you received 7 evolution points. You received 497 days of lifespan can be traded. The system kept sending notification. You have received 7 evolution points. You have received 497 days of lifespan that can be traded. The two people behind are enviously exclaiming, it is, a golden boss gives you 28 evolution points, nearly 2,000 days of lifespan that can be traded. Not stopping there, the system sound continues to rise. The system board appears. Black light shield, platinum, assassin class skill. After actively using, all dodge rates are converted to a protective shield immune to damage for 8 seconds. Cooldown time is 60 seconds. Acquired level is 8. The conversion rate. Every 20% dodge will convert into a layer of shield immune to damage. The dodge rate returns to normal after the shield is broken or the duration ends. Tan Feng is stunned, almost unable to believe his eyes. Did such a skill book actually drop? Combined with a 75% dodge rate from the Hazy Ghost ultimate skill, the black light shield can provide up 3 layers of damage immune shields. Once I learn this skill, many bosses won't be able to hurt. Right after that, Tan Feng told the system to directly evolve the black light shield to the ultimate level. The system immediately responds, consuming 1 + 2 + 3 with 6 evolution, evolving the black light shield to plat. The assassin class skill shield immune to damage last for 8 to 10 to 12 to 14 seconds. The conversion rate from 20%, 10% to 12%, 10% evasion will be converted into a shield layer that is immune to damage. You laugh heartily. Ha, so I can directly use 7 layers of damage immune shields now. Now I can even explore many high-level areas in advance. Tanfeng took out the darts and said, there are 22 evolution points left, so I will first evolve to increase the damage of the toxic dart. The system announced that 3 plus 5 plus 8 equals 16 evolution points were used for the toxic darts. White, silver to emerald. Maximum range of 14 to 17 meters. Adding 120 to 240 attack points. Highly toxic. Dealing an additional 50% to 80% damage continuously every second. Critical hits will lasting for 5 seconds and cannot be stacked. You are surprised by the increase in number. Evolving the toxic dart 3 times has at least doubled the damage of this skill. Since the cooldown time of this skill is only 5 seconds, its continuity is not weaker than the shield slicing. Tanfeng joyfully also dropped 2 more assassin gear pieces. Just going to use them direct. The system introduces agile platinum level jewelry for assassin. Plus 20 agility. Plus 20% movement speed. Plus 20% attack speed. Plus 20% cooldown reduction. Requiring level 8 red gloves. Golden level defensive of assassin. Plus 18 physical. Plus 15 resistance to all elements. Plus 12 stamina. Plus 588 health points. Requiring level 6 equipment. Tan is feeling very confident. These 2 pieces of gear. My cooldown speed reaches 5% now. The initial cooldown time for the Shadow Blade is 12 seconds, but now it is only 7.7 seconds. Plus an additional 51 points in stamina, 106 points in physical defense, and 1,517 points in health. Not bad at all. Now, with my stats, I can take 3 hits from the Golden Firefoot without dying, and with the Dark Shield, my chances of survival have improved a lot. At that moment, the Grey Rose rushed in front of you, her eyes shining brightly as she praised you. Truly impressive. Taking down this boss is just too easy. The members of her team chimed in. So strong. She immediately blinked and asked, do you have any skill gear I can use? I want to buy it. Tan cheerfully opened his inventory and took out an item. Right. I have this golden skill book. It shoots ice shards. This is a group skill that can release ice balls up to 10 times. Just 800 days. Xiao next him could not help but chime in. 800 days. That is a bit too expensive. I saw someone selling a level 5 golden skill book for only 400 days. You raised an eyebrow. Calm voice ringing out. The ice shot skill book is a level 7 skill that deals 40% more damage than level 5. So 800 days won't be expensive at all. The Grey Rose does not bluntly tell me to buy it for 800 days to turn into a dagger. When that equipment is sold, the system immediately notifies you that you have lost the ice shot skill book golden level. You have received 800 days of lifespan that can be traded. The person in her team happily waved goodbye. See you again, old man. Tanfeng decisively turned and left without saying goodbye. Now there is no boss that threatened me in the early stage anymore. First, I will go back to town to announce the news and gather information on the location of the silver golden level bosses. This way, I will have an endless supply of bosses. At that point, my growth rate will be maximized. Just then, a message from Wang Mang popped. Old man, our former pastor named Sao Yu asked me to contact. She wants to give you a skill book. Tanfeng paused for a moment, asking with a hint of sarcasm in his voice. And so you wants to give me a skill book? It is just that trashy golden copper type. He slightly bowed his head, lost in thought. Now most people outside are speculating that the dark is the one who killed Song Fai. Now she wants to give the darkness a skill book. Tanfeng really hates that girl, telling her to take care of herself. Wang Man nodded enthusiastically in response. Okay. He secretly laughed heartily to himself. I do not know if she wants to close to the darkness or get revenge for Tong Fai. Maybe it is both. He immediately conveyed the information to Xiao Di. The boss said her skill is intuition. He does not need her to hold on to it. Just sell it for money. She was stunned and gasped. Tanfeng told Wang Man to go into town, saying he had something to sell him. Get ready for a surprise. Wang Man agreed immediately. Sure. But he suddenly said seriously, by the way, boss, can I ask you something? You killed Tong Fai, right? Hearing this unexpected question, he was stunned for a few seconds, then candidly replied, that is right, I killed him. This time it was Wang Man's turn to be taken aback. He thought to himself, Wang Man befriended, which is why he knew that at the time Tong Fai was killed, the darkness was always in an external state, and the motive and timing of the crime were very similar. Since Wang Man asked this question, means the government has figured out most of it already. Tanfeng coldly asked, what is wrong? Do you want to arrest? Then he continued to ponder. Additionally, in 2 hours, another player will reach level 10 and will be able to track skills into reality. So this can't be hidden. Might as well take advantage of this opportunity. Let us see how the government reacts to this. Consider it a test. That afternoon, in the quiet city, an unusual stillness appeared in this. Tunkarin Fong, dressed in a cloak, slowly walked towards the group of people gathered around Vina Men. As soon as he appeared, and Via cheerfully asked, old man, do you admit that you killed Tong Fai? He looked up and straightforwardly admitted, that is right. However, she smiled brightly and said, to be honest, we have conducted a detailed investigation into this matter. Indeed, the old man is also a major suspect in our investigation, but we also know that Tinkong Fai and Jiang Laud were conspiring against you, and moreover, the Jiang company has detained many players, and Jiam Shem and Chaitan forced them to work. You killed both. To be serious, it was entirely an act of self. Their attitude made Ten of Feng feel uncomfortable. It seems they intend to temporarily maintain cooperation with because they could not investigate his true identity. In the previous life, when cooperating with the government, I had no black mark, but this time I directly killed Tong Fai and Jiang Laud. Perhaps this will bring some change. You gently opened the system panel, your gaze thoughtful, contemplating what this rebirth would bring to the era of this divine game, and how big the variables. Ten Feng took out high-quality items one by one, muttering to himself, this time I can sell the unused platinum item. They rely on the government, so whether it is skill books or any class, they want it all. The most important thing, government's longevity, is always sufficient. When the platinum items were brought out one after another, the eyes of NVI's group immediately lit up. Oh my, there is platinum. There are even platinum skill too. Did the big guy really kill a platinum boss? That is not right. I did not see a world announcement. Ten Feng said politely. The items are decent, so I found a few chests. Taiyu Tight knows about them. I even opened a skill book for the Jade Thief myself. He Tight smiled gently and replied, I saw the big guy open that jade treasure chest with my own eye, but with so many good platinum items, how can you say your luck is decent? Lo T, standing nearby, could not help but feel jealous and pouted. You call her Taiyu Tight, but you call me Taiyu Ha. You calmly said, if you do not want to be called Taiyu, then I will call you Have Sex T. She huffed and shouted, you should still call me Taiyu Ha. Viving Mun beside them softly sighed. You really can't compare people like that. Even a VI could not hide his jealousy. That is right. We put in a lot of effort to take down a boss like Butch Engin. yin, and yet. The elder just casually opened a platinum treasure chest. Tenfeng slowly listed the values of the item. This platinum level sharpshooter skill book costs 2500 days. This platinum level berserker weapon costs 1800 days. This platinum level wizard skill book costs 3000 days. And the golden equipment with golden skills costs 8000 days for the pack plus the remaining platinum skill. That is a total of 25 items. I will give you all a discount of 10,000. Without hesitation, and Viev immediately agreed. Okay. Her decisive attitude shocked Fengrumen so much that his eyes widened. No way. Captain N, are you really going to pay whatever he said? You are not haggling at all. MV replied calmly. Oh huh. Can you really haggle at this price? I think this price is pretty fair already. By the way, I will also pay off the debt you tight and V inning Mimeno from before. And finally, the transaction was successful. Upon receiving the money, Julian praised Captain and truly is a heroic woman. Refreshing. She excitedly burst into laughter. Looking at the system board, Tanfeng began to ponder deep. When the lifespan can be traded for over 10,000 days, it will be converted to years. 60 years converted to days is approximately 20,000 days. Based on the current exchange rate, this amount is equivalent to 400 million in cash. Even for the city government of Jianghai, this is still a significant expense. But the benefits to the government far outweigh this amount. Tanfeng looked at the group of Envu in front of, thought to himself, after all, with this batch of and skill book, Jianghai will have many teams and develop ahead of schedule. The stronger the government, the more troubles they can avoid in the future, and they might even gain an advantage in international confrontation. Just then, Envu suddenly called out seriously, Elder, Dajong Company has captured some players, so we are planning a rescue operation. Do you want to join us? Paused for a moment, and Long them wondered, is the government trying to pull me into this? Wanting to help me cover up the killing of Tong Fai? Tanfeng coldly refused. I am not going, but I can tell you some news. His voice lowered, each word echoing in the hearts of those listening. Everyone's speculation is correct. I used my power in the game to kill those two. As long as you level up to 10 in the game, you can exhaust your lifespan and extract game abilities into reality. Before leaving, Tanfeng glanced at Envu and said, you understand what this means, right? Make sure to seize the time. Envu nodded slowly, her expression serious. So that is how it is right now. Daijiang Company is also buying up life. Once their people reach level 10 and gain the game's ability, our rescue operations will face much greater resistance. You replied calmly, it is good you understand. Then I am off. With that, Tanfeng vanished from the gaze of the crowd. She ordered with a serious, Wang Meng, we need to split up and level up now. Our group of 6 has all reached a very high level. When we gather together, we can easily crush any small monsters with massive damage. But if we split up and each person leads their own team, our overall leveling efficiency can improve significantly. Wang Meng immediately nodded in agreement. Understood. And Vu turned to address the group. In short, everyone should level up to 10 first, and you should go offline and report this information up. He responded loudly. Sure. On the bustling street, 2 players passed by Tanfeng and began whispering. Look, the shadow is setting up a stall again. But this time he is not selling anything. Instead, he is buying. At that moment, he was sitting in the middle of the street with a sign offering to buy coordinates of silver bosses 30 day and gold bosses 100 day. Suddenly, Lapjun appeared and walked over to Mach. The shadow is still setting up a stall. Pointing arrogantly at, he sneered. Our young lady already said, as long as you agree to help her level up, she will give you 300 million plus shares in the Daejiang Industrial in a lifetime. How many opportunities like this can come? I advise you to cherish it. Player outside quickly retorted. I doubt you are offline. Don't you know the Dark is the one who killed Tung Fai and your young lady from Zhejiang Industry in real life? Lepatun frowned and shouted. What? People started buzzing. The young lady from Zhejiang Industry was killed too. I have seen that girl. She is very beautiful. What a pity. Such a waste. He frowned, thinking, this is the young lady Sohn doing. Initially, she planned to have the Dark do illegal work for her in real life, but ended up getting killed on the spot. Jiangli is, yeah. Lepoptone began to remember when he was attacked in real life. At first, Jiangli offered 10 million to ask the Darkness to help her level up. The Darkness refused. When I saw that amount of money, I ran over to help her. I originally thought I could get the large sum of 5 million, but the result was that, when I went to collect the money, I got knocked out by them. Memories suddenly flooded back into his mind, and when he woke up, he found himself locked in some basement, being beaten and abused every day, forced to play games to earn longevity and to deceive more people. I did not expect Jiangli to be killed by the Dark. That damn woman died beautifully. Now he feels just like a clown dancing in front of Tanfeng. At first, I laughed at the Darkness pitted, but it turns out the real fool was me. Tanfeng coldly asked, looking like a dog like that, you must have helped her trap quite a few, right? Laptuan fearfully denied it right away. I was forced. Sorry, I will take my leave. You shouted angrily. Get out of inside. I could not stop grumbling. What a trashy thing. Just forget it. Immediate. Someone from the government cleaned him up. At that moment, someone suddenly covered their face and said, I have the coordinates of Boss Bagon. Boss Beg, let us trade in 30 days. A moment later, the scene shifts to another place where a group appears in the street, immediately causing the locals to gossip. Look over there. That is a fake. I heard that in reality. She is the young lady of the time the group. Stay away from her. She has killed a lot of players already. Be careful. He is targeting you to steal your lifespan. 3 of the thought entered like a proud ensemble. She looked around with a disdainful gaze and said, I find this game to be nothing special. Just spend a little money and you can buy all sorts of skills and gear. As long as your combat power surpasses that of other players, you will encounter someone with a long lifespan. Killing that person is how you gain their lifespan. The moment Theta stepped on a player's face to survive in this game was truly unbearable. She angrily shouted, this damn game has delayed my flight. I should be in North America right now, hanging out with B. Fikamafa, enjoying the clouds and dreams. His eyes glanced at the 2 trembling players in front of. Then she scoffed, now I am stuck in Ma, unable to go abroad. Look at these lowly men here. They are all as weak as bugs. Tony is still much more appealing over where you are. He smiled and replied, Miss, you really have an eye for talent. We are definitely much stronger than those weak men. We are stronger in that aspect. Later, when you return to reality, you can experience that a bit for yourself. She blushed and said, okay, I am really looking forward to it. That moment, the thief suddenly asked, I just heard that useless Tong Fai is dead. I had a run-in with him last time. He could not even last a minute. What a loser. She excitedly said, I heard that you killed him. You are called the Dark One, right? Although he is a strong man, he is still the top in the world. I could reluctantly get to know him a bit. The thief thought excited. If the Dark One could kill Tong Fai, then getting him to kill an ordinary person would be easy, right? Maybe I should take this opportunity opportunity to get to know the Dark One. She then left, throwing out a cold remark. Everyone, I will hang up for now and send someone to contact the Dark One. Tony beside her could not help but feel jealous. 3,000 days of life. The Thea did not care about that look. She was busy lost in thought. The Dark One might not be interested in Cat, but he definitely would not refuse a lifespan of 3,000 days. To get these things, all he has to do is move a finger and kill an ordinary person. A wicked thought flashed through her mind. She chuckled to herself. I will never forget the expression on your face when you refuse me. It will be soon. Mei is going to die. Tan Feng. The scene changes. Truong V stabbed the polluted guy hard in the neck. In an instant, his body began to disintegrate, and various streams of power appeared around him. Truong V bent over, gasping for breath, wiping the dirt off his mouth. Little do. Next time when you give corn, can you please not go overboard? I almost had to meet my grandparents. She complained loud. What are you being so fierce about? Aren't you still alive? He hurriedly explained. I did not mean any harm. I just wanted to remind you. Little do continued. The system reminds me that my level has reached 90%. I want to log off to eat, she said. Shu Nyan. Suddenly, the two of them vanished without letting Truong Vi say a word. Clenched his teeth, cursing under his breath. Damn it. I used to be called the big boss, but after one glimpse of dark, they start acting annoyed. Just wait. One day I will strip her bare. On a peaceful sunny day, in the large high-rise building at Little Do's new home, she just woke up, rubbing her eyes while sitting on the bed. Clothes scattered all over the floor. I am so hungry. Little Do looked at her phone screen, bit surprised. What? All the takeout places are closed, and there are no delivery staff to take orders. Is everyone already in the game? She suddenly remembered images from the past, back when she was at home, when Tan Feng always cooked delicious meals for her, and she basically did not have to lift a finger, think at all. And Xiaodu's eyes narrowed, silently staring ahead. She slapped her. Xiaodu, wake up. It is just a meal. Compared to freedom, this is nothing. She clenched her fist, her voice filled with determination. Come on, you are the best. You can do it. Without Tan Feng, your life will definitely be better. The dazzling sunlight shone down on the sea, and from the dark cave came a few loud noises. A gigantic monster in the form of a crab burst out from within. Suddenly, a wave of frenzied energy chased after it. Tan Feng charged straight at the monster's body forcefully, quickly splitting it in half. After taking down the monster, calmly sighed. He had killed 4 silver bosses in over an hour. Overall efficiency is not bad. Each time he defeated 4 silver bosses, he would earn 16 evolution. Bright streaks of light appeared around Tan Feng. The average profit each silver boss can reach up 3,500 tradable lifespan. Right now, all my equipment is either golden or better. He slowly analyzed. Cooldown speed had increased from 5% to 75%. The initial cooldown time is 12 seconds for the shield slap. Now it only takes 6.8 seconds. The damage output has increased significantly. There are no platinum bosses outside the safe town, so for now, the golden gear is the highest tier available. The experience points list has appeared. To level up further, the only way is to advance in your career. When facing platinum bosses later, each will have at least level 2 stealth resistance. So I need to quickly advance my career and upgrade my stealth to level 3. Right now, I still need over 20,000 experience points. Only when stealth reaches level 3 or higher can the chances of accidents when facing platinum bosses be minimized. Anyway, in my previous life, to defeat a platinum boss, you needed a team of 20 people working closely together to accomplish that. You slowly turn around and walk away, first heading to the town to contact the government and sell everything off. Tan Feng seriously thinks he has to go ahead of everyone and take down the first platinum boss by himself. The sunset casts its glow over the city, and a message from the system appeared, stating that lifespan can be traded for 105 years. A voice rang out from behind. Bye-bye, Elder. Next time if you have any gear, you must sell it. Okay, you do not care. Continue to drown in thought. The shop needs 40,000 days of lifespan to trade. I can extract quite a bit now. Suddenly, a figure stepped out from behind the wall. Hello, you must be the Dark Right. He raised his hand and said, I have a contract for assassination. Do you want to take it? Go kill someone in real life, and rest assured, the reward for you is not small. However, Tan Feng just calmly walked past. Figure quickly stepped out to block his way. Wait, do not go like that. Just kill a regular guy named Tan Feng, and I will give you the address. If you could kill Song 5, this should be easy for you, right? Don't you want some free money? He was silent for a few seconds, then asked again. Kill Tan. Tan Feng felt a bit curious. This guy had provoked, so he wanted to kill him. The man chuckled softly. You do not have to worry about that. Anyway, you won't be lacking in reward. Just complete the mission, and I will give you 3,000 days of lifespan can be traded. Tan Feng looked straight at, thinking to himself, 3,000 days compared to real world prices, that is worth a million. Interest. Who wants to kill me anyway? I have never met this person in real life. He is also not someone I know from my past life. Looks like he is just the messenger. The one who really wants to kill Tan Feng is someone else. In my past life, I had a grudge against someone else too, and it was at the end of the game. Seeing your hesitation, he sneered. What is wrong? Are you feeling anxious now? Tan Feng remained silent. Targeted so early. Surely this was anger before the game started, and the one who can pay such a high price must be someone I have met before. Suddenly, Thea's face flashed in his mind. Money. The thought. Tan Feng is still lost in his thought. Only this woman has enough motivation to tap into financial resources to hire someone to kill Tan Feng. But with the financial resources of Yuan Group, they really wanted to kill me. They could have done it before the game even started. He bowed his head, deep in thought. So this order must have another intention. I am afraid her main goal is to get acquainted with the dark. As for eliminating Tan Feng, that might just be a convenient task. After all, Tan Feng rejected her invitation to have fun. Very interesting. I have not even reached out to her yet, and yet she reached out to me first. He looked straight at, calmly saying, I will take this order, but I want half up front, and when to act will be up to me. Hearing this, Dakian seemed a bit surprised. Wait a minute, half the deposit. I still need to get approval from above. He pressed a few buttons on the screen. Ian looked at it, nodding. I can pay half up front. I will deal directly with. Once the deal is complete, you will gain 1,500 days of lifespan that can be traded. While confirming the transaction, Tan Feng thought, the deposit collected first counts as interest. Just wait. I will be reaching out to you very soon. He continued. Here is the address and information of the target. With your ability, finding that guy will definitely not be a problem. As soon as you saw the address, you exclaimed, Senthui is impressive. This is definitely where I am. Tan Feng quickly left, only saying, okay, just wait. Diantin watched his back and suddenly felt uncomfortable. What are you being so arrogant about? You are still just the one working for the rich girl like me. Suddenly, a voice rang out. Boss, please stop. Bung Tight stood in front of you. I heard you are collecting boss coordinates. I have a golden boss coordinate. Do you want it? Tan Feng said coldly. effectively. 100 days. Seeing the boss peg, she waved her hand and smiled slightly. Alright, then come with me. It is located to the north of town. A bit, but I will take you there. A Tunfong felt a bit used. What boss? Bong Tite replied softly. The guy surrounded by the plague said he is the boss. He was silent. It seemed she really had seen the boss. She continued walking, not looking at him at all. Can you go alone? Or should I bring along a babysitter? That boss can deal long-range damage. Tanfeng said softly. It is, just lead me. He lowered his head, continuing to ponder. The guy surrounded by the plague was indeed a golden level boss. Tanfeng was still thinking this boss had a poison circle, and as long as he was within a certain range, his health continuously drained every second. Bong Tite glanced over, but Tanfeng seemed unconcerned. So to deal with this boss, they needed to kill it as quickly as possible. For himself right now, he just needed a few skills. Bong Tite led Tanfeng to the entrance of a cave. The boss is inside this cave. My team has wiped out all the minions. Could not boss. I will take you inside. The two of them stepped inside, with her calmly leading the way. Suddenly, Bong Tite stopped, pointing ahead. It is right there. Right below them was the plague guy. It was emitting green gas just like poison. Tanfeng observed intently and gently said, okay, lifespan sent to you. As soon as he finished speaking, a notification popped up. The transaction was successful. You have transferred 100 days of lifespan for trading. At the same time, he could not stop thinking. If he remembered correct, the damage from this poison could be avoided. Then the 75% evasion ability of the Phantom Demon would be very useful. Here, Bong Tite suddenly looked worried and hesitated. Big brother, there is something I need to warn you about first. Actually, this is a trap. As soon as you start fighting, someone will come to kill you. I remember they have a level 2 cloaking device. Tanfeng seemed unfazed. It is, but Bong Tite continued to remind him. The important thing is she paused for a few seconds before speaking. They asked me to pretend to stop them as part of the plan. Then take this opportunity to learn about you, and wait for the right moment to investigate information about you in real life. He glanced over, suddenly feeling confused. What kind of plan is that? She awkwardly lowered her head, her face naturally turning red. I was forced to. I want to tell you the truth, and you should go find out who is behind me. They are also forcing me in real life. I want them dead. Tanfeng stared intently at her and coldly asked, who is behind you? Bong Tite did not want to hide at all. Honestly replied, it is Doogling Feng Hein. Anyone playing the game is just a breeze. He said he was once killed by your boss. Hearing this, Dong Feng He, the one who originally wanted to steal my golden ghost ship boss, but then gave me the skill book, begged for forgiveness. Snowflake was getting more angry. Big brother, if you can kill Tong Fai, you can definitely kill him too. Right. I have already laid my cards on the table with you. You can't betray me. You would better kill that Dong Fuang He, or I will be in big. Feng pondered silent. How could he even come up with such a childish plan? In my previous life, I had never heard of this person. Maybe he was killed early on. Now I am going to fight the boss, so I might as well take the opportunity to kill him like a dog. With that, he turned to leave, leaving behind a line. You set a trap. Tell your people to, and I will handle the rest. Snowflake did not have time to react and reached out to try to stop. Wait, it is this darkness is simply heading toward death. Earlier, Dong Fuang He brought 3 each with 18. Fight this boss. But in just half a minute, they were all wiped out. The continuous damage from the poison was too high. They did not even reach 5% of the boss's health. No matter how powerful the darkness is, when faced with such a strong poison attack, it is only death. I have to think of a way to escape. Tanfeng Li unleashed his skill, releasing a burst of red energy from his body, effectively activating the weakness amputation and triggering the severing effect. You rushed in like a gust of wind, continuously attacked. Shield /700 2189 6000 read 4567.752 2180. The trees were gradually being cut down. Snowflake looked at the scene in front of her, utterly amazed. What? With just one move, he could drain 2 per 3 of the boss, dealing over 80,000 damage. Is this still a human? That. Tanfeng stood there calmly observed as the trees were completely taken down. You quickly flew towards her. Cooldown time for the active effect of the release of passion skill is 25 seconds, with a cooldown reduction of 75%. The final cooldown is only 14.3 seconds. First, do not kill this boss. Wait for Dong Fuang Hein's people to come to sacrifice themselves, and then we can wait for this skill to finish its cooldown. Suddenly, a loud noise came. Everyone prepare for me. Let us go into the cave to kill the boss. A group of people armed with weapons rushed in frantic. Anyone who obstructed them would be killed without question. Tunfeng was in stealth mode standing next to Bong Tite, slowly thinking, so it is this guy. Plans to roll with Vang Feng Hein. But their plan is for Bong Tite to stop this group. Can this group of snowflakes really be that powerful? Can she really stop 10 people from rushing in like this? She quickly created a giant shield to block them. You still did not make a move. Calmly observing. Is it a golden level shield? No wonder you are looking for her to act this defense. Hardly anyone can break through in the early stages. Snowflake continues the shield tight. It is because she met the fortune god that she was able to unlock golden level protection. Tanfeng slowly glanced to the side, quietly waiting for his chance to act. He took the opportunity to launch an attack. The shadow slapped, and in an instant, he dealt with those people. Tanfeng's eyes lit up. Flames erupted. Flowers bloomed in it. Snowflake could not help but exclaim, it is too terrifying, just one move, and so many people were killed. Moreover, what are these bright red flowers? Luckily, I did not listen to Dong Fangshan. Otherwise, I would have met a tragic end like Song Fai and those. Once everything was over, Snowflake retracted the shield. Big brother, let us be friends. When I get the chance, I will tell you about Dong Fangshan's position in real life. Tanfeng did not hesitate and turned to look at her. Sure. Suddenly, Snowflake's face feeling a bit shy. Big brother, if you need special service, you can also come to me. For you, I offer lifetime free service. He seemed to understand something, thinking to himself, so that is what it is. No wonder she is so enthusiastic. Suddenly, Tanfeng controlled the red energy flow to move behind, advancing toward the plague creatures surrounding, making a swift sword strike. You have killed the plague creature surrounding level 10. Golden rank. You have received experience point. You have received 7 evolution point. You have received 555 lifespan point. Be traded. Tanfeng stood on the ground, seriously observing. The lifespan absorbed from more than a dozen people was still less than that of the boss. Things have come to this point. Instead of staying calm, he goes farming monsters and runs here to cause trouble. He is just asked death. Seeing Snow Blossom up high, felt a bit itchy. Aren't you leaving yet? What is going on? Snow Blossom waved her hand and quickly replied, nothing. I am leaving now. Bye bye. Big brother. Once she left, Tanfeng conjured up a gigantic hand. He excitedly opened his eyes wide and exclaimed, it has been a while since I have seen an assassin system skill book, and now one has dropped. The system message appeared. During the dark moment, platinum level. Assassin skill uses the blade in hand to emit dark light, blinding all enemies within range. Cooldown time 60 34.3 seconds. Dealing speed requires fires level 10. Range 20 meters. Basic duration 10 seconds. The higher the target's mental app, the longer the duration. Tanfeng reviewed it briefly. Blinding. That is great. Teach. Stand up straight. Hold the sword out in front of it. As long as you can blind the enemy, even if I am not in stealth mode, can double the damage. With this, no matter how high the boss's stealth resistance is, it won't affect my damage output. Tanfeng stared intensely at the blade in his hand. Plague Blade. Platinum assassin weapon with an attack power of 216. Agility plus 42. Weak point attack multiplier of 0.3. Fires level 10. Unique special effect. Any attack you make will be accompanied by poison. This poison will explode after 3 seconds and deal % of the damage. You collected a good item and turned to leave the cave. Great. Another bountiful harvest day. Evolution points have accumulated to 98 points. It won't be long before I can evolve the greedy hand from processing level legendary level. Just 10,000 more experience points and I can advance my profession. I am just going to farm some small monsters. What is meant to happen will happen. The small monsters outside are running around frantic, trying to escape their fate as point collecting tools for Tanfeng. Chichi, they scatter, rushing as far away as possible. You just need to turn and move, easily slicing through a few nearby cracks. Tanfeng exhaled with feeling the power within, ready to advance in his career. Golden rays of power hovered in a circle around his core. He narrowed his eye, widening his golden gaze at the swirling streams of power. The haunting career of his friend, but the present is not long. Tanfeng listened intently to the continuous notifications sounding off. Career attributes increased. Strength from 3 to 9, physique from 3 to 9, agility from 8 to 24, spirit from 5 to 10. He stood up straight, feeling the flow of spiritual energy with passive career skill 1, doubling the new invisibility duration. Under the state of invisibility, could use the hidden skill of passive career 2, adding 1 to the 2-level passive stealth career 3. When launching an attack outside the enemy's line of sight, the damage of this attack will double from 2x to 3x damage. Tanfeng raised his hand, his gaze focused. When advancing to the first career level, attributes have tripled compared to the initial. Moreover, he could activate invisibility while in stealth, meaning as long as his cooldown was ready, he could remain permanently invisible. Not only that, damage from attacks outside of sight has increased from double to triple, and with just the first level, it is already so impressive. No wonder this is the strongest stealth career. Suddenly, a loud announcement voice rang out. The announcement states that 7 players have reached level 10 in Jianghai City. The teleportation to the abandoned continent of the discarded gods will open in 10 minutes. Players who meet the requirements are invited to prepare to go to the abandoned continent. God. You look up at the system board, feeling a bit surprised. It is now 8:30 p.m. and it is hard to believe that so many players have reached level 10 in Jianghai City. The leaderboard is filled with familiar faces. Unlike last time when it was all foreign players. On the system screen, the top 4 players appear. First place, Dark. Second place, Gray Road. Third, Snowy. Black Uncle is the fierce agent of death. Fourth place, Hoi Hu. Fifth place, Hyatt Ham. Suddenly, a gust of wind blows around you. You feel a rush of excitement as you prepare to escape. It seems the impact of selling too many items and skill books is starting to show. Perhaps the outcome of the world from my previous life change as well. I am really looking forward to that. Back in reality, it is nighttime. The tall buildings here are still brightly lit and bustling. On the street, police convoy is escorting criminals to the station. The captain stands firm, clearly reporting the progress of the mission. Report. All key members of the Daijiang Industrial Crime Group have evaded capture. Additionally, there are 3 other key members still in the game. Their bodies are in a state of decay, so they can't be captured. Please give us instruction. Leader. Fine. Person responsible for this mission responded from across the room. Thank comrade for working hard to inform Vu and asking them to find a way to force the suspects off. Police captain shouted clearly. His teammate next to him spoke up. This method is not bad. Even if the criminals are hiding in the small town and can't be attacked, those outside in the real world still feel hunger. Tafai also felt the same way. That is right. When hungry, they have to go offline to eat. Just disconnecting will lead to their capture right away. This time went smoothly largely thanks to the Dark. He not only provided intelligence on the industrial crime, but also warned us in advance that the powers from the divine game could be extracted into reality. According to the information he gathered, many places have experienced large explosions. If we delay any longer, the leaders led by Jiang Li will reach level 10. By then, they will have extracted their powers. Even if we proceed to capture them, the casualties will definitely be very high. In some countries, small-scale riots have erupted, resulting in thousands of deaths. Our squads sent to the holy game have all leveled up to level 10, largely thanks to the equipment and skills provided by the Dark. The darkness is truly a talent that our great nation cannot do without. We must find a way to tie him thoroughly to our ship. The scene shifts back into the game. It is now evening. Snowflake is communicating with Zhen Feng through sound transmission. Big guy, I never expected you to be the great hero saving the day. I am really impressed by you. You are in stealth mode walking around the city. What are you chatting about? If there is something to say, just say it. She teased while also informing. You do not need to be modest. The government has already released the news. The Daejiang industry and Song Fei have planned to detain, and kill players. For that reason, you killed Song Fei and Jiang because you were commissioned by the government. Zhen Feng remained silent, thinking to himself, government is whitewashing him to ensure smoother cooperation later. After a few seconds, yeah, have you found the real location of Dongfang Xian yet? Snowflake knows a lot and updates information, so she easily answered. He is still not here. Just wait a bit long. If there is any news, I will let you know right away. Tanfeng replied coldly and brief. Alright, you keep going. Countless issues on your mind. Everything else does not matter. The most urgent thing right now is to head to the continent abandoned by the god. Many people have used the town's teleportation system, but no one has been able to use the teleportation array continent yet. Tanfeng took a few steps and summoned the teleportation array, currently heading toward the forsaken divine continent, thinking that he did not have time to pay attention to his surroundings. The town area can only be considered a beginner village. You have to reach forsaken divine continent, truly start playing the game. Just as Tanfeng teleported away, a group of people suddenly appeared beside him. They were also coming here, and the group discussed fusion, unable to see the person anymore who teleported. It is definitely the Dark Elder. No way. I have level 2 invisibility right now. Why can't I see him? You fool. That means the Elder's stealth level has surpassed level 2. The light gathered and stopped in the air. He had teleported to the location. Tanfeng frowned as he observed the scene. It truly truly resembled his previous life, the familiar desolate city of Shanghai. Players from different cities will also appear in the ruins of their corresponding city when they first arrive on the continent abandoned by the gods. The geographical location of these ruined cities is identical to reality, and the reason why remains an unsolved mystery. Suddenly, from the door behind you, a dark and ominous figure rushes out. Tanfeng quickly turns around, sensing the danger. The land-hungry creature lunges forward, baring its teeth. You easily react and dodge, causing it to crash headfirst into the ground. Tanfeng is in a ghostly state, making it hard for anyone to touch him. He activates the shadow shield slap, skillfully creating a zigzag path to chop the land-hungry creature. The system simultaneously announced, "You have killed a normal level land-hungry creature." Just then, another giant land-hungry creature appears. Tanfeng jumps high, dodging its attack. He lowers his gaze, quickly activating the release blessing. Then, combined with the shadow shield slap, he continuously strikes at the land-hungry creature, moving so fast that he is hard to see. It is easily eliminated by him. Tanfeng walks away, ignoring the land-hungry creature slowly fading behind him. There will be no safe zones here like in the small town anymore. All directions are filled with hidden danger, and at any moment, we could be attacked. But if we can find a hidden spot in this wreck, we could establish a stronghold and dominate the area. The best hiding place in the wreckage of Shanghai City is in the northwest. Tanfeng immediately set off without delay. You jump across the rooftops for easier movement. This is where my guild from my past life hid. The scene changes to a giant statue standing tall in a desolate place. Below, several shadowy figures appear. It seems a group of people is approaching. None other than the Li Zi group, she exclaimed in shock. This is the place where the divine spirits used to reside. Ving Men glanced around with some suspicion. Why does it look like the ruins of a modern city? Li Zi was silent for a moment before responding. Why do these ruins look so familiar? She excitedly pointed toward the tallest building in the city. Wait, is not this the ruins of Jiangnan City? Li Tai also exclaimed in surprise. That is right. The Jiangnan City building is right over there. Li Zi eagerly looked into the distance. Someone said they saw the dark brother brought here. But where is he? Where could he be? Li Tai smiles brightly while teasing a bit. Little Black, stop searching. He knows how to hide. Suddenly, the earth-dwelling creature unexpectedly crawls out from the ground, and he quickly reacts, raising his shield in front of his teammate. Be careful, there is a monster. Quickly coordinates well, holding her staff and calling out the spirit skill. Two earth-dwelling creatures charge forward as if they are extremely hungry. They simultaneously attack the shield with their tail, dealing a full 10 damage. Li Tai behind tries her best to maintain the healing spell, reminding Sirius, careful. The attack power of these monsters here is often higher than that of the silver boss around the town. Tithon behind coordinates well, taking the opportunity to shoot arrow, launching binding attack. Two earth-dwelling creatures are hit by the spell. Both are tightly bound and writhing to escape. He laughs triumph. These monsters are hit. I used all my strength to aim for their destruction. Lodi raises his staff high with both hands, loudly calling out to create a fireball in the air, predicting a big fireball. The two earth-dwelling creatures helplessly take the full brunt of the big spell. She and Tithon look at the monsters being burned in front of and happily celebrate. They have defeated the monster. Truly impressive. Vivine Mun carefully steps, turning to remind Wai Tai, little Tai, let your bird fly up and scout the surrounding terrain. She focuses her energy on the staff. Okay, from the vantage point of the white bird above, Wai Tai can see the general appearance of the monsters in the ruined city below. Around here, there are a lot of monsters, a huge number. The commotion from the recent battle has attracted the attention of some monsters. Right now, they are heading towards us, and I can't see a safe zone. What should we do? Captain Wang Mang reacted excitedly upon hearing the news. What? There is no safe zone. Zhu Cheng, who was standing next to it, was also startled. What kind of broken continent is this? In the blink of an eye, it is turned into a survival game. Li Zi tightly held his staff. He proposed a solution. Can Xiaoshu find the Dark Elder? He arrived 10 minutes earlier than us, so he definitely won't be far. As long as we find him, we will be safe. Bai Dao has been circling from above, and Yuxu suddenly paused as she looked through its eye, not seeing any figures. Wait, there is a lot of light to the northwest. Those are the items that the monsters dropped after being killed. That is right. It must have been done by the Elder. The Elder's bag must have been full, so they could not the dropped item. Suddenly, more of those electricity-hungry creatures crawled out around. Loda yelled loudly to remind everyone to be careful, as more monsters might appear, and Via quickly ran back to remind his teammate. The monsters over there have been completely wiped out by the dark. It is safe there. As long as we follow the light of the dropped item, we can find that dark. The whole team of Ling then shouted back in a spirited tone. Got it. Everyone stay alert and do not split up. We will fight while retreating. The scene changed, and they encountered some familiar land-hungry creatures, still bearing their teeth. Suddenly, just a moment later, they were struck by a beam of blue light that shattered them into pieces, scattering them into the sky. Tun Fong Oe Heng stood among countless bodies falling down. Even without the active effect of N Ban's release, the total damage from Thu N Tre Truma could reach 20 to 30,000. Dealing with these minor monsters is a piece of cake. This place is indeed a paradise for monsters. Keep moving and head to the place. This is the Hedia. Under this pile of debris, there is a huge palace that took humans a very long time to discover in the past. This underground palace can provide thousands of resting rooms and dozens of lounge areas. This is the largest hideout in Shanghai City, and also the base of our god-slaying guild. Before it was occupied, this hideout was equivalent to an underground city, filled with many robotic monsters and a boss guarding it. The larger the hideout, the stronger the guardian inside. Tanfeng walked in with his overwhelming aura. In my previous life, after forming the god-slaying guild, I gathered 3 teams and 18 elite warriors. All members reached level 10, fully equipped to the T, just to barely conquer this palace. You walk down the spiral staircase step by step into the pitch-black dark. However, this time a notification suddenly appeared. You have arrived at the hideout. A vast and majestic space appeared. It seemed to have existed for a very long time. All ancient architecture with colorful souls floating in the air. The land of soul purification. Tanfeng covered his entire, revealing only his cold, sharp yellow eyes looking ahead. But now being alone is enough. The system's mission announcement echoed. Defeat the guardian of the area to claim this territory. The little monsters of various colored spirit making eerie sounds as a warning. A moment later, everyone charged straight at Tanfeng. You just charged in to fight those monsters while also assessing them. These are minor monsters, elemental spirits of the golden rank. Level 12. Tanfeng quickly activated dark moment, and everyone turned black, unable to move. The whole space was gradually sinking into a dark void. Taking this opportunity, you fiercely fiercely swung your sword, your eyes barely catching glimpses of the countless souls. Shadow slash. Wherever Tanfeng went, his sword flew cutting down monsters and in an instant cleared all the monsters in. Tanfeng sheathed his sword and analyzed that when they fell into a blind state, all his attacks dealt extra damage. Even ordinary attacks were enough to instantly kill these level 12 minor monsters. The 15 monsters in the hall were completely wiped out. Yet the Soul Purity Land has dozens of these halls. Thousands of small rooms, truly a grand project. Based on the number of monsters in this hidden area, after clearing out the undead, there should be enough to evolve. Greedy hands once again. After eliminating all the minor monsters in the area, a large figure seemed to be gathering, likely signaling that the Guardian would appear right near you. The scenery shift. A group of two who do not know where they came from are using a teleportation. They seem to have also teleported to the city of Tanf. Hatluck excitedly looks around. Is this really the divine continent they were talking about? Manon is equally astonished, looking at the ruined scenery around. Strange. Why does this place look so familiar? He pauses and speaks up, realizing that this wreckage is actually not New York. In another location, a group of two people is also being teleported to an unknown area. Group is teleported right into a heavy rain. This is the ruins of Shan City. Group is teleported into a chaotic war zone. Bombs exploding everywhere. This is the ruins of London. Hatluck looks up, and Tinya realizes the problem. Could it be that people from different regions will be teleported to the ruins of the city where they live? Manon speaks up in confusion. Strange. Does the geographical location of this city correspond to each one in reality? Suddenly, two familiar shadows emerge, appearing right behind the two of them. Hatluck turns around and sees countless greedy creatures waiting with their mouths open. Oh no, we need to run. Both can only helplessly scream as they rush in. The scene shifts to another area, specifically to Jiang Hai, where the remnants of defeated monsters are scattered around. Vivi Mun hides beneath the rock, anxiously trying to gauge the situation. There are no monsters here. Let us recover first. And Via excitedly crawls up, showering Tenfeng with compliments. No wonder he is the Dark Elder. I thought we were strong enough, but it turns out we can only cower in the shadow of the Elder. He awkwardly clears his throat to remind Captain and watch your language. And V does not hold back and responds direct. Is my description wrong? Loti looks in astonishment at the shining items before him. Luck, the Elder has cleared this area. Otherwise, with so many monsters, we would all be dead by now. But I am a bit curious. We die. Where will we be resurrected? V Mun says serious, looking at Envia to discuss the matter. Captain and the six of us should not start exploring this wasteland yet. We should wait until every team member reaches level 10. Then we can act together. You have nothing to discuss or consider. Itai continues to use Betchua's eyes to scout ahead. This monster died in a dismembered way. Wait, why is it severed here? It is as if the Dark Elder vanished from this spot. There are many spoiled, and some of them are even golden. I really wanted them up. Vong Mang is excitedly pondering basic skills. I have contacted the Dark, not sure if he still wants these. The scene changes instantly as a powerful blue sword slicing the monster in half. Tanfeng is surrounded by overwhelming power, sighing, finally clearing out all the small monsters. Over 40 halls, 1,000 small roots. I have killed more than 400 small monsters, plus 4 bronze bosses, 2 silver bosses, not only providing over 80,000 experience points, but also boosting my evolution 205, just 5 points short of evolving the Shadow Hand. At this moment, the voice of Vong Mang comes through. Big brother, where are you? We have seen the items you dropped from the monster. Did not them up. We will them up and give you the lifespan based on their value. How about that? You received the news and thought to yourself, looks like Vong Mang's government team has also arrived. Tanfeng sends out a signal. Okay, I will contact everyone shortly. I have some gear I want to sell. Hurry up and give me the specific meeting location. Alright, big brother, we will wait for you at the ruins at 89.5466.6. While you were not paying attention, faint flashes of lightning began to appear in the air behind you. When Tanfeng turned his back and left, those streaks began to stretch out and chase after him. He leaned to the side. Just as expected, the guard appeared, appearing as a giant spirit wearing full armor and a health bar with a status display overhead. The Soul Purifier. The level 15 platinum grade purifier is introduced as the guardian of the Soul Purifier Land. Defeat it and you will become the master of the Soul Purifier Land. Tanfeng still had not made a move, standing still to analyze for a moment. The highest level monster in the ruined city is level 15. This purifier, Fasan, is the highest level monster in the ruined city and also the boss highest rank. If I remember correct, this boss has a total of 700,000 health points and is divided into 3 phases. In the previous light, the single target lightning damage of this boss was too high. Even a fully equipped warrior like me had a hard time enduring it. Now, I basically do not need to counter its single target skills. Tanfeng still used the basic skill, Shield Shadow Slash, to deliver a comprehensive damage strike. Paisan stood still. The electricity within showed signs of disturbance, and just a moment later, its health bar had dropped considerably by nearly 1 per 3, even spewing out a bunch of green stuff from its neck. Faf quickly countered, holding a long electric in hand, controlling many lightning bolts striking down, surrounding where Tanfeng stood. You swiftly dodged, still having time to think. If hit by these lightning bolts, with your current defense and resistance to lightning, you would definitely die. Any skill and attack from a boss above platinum level will have increased damage effect. My dodge rate is 75, so the average hit rate of monsters on me is only 25%, but the hit rate of the Soul Purger on me is over %. And Tanfeng easily slipped through the gap, dodging the lightning bolts trying to hit it. However, my agility stat has now reached 182. The speed allows a full burst to exceed 40 m/s. As long as you pay attention, you can easily dodge before the lightning strikes. In my previous life, I led the guild member, barely getting through with the tanking of the priest, and a bit of luck. Your eyes bright, suddenly turning cold and sharp. Tanfeng spun around with determination, but this time you raised the sword in your hand, moving it lightly forward while activating the Fei San piercing skill. I won't give the boss any chance. Tanfeng noticed its health bar and thought about the damage from Ban's decapitation skill. Shield Slash and the Plague Blade directly blew away 250,000 health points of the boss. Next, the boss will move into phase 2. Fans are getting ready for the second wave of attack. Calls forth thunder and light. The Soul Purifier will reach a champion state and continuously generate orbs and lightning bolts. At this stage, you need to prioritize destroying the 3 lightning orbs, or else the boss will go berserk. You suddenly recall a few old memories from long ago. In the previous life, the team was wiped out due to the berserk damage. After that, Xiaoyu became frantic, saying she did not want to fight anymore. She did not join the team on the second trip, resulting in passing the first time. Tanfeng continues to launch attack, aiming precisely with deadly darts. You stand below, looking up at Fai-san. Its health bar is less than half, and you think that every time an orb is taken down, the soul purifier will take corresponding damage. Tanfeng rushes up to throw the dart. After destroying all 3 orbs, it will move into phase 3. You continue throwing them, causing Fai-san's health to drop to an alarming level. It seems very angry, its eyes wide as it stares at Tanfeng. Fai-san unleashes a major attack, surrounded by flowing currents of electricity creating a massive circle. You are standing on this attack, and the long-awaited opportunity finally arrives. Here it comes. In phase 3, the soul purifier will continuously unleash area lightning skills. In the previous life, the guild provided each member participating in the battle a set of lightning resistant along with 4 shield 3 healing, just to barely through. Tanfeng was filled with determination, his gaze fixed on Fai-san. But in this life, there was really no need to complicate things like that. You jumped up high, creating a golden sphere with your impressive presence. Tanfeng opened his eyes wide, his face tilted up full of determination, reading the command while thinking in his head. Below, lightning continued to strike, granting mercy, and the dark shield glimmered. I will attack it from above. Tanfeng, in the luminous, looked down at the soul-purging Fai-san below, thinking that the thunder and lightning on the ground were still relentless, so he would attack it from above. You inside there used the dark shield's mercy release. Tanfeng used the shadow-cutting shield to strike directly at it. The figure of the soul-purging Fai-san disappeared. You gently descended to the ground. The system screen displayed that you have killed the soul-purging entity. Fai-san. Platinum level. Congratulations. You have leveled up to level 11. From what attributes? Your virtue, righteousness, and integrity increased by 4, and you have received 10 free points. Congratulations. You have received 20 evolution. You have received 15-20 lifespan, which is tradable. Tanfeng looks at the system board above in amaze. Very good. The notification sound keeps ringing. You are the first person in the world to kill the boss level platinum. You have received a reward of 10 reputation points. Congratulations. You have become the master of the land of tranquility. You stand still, calculating alone. The hideout not only provides a safe space in the game but also functions as a storage, and more importantly, it can move to reality. When the divine game event occurs, weapons in reality have started to be restricted. In Tanfeng's mind, he thinks of other supplementary weapons, especially the nuclear bomb, greatest destructive power, that have not been usable since day 1. Plain, tank, and similar equipment can still be used for a month or 2, but eventually they will become a pile of scrap metal. In other words, the main fighting method in the future will rely on extracting the abilities of the divine game event. After the hideout is brought into reality, the magical defense barrier can be activated, and it will become an absolutely safe hideout. Tanfeng remains silent, deep in thought. A stream of golden light appears. He stands still, mumbling that in his previous life, his guild, the Godslayer, used this place as a constantly developing base. Although there are many happy memories, I have also witnessed too many come and go, with each other. Tanfeng said firmly. So this time I won't choose that path again. I will develop independently until I reach the top. Late at night, the rain in the forest continued to fall. The red tiger gripped the axe tightly in his hand and swung it down with force. Tathan leaned back, dodging and yelling, "Get out of the way, Taiyu Du." Seeing the axe blade in front of, cried out in fear. Then she was sent away by it. The revival point. Taiyu Du lay on the ground listening to the announcement. "You have died and lost 14 years of life, unable to trade. You have died and lost 2 days of life, able to trade." She was horrified, thinking she had died again. Thun's eyes turned red as he yelled at the nanny. "The boss's axe is that huge and you did not know to dodge." Taiyu Du, hearing this, angrily criticized. "Who are you yelling at? You are the one who can't pull the boss well, so you are blaming me for not having dodging skill. Go die." He angrily cursed her. "How could I pull off such a wide area attack? You fool." Then a message appeared on the screen reminding players the level 8 boss must retreat from the team. Just then, her ears rang with the voice of Suf9. "Xiao, that stinky guy ran away. The boss is attacking me. Help." Then she got hit and respawned next to Xiao. So Ruan turned to her and suggested, "Xiao, how about we go kill some monsters to level up first? Our remaining lifespan is not much, I'm afraid." And so you immediately agreed. A notification appeared in the middle of nowhere. "Player from the dark Jini City is the first player in the world to kill the platinum boss, receiving 10 reputation." The surrounding players gasped in surprise. The first one to kill the platinum boss did it solo again. That is just absurd. Not many people have even reached the continent yet. Could it be that the dark side went solo against the boss? Does anyone know his true identity? Xiaoyu and Soneven looked up, listening to the discussions around the platinum level. "I have not even seen a golden boss before. It is too strong." She frowned, wondering why these people were so terrible. Even a silver level boss is so hard to kill. But what does that damn dark guy have to kill a platinum boss? In another place, inside a pitch black room, Tanfeng appeared, channeling energy. "After killing the soul cleansing enemy, I leveled up to level 11. After level 10, each level up grants 10 free attribute points. Continue to allocate them to agility. As long as agility is high enough, combined with unlimited invisibility, I can kill many bosses without getting hurt." You look at the golden light in front of you in surprise, never expecting that the platinum boss would directly grant 20 evolution points. "So we can evolve the greedy hand one more time." Right after that, the screen pops up reminding you have used 27 evolution, leaving 15 points for the greedy hand. Executing the legend. The assassin skill has a 300%, 500% chance of receiving bonus loot, and a 100% chance of upgrading the grade of the loot. You receive 100 slots of greedy space, which can be used to store items. Tanfeng looked at the golden light flashing and praised it. "Good, very good." The loot increased from 3 parts to 5 parts, and it even comes with 100 slots of storage. The illusion of the greedy hand immediately appeared before him. A system notification popped up. "You have received an additional 5 parts of loot. You have received 100 evolution points, leaving 115 points remaining." Tanfeng looked at the system in front of him and mumbled, "Dropping 2 pieces of assassin and a book of assassin skills. But the current level is still not high enough, so I will just store them in the warehouse for now." He waved his hand to summon the figure of a devout follower. Tanfeng commanded, "Gather all the loot from the palace and pile it up for me." He began to calculate. Now there are still 115 evolution points left, which can be used to evolve the skills that have not reached the level of execution to that level. Next, the figure of of Tanfeng was enveloped in yellow light. The system continuously reported, consuming 42 evolution points. Evolving. The stealth time increased 36 seconds to 60 seconds, and the stealth attack 300 to 500. Cooldown time reduced 22 seconds, 18.8 seconds. You have consumed 34 evolution. Evolution enhanced backstab. 2 upgrades for the stealth attack. Increased backstab damage from percent to 75%. You have consumed 1 plus 2 plus 3 evolution points. Moment of dark. Platinum to jade to diamond to stealth. A burst of black light will blind all enemies in the area. Cooldown time is 60.34 seconds. Range increased from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 meters. Basic duration increased from 10 to 12 to 14 to 16 seconds. The higher the target's mental attribute, the shorter the duration. You have consumed 33 evolution. Evolve the blooming flower curse 3 times to the legendary level, which can be used on the player's corpse in 60 seconds after death. The corpse affected by the blooming flower curse will no longer exist. The final notification appears, allowing you to absorb 50% of the remaining non-tradable lifespan of the target. Can only absorb non-tradable lifespan light orb. Seeing this, Tanfeng was startled. What can absorb the orb of light? That its lifespan is non-transferable. There are quite a few high-level areas, especially the chaotic zone within the special boss area, where the depletion of life increases by hundreds, thousands of. Their priority will be on the depletion of non-transferable lifespan, and soon there will be no shortage of non-transferable lifespan. This truly is a divine skill. At this moment, the voice of Snow Blossom congratulated. Congratulations to the elder, killing the first silver level boss. Tanfeng, seeing this, asked in confusion, what is going on? She smiled and answered, I have good news. Dongfang Shan has finally gone offline. Snow Blossom began to recount. I heard that their clan will host a banquet at the Jiangnan restaurant. I heard that their clan has earned quite a bit of lifespan and is preparing to bring it into the game to shift their strategy. You look at the flames in front of you and praise. You did great. She repeated, Elder, this is what I should do. You must kill Dongfang Shan, or else I will be in big trouble. Tanfeng immediately reassured, don't worry. After that, just take back the rewards received. If you put all these things on yourself, there will still be half left. This 100 slot backpack integrated with this greedy hand is indeed very useful. Go find Wang Mang and sell everything to them. In another, and V shouted excited, quick, look, the shadows are coming. She hurried over to call the elder. Tanfeng raised his hand to stop them and said, same old rule. I set the price. You can accept it or not. 30 pieces of junk, including ordinary and bronze ones, are discounted for you guys. Just a price of 950 days. And V smiled and agreed. Alright, elder, we have estimated the price of the items we have bought before. It is worth more than 1,000 days. So I will round it up to an even number and send you 2,000 days. You calmly agreed after hearing the quote. Alright. This batch of items includes silver, gold, and platinum grade items. Their total value amounts to 18,000 days that can be traded. She leaned down to look at the system screen in awe. Platinum grade. Right now, I only have 1 gold grade equipment on me. The elder is indeed an elder. Even platinum grade equipment is for sale. That is awesome. This time, the development speed of our Shanghai city is even faster. Shadow brother. Thank Tanfeng coldly responded. It is nothing. Just helping each other out. Like two ran over. Wondering why your backpack has so many compartments. Are you Doraemon or something? You sound so cold reminding me. I guess your backpacks are full now, right? This friendly reminder has a staircase behind the stone wall in the ruins of the city. Down there is a teleportation back to the original town. Then, Zhenfang turned and walked away to replenish. But if you want to go back, first time will cost 500 days of lifespan. The next time you return, it won't be consumed anymore. You all think about it. I am leaving. And Vu excitedly pointed at his back. You all look, I told you the old man is reincarnated. Not. How could he know such hidden news? Wang Mang looked on, exasperated. Captain, and please do not do this anymore. I am a bit scared. She posed seducting and asked, what do you guys think if I seduce the dark side? How would that be? The two stood there stunned, utterly amazed, while Zhenfang quickly left. This moment, the system prompt, do you want to consume your lifespan to trade and extract abilities into reality? He raises his hand to touch the screen, sensing his rank and evolving his profession. Immediately after, a reminder sound plays. You have consumed 27 days of lifespan. The level synchronization process completed. The profession evolution synchronization process has been completed. Tanfeng looks at the beam of light that appears. Next is skill extraction. Previous, I extracted a potential limit, but it was only a level 1 potential. This time, I not only enhance the level of the potential in reality, but also extract many more skills. The notification screen keeps updating. Consume 1960 days. The potential has increased to level 10, consuming 900 days. Enhanced backstab extract, consuming 1000 days. Greedy hand extract, consuming 3200 days. Shield image extract, consuming 536 days. Foggy demon image extraction, consuming 16.9 days. Blooming flower curse extract, consuming 11.313 days. Blacklight shield extraction synchronization completed. You have 7480 days of lifespan available for trading. Tanfeng calmly gives the command. Next is the right after that, a series of news appear, consuming 3600 days. Extract thickly hidden at the golden level. You look at the system screen. The calculation of the devotees' collars can not only reduce the cooldown time, but more important, summon the silver level devotees. But now it is nearly unbeatable in reality. All my assets are completely gone. Now there is only 486 days left in the transaction life, but my power in reality is not much from in the game anymore. The figure of Tanfeng quickly disappeared, but I still need to earn more lifespan so that when extracting offline next time, it can be fully synchronized. Then you, enveloped in dark, sit on the bed in the bedroom. Tanfeng sits still, muttering, the knows my ad. So to ensure safety, I first need to leave. If I want to extract the Soul Peace Land, it will take 1300 years of lifespan. So for now, I can only look for a temporary place. He glances to one side, raises his arm, and Tanfeng summons the greedy hand. You look at all the items in the room that have been taken away and laugh as if you were the father of the child. Ha, the space that the greedy hand provides is indeed useful. All my belongings have been directly stored in the bag. Next, Tanfeng climbs up to the window and quickly leaves. You sit on the window, turn on your phone to search. Dongfeng Hin is at the Jiangnan restaurant, 15 kilometers away from this neighbor. Tanfeng looked down, calculating with his current speed. He jumped down, saying it would take just 10 minutes to arrive. Tanfeng's figure turned into a wisp and disappeared. Inside the Jiangnan restaurant, the lights were still on, and a voice rang out in praise. Given the current situation, skills and longevity in the game can affect the real world. This is a great opportunity for our Dongfeng family. This time, Hinai has done very well and has begun to to establish power in the game. Fu Honghin smiled modest. Grandpa, this is just what I should do. The Dongfuang patriarch laughed and made a decision. He is very pleased with Hinai's maturity. This time a large amount of longevity been collected, and it will all be used to buy equipment and skill book. He raised his hand to think, aiming for the core members of our family to reach level 10 as quickly as possible, to gain a leading advantage. This will expand the family's influence in reality. Parallel develop. Our Dongfuang clan will surely become a dominant force, and establishing a lasting legacy, a dynasty that lasts 1,000 years, will no longer be a dream. Hearing this, Fu Honghin's expression darkened slightly. He glanced at the Dongfuang patriarch, thought to himself, this damn old man. You are about to kick the bucket, yet still hold on to the title of patriarch, and you want to live forever too. Wait, after capturing the dark, first thing I will do is make him reveal the secret, then let him seek longevity for me. Wait until I become the top of the leaderboard, then all of you will have to die. He suddenly remembered to ask, right, last time we talked about how to deal with the dark, what have we arranged? Fu Honghin assured, don't worry, Grandpa, I have found a reliable woman to extract the identity information of the dark. News will come soon. The head of the Dongfuang family instruct, remember, we must capture him alive and make the darkness work for our Dongfuang clan. That way, it will bring great benefit. Family. He immediately replied. Tanfeng knocked out the guards outside, listening to the chatter from inside. Now, let us raise a glass to celebrate the revival of the Dongfuang clan. Long live the Dongfuang family. Long live the Dongfuang family. Calmly reflect, not expecting that these noble families even had guns. The shadowy demon, pure black light cannot help the evade, and I still can't extract the defensive props into reality. If they hit the heart or head in one shot, I am dead for sure. Tanfeng raised his hand to use the believer's neck to summon loyal belief, thinking to himself, it is still better to be a bit cautious. He looked at it, thought the devout believe, close combat with claw, long range with green flame, then ordered them to go in, leaving no one alive. In his thought, as the boss of the White Bank, a devout follower can withstand a lot of damage. Even when attacked with guns, they can endure for a long time. The people inside were startled, looking in shock at the loyal follower who walked. They looked at him in horror and shouted, Who are you? Who are you? The loyal follower yelled and charged forward. Fu Honghin stood up and looked, giving orders. This is a monster from the divine game. Shootly. The loyal follower was shot by the crowd, but still frantically charged forward. He let out a groan, releasing a beam of blue light. Next, the loyal follower raised his hand, pierced the chest of a nearby person. Fu Honghin panicked as he saw him take down another person. The head of the Dongfuang family was grabbed by the loyal follower, screaming in horror, Save me. He abandoned him and quickly ran away. Damn it. Fu Honghin running without looking back like a dog being chased, constantly reminding himself that he had to escape. He just needed to get out of here and enter the game to be safe. His face was filled with panic and contemplation. As long as he reached level 10 in the game and extracted his abilities into reality, combat, nothing could threaten. Fu Honghin hesitated as he looked the figure emitting blue light nearby. Wait, his vision was reversed. Blood splattered out. Fu Honghin's eyes widened in suspicion. Tanfeng walked through, leaving behind his body split in two. Fu Honghin stared wide-eyed, struggling to articulate every word in the dark. Soon after, the red spider lilies bloomed everywhere. The skill of the blooming flower curse manifest. Tanfeng turned around and received a notification. He had absorbed 27 years of tradable lifespan, 482 years of non-tradable lifespan. He smiled slightly, thinking to himself, this is indeed a bountiful harvest. The red spider lilies surrounding Tanfeng withered away. He looked around and whispered, with one strike, the effect of the thunder origin flower bloom achieved great result, not only clearing away the corpse and hiding the blood, but also draining the lifespans of those, not leaving a single drop behind. Tanfeng observed each stream of red light appearing. His non-tradable lifespan has now accumulated to 27 years. From now on, even if he enters a violent area, it won't be too much pressure anymore. Suddenly, a hurried voice rang out. Quickly call the police. Just now, there were gunshots and screams coming from the private room. Police rushed over. This is the banquet of the Dongfang family. He opened the door, astonished, muttering, it seems there has been a shooting. There must be casual. Strange. Police looked around and began to question. Private room is clearly in chaos. There must have been a brawl. But why is there no one in the room? Did any of you see anyone leave the restaurant? Tanfeng left invisible, leaving the noise inside the restaurant behind. That is really strange. Where are the people from the Dongfuang family? Have they all disappeared? Let us report to the police. You look straight ahead and decide. The next target is the Qian Shi group. Tanfeng is calculating alone on the road, but the headquarters of the Qian Shi group had moved to North America for the Christmas game, and current only the daughter of the CEO is still trapped in the inner city of Madu. We must act before she leaves the country. You need to leave. It is nearly 300 kilometers from Jianghai to Madu. Walking will take 2 to 3 hours, which is too time consuming. Tanfeng appeared in the room and decided he needed to find a mount. His figure immediately entered the game, and the system's voice rang out, welcoming him back to the divine game. Tanfeng stood up and said that there are still a few silver and gold bosses in the ruin and be farmed again. At that moment, a message from Envu appeared. Big brother, I have good news. You were stunned. Standing still, and she excitedly recounted that just now, Cao Hai discovered an entrance to a tomb, but there is a gold-level vengeful spirit guarding the door. We can't fight back. Tanfeng wondered how she discovered the entrance to the tomb, and Vu recalled the situation at that time, saying, on our way back to the starting town, to avoid the little monster, we took a detour. Halfway through, we realized one person was missing. She remembered the scene and added that after searching for a while, they found out that Xiao he had into a hole and fallen down. Since this is a special ancient tomb area, the team chat channel could not be used, and Vu calmly added, we followed the edge of the hole inside and saw a level 12 gold boss wielding a sword and chop. Luckily, we ran fast. Now we have returned to Shell Town. If you want to go to the ancient tomb, I can send you the coordinate. After listening to her, Tanfeng could not help feel sentimental. Camley is indeed Camley. Walking through the ruins of the city, just one miss and lead you to an ancient tomb. Ancient tombs are like places of worship, like cursed relics that appear randomly outside society. Your voice echoed in response. Alright, send me the coordinate. And Vu said soft, negotiating. If there is anything you do not need, remember to sell it to it. Tanfeng agreed decisively. Sure. He chuckled inward, thinking that Envu is indeed quite clever. Right after that, you appeared at the coordinates she sent. Tanfeng looked huge well in front of him and exclaimed, is this well the entrance? A well this big could easily swallow someone whole. That little black woman is really talented. Quickly jumped down there. As soon as Tanfeng landed on the ground, a notification appeared on the screen. You have entered. Your remote connection to the Tomb of Hatred will be blocked. He stood up and walked forward. A huge shadow crawled threateningly upon seeing level 12 vengeful spirit, golden gray, emanating dark energy. energy to Tanfeng. He cautiously observed the vengeful spirit. He had never encountered this boss before, but judging by its appearance, it was definitely a high-damage physical type with a wide attack range. Tanfeng realized as it charged at him. No wonder Envu's group had to scatter in panic. The gear and skill books he sold them really did not help at all. Vongman was a holy shield warrior with about 5,000 health, but this boss had already taken half of that with one hit. He watched it approach him and thought, if I take a hit, I am definitely dead. Tanfeng used his escape skill, shield shadow slash, and beams of blue light appeared, cutting through the vengeful spirit. He turned to look at its severed body, deep in thought. The boss's defense was very high. The damage from shield shadow slash was only 80% of normal. Cutting it off is useless. Can't withstand the next damage from the level up player after being hit by the release curve. The feet of the vengeful ghost green blood welling up. Tanfeng glanced back, alarmed, realizing something was wrong. Its body turned into a mist surrounding him. Tanfeng swiftly slid out of the mist. He looked at the mist and guessed. The spirit master was overconfident, unable to dodge in time. Luckily activated. The ghostly figure was vague. Otherwise, he would have been dead by now. Tanfeng observed the yellowish light inside. In his previous life, his team had also killed a boss they had never encountered before. One team member excitedly the loot, not expecting the boss to explode, killing him on the spot. Some teams were even wiped out by a self-destructing boss, but that usually only happens platinum bosses or higher. He did not expect a gold boss in the tome to self-destruct too. He raised his hand to summon the greedy hand. Immediately after, the system sound rang out. You have defeated a gold level vengeful ghost. Received 1,000 points for 10 tradable life days. You have defeated a gold level vengeful ghost. Received 20 evolution points. Received the skill shadowy completion. Platinum level. You have used the greedy hand. Received 6,300 tradable life days. You have used the greedy hand. Received the armor of vengeance. Platinum level. Tanfeng is very happy to have scored a great deal. Great. Both the gear and skills I am using are usable. The system is now introducing your new skill, Shadow Blade Mastery. Platinum level. A skill that allows assassins to channel the power of Dark Blade, dealing dark elemental damage to all enemies within a 5-meter range. Plus 500 points of dark elemental damage. Cooldown time 10.5 seconds. Required level 11. Tanfeng lightly taps the screen and is a dark elemental damage skill for assassin. The dark spirit has slightly higher mental attributes than strength, so my magical attack is higher than physical damage. The screen display: Strength 9, Constitution 9, Agility 24, Spirit team. Let us evolve to test it out. You have consumed 1 plus 3 evolution points, leaving 36 points. The system sound keeps ringing. Shadow Blade Mastery. From Platinum to Emerald to Diamond to Evolution. Deal dark elemental damage to all enemies within 5, then 7, then 9, then 12 meters, plus 500, then 750, then 1000, then 1300 dark elemental damage. Cooldown time 10.5 seconds. Required level 11. You look at the system decision screen. After evolving the skill, the range increased from 5 meters to 12 meters. The damage also increased from 500 to 1300. Tanfeng calmly said, after all, this is an area skill. The damage is not really that strong. The total damage per cast is still less than the shield slash, but it is truly amazing for clearing small monsters. Two of his skills flashed in his mind. Shield slash has a 5-meter range but is a linear skill, while Dark Shadow Ring is a circular skill, so when surrounded, it is much more effect clearing monsters. Tanfeng immediately put on his armor, and the system prompt: Platinum level Vengeance armor provides plus 55 physical, plus 45 resistance to all elements, plus 42 damage block, plus 777 health value. Requires level 1 to wear, and grants an additional plus 30 basic attack power after being attacked. He mumbled to himself that the Vengeance effect is not very useful, but the basic elemental resistance and damage block stats of this armor are all very high. It can replace the level 5 Demon Fire robbery armor he is currently wearing. Tanfeng walked forward. The other loot combined to about 20 items, selling for over 10,000 days of longevity. Now he could venture deeper into the ancient tomb, hoping to get something good, and the best outcome would be to get a mount. On Sayu's side, the monster struck forward with great force. She and Sho Nian were terrified as they were hit by that wave of energy. 3 beams of light appeared, and the 3 of them were resurrected at the revival. Zhang Wei screamed with a fierce expression. He raised his hand to grab her collar, shouting, "You do. You only know how to be tall, but not how to use your brain. Every time it is your fault, whole team gets wiped out. I only have 2 years left to live. Can't trade anymore." Zhang Wei pushed Men Tu down to the ground in a threatening manner. "Don't let me see you at school, or I will deal with you right then." After that, he immediately backed off, and Sephanine rushed over. "Tu, take a look at her and consider it. Come with me to the small town where my parents are. I heard there is a community support group there, specifically helping the elderly and those who are not good at games like us." Tu grumbled silently. "Zhang Wei and those guys better watch out. You dare raise your voice at me, a bunch of trash, and you dare to show off. I do not believe that none of the guys who used to chase after me are stronger than you." Right after that, she quickly left, saying, "Sephanine, you go on your own." Inside the bedroom, Tu sat up in bed. She took out her phone and texted, Ham, can you help me level up?" And Ham replied with a smile, "Sure, if you stay with me for a night to see what the school's cool goddess looks like in bed." Tu seeing this, angrily, "You jerk, so good. You want to take advantage of law." She smiled slightly and sent a message. "Actually, I have always liked you, but my brother Tanfeng stopped me before, so I did not dare to accept. Now that I have ties with Tanfeng, I can finally be with you openly." Xiao Du silently looked at the message from Hoi Ho. "You idiot. Do you want me to laugh myself to death? If you cut ties even with him, who knows how you will treat me later. Get lost." She bowed her head and sent messages to other rooms. "There is no one at my. Can you come over to hang out? And while you are at it, help me level up." "Okay." The other side replied, "Xiao, I am a platinum level talent now. I have sword high, and I can have any girl I want, so stay away from me." And Xiao Du had no choice but to message someone else. "Brother Xiaoma, can you take me out to play? I am waiting for you in V-size town." Soon after, the response was cold and mocked. "Xiao Du, everyone knows about what you did to Zhang Wei. Do not you believe I can use my newly learned skill?" Mandan punched her in the stomach twice. She threw her phone aside and hugged her knee, crying, "Damn it, these damn men. When it really matters, can't count on anyone. My lifespan is only 2.5 years left. What am I going to do?" Xiao Du's eyes were filled with tears. She was silent for a moment before calling out, "Tanfeng." She wiped her tears away. "That is right. He won't abandon me. He will definitely find a way to solve this. I have to go back and find him to see how things are." That night, the apartment buildings were still lit up. Tu stood still in front of Tanfeng's. She silently looked ahead, deep in thought. "When I go in to see Tanfeng, I will apologize apologize a bit. Be a little soft. He will definitely forgive. Clearly, I did not do anything wrong. Why should I apologize? She raised her hand, calculating in her heart. I can't think that way. Taiyu do. Lowering her head. It is just temporary. For now. Pretend to be soft. Then ask him to help me level up. He will definitely agree. From childhood to now, the person he cares for the most is me. She blushed with determination. Once I level up and no longer have to worry about lifespan, I will completely cut ties. Just Taiyu do. You are a genius. Thinking this, she immediately raised her hand to knock on the door. Tunkarin Fong. Tunkarin Fong. Open the door. Taiyu do kept knocking and calling. Tunkarin Fong. Open the door. Tunkarin Fong. Do not sleep anymore. Hurry up and open the door. Tunkarin Fong. Tunkarin Fong. Can you open the door? Tunkarin Fong. She was fuming. Kicking the door and yelling for him to open it. He would not open. And did not he know who was at the door? Taiyu do looked into the empty room, murmuring in suspicion. Tunkarin Fong. Where are you? The bed, the table, clothing. Everything has disappeared. She raised her phone to call. Heard the reminder. Sorry, the number you dialed is currently turned off. Taiyu do stood still, whispering. Tunkarin Fong. The phone's ringtone is still ringing. Sorry, the number you just dialed is currently off. She was hard to talk to, saying, where have you been? In another place. Deep in the tomb of resentment. Tun Fong passed through each beam of blue light, leaving the corpses of the monsters behind. You look at the coffin in front of you. It is the end of the road. Tun Fong summoned the loyal follower in his mind. Along the way, more than 200 minor monsters were killed, along with several copper and silver bosses. I am almost at level 12. I just need to open this coffin, and the final boss of the tomb will appear. Hopefully, it is a platinum level boss. It received the command to approach and reached out to open the coffin. Suddenly, you widened your eyes in shock. Streams of black mist poured out from inside, wrapping around the loyal follower. Then it was pulled into the coffin by that black mist. The loyal follower screamed in pain as it entered its body. The screen displayed a reminder. You have summoned a silver level loyal follower who has been defeated. Tun Fong looked black mist wrapping around, deep in thought. This is the golden level death poison boss. Damn, can't believe I ran into this disgusting thing. This boss has no physical form, completely immune to physical damage. In his mind, he recalled his past life, remembering that someone had once released this boss. The result is that it spread all the way to the nearby base. People do not know the heavy casual. Tun Fong looked on guard, calculating the dark energy. If it possesses some, unless their teammates help drive it away, or they have a special skill to protect themselves, they will definitely die. You radiated a white light using the shadow cloak technique. Tun Fong saw the entity of the poisonous skeleton contemplating, hiding within the top, a small ray of light piercing through it. The system voice appeared to notify. You have defeated the gold level boss. Poisonous skeleton. Tun Fong looked body. Poisonous skeleton cut in half. Puzzled. The strength of this boss clearly exceeds platinum level, yet it is classified as gold. The dropped items are only gold level. You looked at the orb emitting golden light, nearing. Luckily, I just learned the shadow cloak skill that deals magical damage. Tun Fong summoned a greedy hand to grasp the orb, sighing in lament. It took so much effort to clear this tome, and yet the loot is just gold levels. It really. Suddenly a bell appeared in your hand. You received a rare summoning bell item. You jumped in shock, exclaiming, is this really a mount? Tun Fong looked at the bell in his hand, amazed. The carp of Lam Liu is truly not a false reputation. The system screen displays information about the summoning bell. After using Uline Diver Lang, it summons a level 11 Ulan Dovan Lang that can assist in battle, and also serves as a mount, requiring level 11. You seem a bit surprised to see it appear. Ulan Diva Lang. This is one of the fastest mounts you can get. The information panel about it appears. Ulan Diva Lang level 11. Golden Gray. Strength 148. Health 105. Agility 191. Spirit 135. The mount will gain the same experience as its owner to level up. The summoning bell is traded. The mount's level will return to its initial state and run away. When activated as a mount, it will increase movement speed by an additional 245%. At night, the mount will always be in stealth mode level 1. Attacking will break the stealth state and deal an additional 120 points of damage. After revealing itself, it will need to wait 60 seconds to re-enter stealth. It must wait 60 seconds before it can stealth again. Next, a skill panel for Uline Hanlang appeared, repeatedly pouncing on a single target 3 times, dealing an additional 267 points of physical damage each time. Cooldown time is 12 seconds. Roaring, increasing allied units, attack by 35 points, physical and resistance to all elements, lasting for 1800 seconds. Cooldown time is 600 seconds. Tanfeng looks at it and exclaims, it is both a mount and a battle, plus it has stealth ability. Not bad. That is really impressive. The sunlight gradually rises over the city, and he rides on Difa Heinlang, leaving, and in the blink of an eye, it waits for Tanfeng to go a distance away. He looks at Difa Heinlang and decides that the next step will be to level up and accumulate enough lifespan to reclaim the mount. The next time he goes out, he will immediately head to Magayo to deal with Thithi to settle everything. It leads Tin and Feng flying over the tall building. He looks at the huge building in front, the Jianghai Arena, with its vast area, and below there are 2 more levels of arena, complex terrain, and countless monsters. This is a suitable place to level up. Dia Hanlang carries Ten Feng swiftly through to determine this spot. He ignores the monster on the city wall, considering it a paradise for the power. The group of monsters is startled and looks at Ten and Feng as he dismounts from the pet. He calmly uses the flash slash to strike down. The next day, in that city, and VS swings her sword to defeat a monster in front of. She looks at the golden light radiating from it and feels delighted. That is great. We won. New ILE. The son of a department head in Jianghai excitedly prays early captain. The damage is too strong, and he thinks to himself, the hidden profession of dragon swordmaster is indeed powerful, and V is exactly the girl I choose. She retrieves the Than Kim and said, this golden boss is only level 8, and it took us more than 10 minutes to take it down. I really do not understand how you can take down the platinum boss all by yourself. He raised his hand and sneered. Just a little assassin, relying on sneaky tactics to grind boss. When will you level up? Deep down, he looked down on her. Think, good thing this girl has no power. With my background as a second-generation player, defeating her would be as easy as flipping my hand. And Vu looked up, pointing at the sky mockingly. Really? But is not it easier for a lousy shooter like you to grind the boss? Nei Lion gritted his teeth, trying to argue back. I am a decent person. I would not stoop to doing that. He frowned and spoke ill of others. I heard that the Phantom has poor quality, but in real life, it is so vicious that it kills without a second thought. I know a hunter from the Madu Police who has already reached level 3 in stealth resist. Nei Lion raised his hands and suggested, I think it is better to find a way to expose the Phantom's true identity in the real world rather than dismiss. People like this can only be at ease when they are controlled and used by our authority. Otherwise, incidents like Tong Fa Fi and Jiang Li will continue to happen. Do we have to clean up the mess every time? And Vu and Vong Man exchanged glances and then both burst out laughing, while Nei Liang's face turned red with embarrassment from being mocked. Little Ma, maybe you do not quite understand the issue. To you, it is not him begging us to deal with the consequences, but we have to step up and solve it for him. Only then can we ensure our stance aligns with his, allowing us to cooperate. His face was flushed, fists clenched as he shouted, damn it, is not that ghost just an assassin? As long as the stealth level is high enough, can't we control him? Nei Liang jumped up and shouted, you guys without any backing dare to come and lecture me. And Via, just wait and see how I will tarnish that ghost's name, and by then, I will make you kneel before me, begging for my forgiveness. Viggy Mun ignored his inquiry. What did the boss drop earlier? Revia, a gold piece for the priest, a silver level skill book. She looked up at the sky in confusion. The big guy casually sold us a few gold items, even some platinum ones. How many bosses has he taken down already? Or is his talent treasure hunting? And these items just came from loot box, he said worried. Captain, and while it might sound a bit far, I am still a little concerned. And V asked, usually, what is it? Ving Mun thought of that hotel and said, you must have heard about the incident at the Jiangnan Hotel. Right. The whole Dongfuang clan vanished while gathering at the Jiangnan Hotel. And V listened silently as he recounted. If I say that the darkness was behind, do we still have to clean up the mess right now? We still do not have a clear understanding of the nature of the dark. What if in real life he really is a serial killer with heinous crime? She turned her head towards the ruins and answered, I know this case is taken very seriously by the higher-ups. Everyone is questioning whether it is related to the dark or not, but right now there is no evidence to prove this was caused by the dark. And V added with a smile, however, even if this case is really caused by the dark, I will still choose to continue cooperating. Even if the higher-up used to clean up the mess, I will personally take care of everything for him. Ving Men asked in surprise. Why? She let her hands down, answered from behind her head. Who would not want to stroke the dark? He gasped in shock, and T-Thun rushed over shouting, Captain, and we found an area up ahead that looks like an arena, but all the monsters inside are dead. He continued in amazement. The ground is covered with corpses. I do not know which team was strong enough to clear out all the monsters inside. And Via quickly moved forward. Let us go check it out. When they arrived, golden glowing orbs appeared. Nenel, you looked at the items in front of him in awe. So strong. With so many items dropped, like there must have been hundreds of little monsters. Which team is strong enough to be like? She heard this and confidently replied, it must have been the dark passed through. Careful and watch your surroundings. Do not let him see you. He had a displeased look as he questioned, on what basis are you so sure it is because of the dark? And Vu calmly replied, because on the leaderboard, he is ranked first. Our official team is right behind, but this is something we can't do, so it must be him. Nei Liang raised his hand and scoffed. So what? If I had the skill of invisibility, I could do it too. It is just that it would take a little more time. She ignored him and stepped aside to send a message to Tan Feng. Hey bro, are you still here? With so many monsters cleared, there must be a lot of unused gear and skill books. Sell them to us. Right after that, Nei Liang froze as he sensed a shadow envelop. He jumped and looked at the guy riding the shadow spirit wolf appearing in the corridor. Nei Liang screamed and fell to the ground, and Vu looked bright and cheerful. Is this your mount? Where did it come from? Tan Feng looked down from above and said, thanks to the coordinates you provided. Obtained from that Tom. He turned to Li Zi and said, I really have to thank Little Black. She scratched her head and smiled. Tan Feng, sitting on the shadow spirit wolf, continued, just a trade. You all can gather everything on the ground and take it away. Still following the old rule. And Vu stood straight and replied, I understand. If I am not satisfied, I can choose not to buy. I know the price is always fair with Zi Cheng looked at the stream of water beneath Nei Liang, reminding him, he was furious, his face dark with anger as he, damn shadow, you worthless piece of trash. How dare you embarrass me in front of everyone? Just wait. Turning to Tenny, he charged down the hallway like a bullet. Tun Feng was surrounded by 3 layers of power that made everyone wary. Shadow level 13, Justice Enforcer level 10, Viving Mun level 10, Absibu Lum Zilal to level, transaction term remaining 245 years, evolution points 25, and Tun Feng was very satisfied. This time, cleared the desolate arena and found a pretty good golden skill book. The skill Silent Stealth, which activated invisibility on the spot. As long as he did not attack or move, he would maintain the stealth state indefinitely. He actively attacked. The counter-attack would deal an additional 300 damage. Break stealth. Cooldown time 120 seconds. Requires level 13. Confidently asserted that this skill could not only enhance his stealth ability, but also, if used in reality, combined with the invincible state when logging into the game, could completely make him disappear in real life. Immediately, he shouted, evolve to level undead, and the system announced a consumption of 11 evolution. The skill Silent Stealth displayed the evolution prog for each upgrade. Gold, Platinum, Jade, Diamond, Undead. Damage to break stealth increased by 300 to 400. Tun Feng did not expect that he could evolve other skills as well. Instant. The system continuously displayed the values and powers of other skills. You have consumed 34 evolution. The deadly poison has evolved to the execution level. You have consumed 200 evolution. The skill Grace of Liberation has evolved to mythic level. Grace of Liberation. The mythic legend attacks weak with a 300% damage multiplier on weak point, doubling the skill level. The system's continuous alerts make you sigh in awe. The mythic level skill is indeed powerful now, except for some special monsters. Any creature I hit will be a critical hit. Tan Feng's gaze suddenly stopped, noticing something else, including this necklace. The necklace contains unmatched power. Platinum pendant, an assassin class accessory, increases physical attack. Nightwalk, rush ahead, eyes on the equipment interface while calculating, including skills and equip. I now have 4 stealth level. This state, no one can reveal me. And this set, the dark cloak, my evasion rate has immediately reached 83%. The dark cloak at gold level, +5 physique, +5 spirit, +32% evasion rate, requires level 12. Suddenly, a loud explosion erupted right before my eye, creating a thick black smoke that engulfed a corner of the building. Tan Feng hurriedly reined in his spirit, his expression puzzled. A shadowy figure gradually emerged behind the building. It is a giant metal armored monster with arms made of chains and an axe fills you with dread. You gasp and exclaim, Steel Saint. Who has the guts to summon this boss out? Remembering the horrifying memories of the Steel Saint. In a past life, she had appeared at the ruins of Jianghai, where over 1,000 fought to take her down. In the end, the total number of deaths reached over 400,000. Cathedral flashes through your mind. In reality, she is the guardian of a hideout called Holy Wind Road. It is the second largest hideout in the ruins of Jianghai. Your eyes sharpen with vigilance. Initially, I planned to deal with the exam first before summoning this boss, but now it has appeared. Then let me take it on. With Without hesitation, you ride the corridor through the buildings. The Steel Saint swings her gigantic axe as if she is destroying the whole world. One unfortunate soul has been crushed beneath the blade of the axe. The witnesses stutter, at a loss for words. It is just too powerful. The axe shows no signs of stop, continuing to fall, blood and screams merging together, creating a hellish. You watch in silence. Do you really want to fight the Steel Saint now? That is too Wait a minute. From afar, a person riding a tiger rushed into the battle. Tanfeng immediately recognized it was Trunta V2 Dan. Remembering the path. Vikal Dan, you held the hidden knight title of the Holy Church, and in the last life, we faced off for 9 years without a winner. A true old friend. This guy is cunning and treacherous. Every time he was about to lose, he would come up with all sorts of dirty tricks to escape safe. That time, the boundary between the two forces was clearly drawn. In the last life, the Steel Saintess was eliminated by the Knight Church of Hudan. Therefore, among the new players, a saying spread. The West has the God Slayer. The East has the Holy Church. You guys control the western and eastern areas of the ruins of Jiang Hai City. When the Knight Church first started recruiting members, they signed a king's contract ensuring safety for members, but the life tax reached percent. Most of the members were essentially the black slaves of a few top-tier powerful figures in the guild. Tanfeng's eyes gradually turned cold. This time, Vikal Dan, you won't escape. The axe in her hand swung wild, tearing through space. Taking advantage of the chaos, Tanfeng appeared like a ghost right in the eye of the storm. Without warning, he summoned his skill, and a vibrant red lightning bolt exploded, stunning everyone around. The system kept announcing, you have defeated player Sam. You have defeated player Feng Fan. You have defeated player Tiu Duna. You have killed the player, your broken friend. You have killed the player Li Magoya. Vikal Dan stood there in shock, unable to believe what he was seeing on the battle. Who did this? Could it be the dark? We have no grievances. Why did you kill my? A cold voice echoed right behind him. Because I do not eat beef. Right after that, Tanfeng activated, and with the thunder strike, he slowly let go. Petals fell onto the corpse, sprouting bright red flower, and then the curse bloomed. A magic circle appeared, enveloping them and bringing back to life those who had just fallen. In their own astonishment, Vu Dan angrily shouted, you bastard of dark, what does your not eating beef to do with? Followers behind him shouted in shock, my transaction deadline has expired. He angrily pointed at Tanfeng. It is definitely that damn skill of the dark that is causing this. Hearing that, the followers were enraged. Leader, let us organize a counterattack. Counterattack. Vu Dan's face dark. He growled, you fool, are you tired of living? We need to move somewhere else to develop and regain the lost life. In another corner, Tiu Du looked at her trembling hand, tears rolling down in the dark. Why are you targeting? I do not have much lifespan left. The cold system voice rang out. Luangine Bloom, absorbing 4 days of transaction time and 1 year of non-transaction time from Tiu Du. Tan stopped in his tracks. Was Xiao Yu really among the crowd just now? He grabbed a glimmer of blood-red light, pondering that he only absorbed a tiny bit of lifespan. It seems she truly had no way out, so she chose to join the Knights Guild as a black slave, just accepting her fate. Suddenly, the axe blade sliced through the air, heading straight for Tan. Thunderous explosion rang out, gray smoke enveloping a vast area. He immediately summoned his skill, a shadowy figure. Tan hid beneath the blade, secretly disdained. The early phase of this boss was nothing difficult at all. The Steel Maiden spun around Sir, her eyes flashing with anger. She swung her chains continuously, the axe wildly hacking at the air, the whole space seeming to swirl with each strike. Suddenly discovering a pattern, Tan's eyes lit up. He just needed to repeat the motion of swinging the chain blade. Instantly, he leaped into the air, analyzing the attack for him, executing a few physical attacks at fixed points or area, activating the grace of liberation. After the attack, an effect would follow that beheaded her. The explosive damage from self-decapitation causing enormous harm. Next was the plague effect after the attack, which would cause explosive damage from toxins after a second. Her health points continuously dwindled. That was the strategy to target weakness. Finally, a lightning strike cut across the Steel Maiden, just as Tan shouted loud, beheading her. After using the spell to unleash the red stream, her upper body instantly exploded. The Steel Saint let out a painful scream. You glanced at the scene before you, thinking to yourself, the reason it come the Guardian was because of its terrifying sex. Watching her demonic arms gradually sprout, Tanfeng quietly analyzed that when it was half-blooded, the demon sealed within would awake. All the damage it takes will be reflected back onto the attack. A blurry memory circle, with rumors that within the belly of that demon was a teleportation portal. Those consumed by it would be transported to an undisclosed location. It is said to be the bottom of a volcano, but in the past life, no one ever succeeded. I suspect some fool has used the setup of this game with another one. From above, Funoke watched the battle below, his voice full of emotion, saying that this dark figure was truly evil. Just one skill was enough to push the boss into its second. Someone asked back, full of doubt, are you sure it was the dark figure's doing? This is a platinum level boss. Abi nodded firmly. I have been watching from the beginning to the end. This boss was released by the Holy Knight. After a while, the darkness suddenly appeared and killed all of it. He only unleashed one move that made the boss lose half its health. The upper floor is buzzing with chatter. Everyone's eyes glued to the confrontation below. Tanfeng's sharp gaze is pensive, reasoning that the Holy Maiden's phase 2 has a weak. When it launches an attack, the counter damage effect is temporarily nullified. After careful analysis, quickly concludes that as long as you strike when it attacks, you can avoid the counter damage. Furthermore, whether it is the shadow shield, head cutting, the sickle of illness, or the deadly dart, all these skills deal continuous damage. If I use these skills, I will still suffer damage from the counter attack. Based on my current level, I would die in an instant because my own skills fail. Tanfeng looked up, a spark of calculation flashing in his mind. Players on the upper floor had been observing for a long time. Perhaps I could take advantage of. From where? A man with a fierce demeanor rushed, his voice overpowering the crowd. Step aside. Let me see what is going on. Cheers of joy erupt. Big brother, you are safe. You are here. Safety comes first. Habe excitedly recounted. We have been observing for a long time. We have memorized all the skills this boss said. Little rap timing in. But suddenly, after losing half its health, the boss became motionless and its body underwent some change. It might have new skill. Folded his arm. His gaze sharpened. Was the previous battle with the boss a solo fight? She immediately affirmed. That is right. After the boss enters phase 2, the darkness can't be seen at all. He frowned in thought, then quickly gave an order. Bunny, use your red eyes to see if the darkness is still here. She responded without hesitation. Understood, understood. Immediately, the bunny transformed into a black and white rabbit and lightly hopped down to the ground. In that form, she ran past the steel saint, searching for traces of Tanfeng without being detected. After a few minutes of thorough search, the bunny returned to her human form and reported, I could not find the location of the dark. He must not be here anymore. My level 3 invisibility can't find him. It means he is definitely gone. He could not believe that he could have level 4 stealth skill. And Tone then leaped down from a height, smiling confident. Bunny, keep an eye out. The darkness comes back. Let me know immediately. She was a bit surprised. Quickly obey. Big brother. Got it. Big brother in Tone. Seeing the scene in front of someone panicked and exclaimed, does that guy want to die? He actually wants to fight the platinum boss one-on-one. The person next to him seemed to recognize something and spoke urgently. Wait, I think I have met that guy before. The buzzing conversations all focused on Tone. Back when he was in the original town, he defeated a golden boss without a scratch. Turns out, the old man's safety is number 1. I heard his class is Soul Warrior, and when he rolled, he has a 100% evasion. They say this old man was once the owner of a top global soul game room. With extremely quick reflex, the steel maiden's eyes burned red like blood as she spotted her prey. She immediately swung her axe fiercely towards Safety, but his gaze did not waver. The moment he saw the attack coming, Safety slid away, dodging that devastating blow. The steel maiden reached out bony hand to grab, but he spun like a lightning bolt, her hand only managing to crush some rocks as he moved forward. And the closer he got, the more she followed. The crowd on the wall watched in awe and admiration. The old man is so calm while rolling, not a single thought wasted. It is remarkable. Hong Vin also praised. This number 1 Safety is impressive. Perfectly dodges the boss's attacks every time. Diva next him frowned in confusion. But why does the boss's health drop a bit every time he rolls? Hearing this, he suddenly realized there is definitely something strange. I noticed the boss has multiple glowing cuts on it. Is the soul warrior that twist? This moment, the little bunny's eyes lit up with calm. Perfect evasion is just a basic move. The strongest thing about Big Brother Safety is still his attack. The steel maiden continued to reach out, trying to catch Safety. On the other side, her voice rang out confident. Just by rolling to dodge, the next attack from the elder could take out % of the enemy's defense. Safety swings the sword, countless blue lights swirling around the blade. He spoke, just wait. How back could not help but marvel. The special effects are really something. The little rabbit nodded. This move probably has damage reaching 4 digits. He shot forward like a green arrow, wearing a self-satisfied smile. Each slash pierced through the steel saint. The chanting was precise with every movement. Dancing under the moonlight, the blade slipped through the gap, one sword splitting into 3 images, striking like a flowing stream. Under dozens of consecutive stabs, her 2 arms fell off. Final move. The blade licked blood, accumulating power. A decisive blow to the enemy. The little rabbit clapped non-stop. Look, the boss now only has 1 per 3 health left. Safety slowly turned around. Yang Yang was Eric. The moon slash is my sword technique. He smiled calmly as if nothing was amiss. Suddenly, from behind, streaks of blue light suddenly pierced through him. 101 damage, 1299 counter damage, minus 1299 counter damage. Everyone gasped and yelled, Big Brother Safety. Now everyone is confused. Why did the Safety brother die? Clearly, he dodged all the attack. Exactly. Moreover, all his skills hit the boss. Yet the boss did not lose any health. Clearly, the boss's health has decreased a lot. Why is Tanfeng has been observing, feeling a mix of gratitude and mock. Thankfully, that Safety guy is always acting cool, which keeps the boss using so many moves. Remembering the moment from the previous battle, Tanfeng quietly calculates that during this time, continuously attacked and finally reduced the boss's health to 1/3. His gaze turns cold. The actions of this false martial spirit, along with its high damage, are what led to the fatal counter damage. But this guy's job characteristic basically can't deal with the Holy Maiden's fate. Even when rolling around, I can't attack, and when I do attack, I get hit back. It is truly a disaster. Suddenly, the Steel Maiden spoke in a deep voice and turned around. Looking at her back as she walked, Tanfeng quickly realized the problem. This is bad. The blood tree is too low, so this boss wants to return to the holy place. If it returns, it will recover its health. Then all previous efforts will be in vain. Right. Rolling his eyes towards the observation deck, he deduced that the soul martial artist's death had frightened those. I am afraid they won't make a move against the boss anymore. But if the boss does not act, damage reflection effect will disappear. At this moment, Tanfeng's eyes shone with determination. Only a tough approach would work. Tanfeng quickly appeared in front of the Steel Maiden to stop her. He could not let her go back. Dihuk saw him appear and shouted, Look, it is the dark. Could it be that all the attack and the boss just now were from the dark? That is terrifying. Hong Vian exclaimed. I thought Safety was the top priority, but it turns out he was just a clown. The darkness is the real big shot, and even the little rabbit is quite surprised. In the dark, how could my level 3 invisibility detection not notice? Could it be that his stealth has reached level 4 or higher? Clean henchman stood high, eyeing the item with drool. The stuff that guy dropped after he died is still on the battle. I really want to get it. Tanfeng activated his skill, the dark shield layer. Each layer can block one. She threw the axe at you. It was just a hair's breadth away from hitting you. Tanfeng's gaze was sharp, silently affirming that this was the moment. Taking this chance, he used his skill to glide past the axe with the shadow shield slash. However, the dark shield skill was reduced to just 7 layers. Of the 9 slashes from the shadow shield slash, the last 3 slashes triggered a damage reflect state after the attack ended and the boss defeated. If it were not for the dark shield blocking those 3 I would have been dead. The steel saint was countered and stood right there. After that, she jumped high, pouring all her strength into attacking you. Tanfeng quickly dodged, but his skill was greatly reduced. The dark shield only had no layers left. Although he successfully dodged that attack, he was surrounded by flames and silently assessed that the damage out in this fire was too high. Even if my dodge rate is over 80%, the 7 layers of shields were still shattered in an instant. If I was even 0.5 seconds slower, I would have been killed with clean hands and feet. He cautiously approached the item that had dropped earlier. Unexpected. One hit to the head, blood gushed out. Tanfeng immediately stopped this nonsense. If you want to steal my loot, you do not stand a chance. This moment, the game system announces that you have received 612 days of tradable life, while the untradable amount is 167 years. Flower bloom. The tradable lifespan absorbed by the Pure West, 305 days. The untradable lifespan is 20 years. Tanfeng watched him disappear while muttering, this Safety is number 1 name is quite interesting, so I won't use the flower bloom curse on him, but his lifespan is quite substantial. Dying once should not be a problem. Manhwa. The steel saint screamed, advancing dancing towards you with one hand. Tan Feng's expression turned serious. Brain began to analyze, relying only on the blacklight shield and the shadow blade shield to gradually wear her down. She kept launching fierce attacks, but you easily deflect, dodging while thinking. Although the odds were low, it was still relatively safe. The little rabbit stood high, watching the battle in disbelief. This dark guy is really too strong. What tricks does he have? Hong Vin, standing beside him, also voiced his first. I did not know what the darkness was relying on to gain the upper hand, but now I understand. This moment, Tan Feng unleashed his skill. His eyes lit up as he dashed past her with a final move, leaving behind shattered trails of sword light. The system notifies you. You have killed the Platinum Saint. You received 48,000 experience. You got 120 evolution. Congratulations. You have received the key to the Holy Temple. Two other people watching could not believe it and shouted loud, is that really a solo? Is this the #1 dark horse on the leaderboard? After dealing with, Tan Feng used the greedy hand skill, a mythic skill. Claim the reward. You stood with your arms crossed, looking at the reward. The black flame gift, the jade armor, assassin classic, physical defense plus 95, all elemental resistance plus 120, damage resistance plus 77, stamina plus 77, fires level 10 demonic. A jade equipment piece with such high defense surpasses even other defensive gear. Your left eye seems to have gained the intuition power of a jade assassin. You can see the outlines of stealth units to a certain extent, gaining +2 against stealth, requiring level 13. After researching, Tan Feng told himself that is an anti-stealth skill, directly upgrading to legendary level. You have consumed 1 + 2 + 30 evolution point, leaving 97 points of assassin intuition. From jade to diamond to mythic to legendary, you can observe the outlines of stealth units to a certain extent, gaining +2 to +3 to +4 +5 against stealth, a new effect of legendary level. With the added passive skill from the relief spell, the total has reached 300 now. Even if I squint, I can still hit the opponent's weak point. After reading you decided to level up with 97 evolution points left. Then let us first evolve the Shadow Demon to legendary level. You have consumed 80 evolution, leaving 17 points for the Shadow Demon. Evolving to legendary will give a 75% to 85% dodge. Activating dodge will make you immune to all damage. Level 5. From a distance, and Vu led a group of people running over. Hi. Did anything good drop? Tan Feng wondered upon seeing this. And Vu, is this girl a dog whisperer? But she probably did not hear. Instead, she excitedly praised you. I did not check the ranking, but I did not expect you to reach level 13 in just one night. Isn't that a bit too strong? Wang Meng chimed in. We have been grinding all night and only made it halfway to level 11. Your speed is really too fast. And Vu quickly tapped him on the head and scolded. Stop talking nonsense. Don't say that a man's speed is fast. Then he changed his expression and flattered. My lord, are you right? Tan Feng did not pay attention and started the transaction. Just as some good items drop, I have noted the price. If you want to buy, just take it direct. She quickly agreed. 45,000 for the day with all-inclusive off. The system now report. Transaction completed. After finishing the trade, he asked, is there another good thing to sell? Do you know where the hideout is? And Vu raised his hand confidently and answered, the hideout. We have heard there are no safe areas in the ruins of Jianghai City. Player groups can occupy hideouts to serve as bases. We can store all items in the hideout, and the hideout can deploy a magical defense barrier. Crucial time. Fend off outside invasion. Tan Feng then asked, what you know must be about the small hideout where the golden boss dropped. Right. She confirmed his thought. That is right. However, the Jianghai City authorities have not found any hideouts yet. In the Madu area, the authorities destroyed a medium-sized hideout. That is why we know this. Hearing this, he took out the golden key and began to explain. That is, then you must understand the value of the hideout. Right. So this key is related to the sanctuary. The key to the Wind Road hideout of the sanctuary. This is what the boss just dropped. This hideout covers an area of 800 acres. You can go back to discuss the price, and then I will consider whether to sell it to you or not. And Vu and Vong Man were dumbfounded, both shouting, 800 acres. She quickly thought it over. The larger the hideout, the stronger the defense, and the more solid the infrastructure. An 800-acre hideout is enough. All the key members of Jianghai City to have their own room. And Vu immediately wanted to have this hideout. Hesitant, she asked, how much do you plan to sell such a large hideout for? Tan Feng did not rush to give a price but said, you can go back and negotiate first. Whatever price you can offer, I will consider your proposal. He had other plans in mind. This hideout could be sold for 2,000 years of lifespan, his previous life. If he successfully sold it to the authority, combined it with his own lifespan, he would have enough to realize all the skills and levels of extracted. And Vu agreed. Okay, then I will immediately arrange for someone to report back. Boss, there is one more thing I want to ask. Tan Feng decisively told her to go ahead. So she got straight to the point. We just received news that 7 golden level bosses gathered in the town of Amnugai. Many people have already been killed. We are willing to give up 10 years of our lives to help us eliminate the bosses. Don't rush to agree right away. Analyze it. Even if those 7 golden bosses gather together, power of the government, it will only take a little time to definitely eliminate. If you are here asking for my help, then you must be in some tough situation. Right. And Vu saw that you guessed and gave a thumbs up in admiration. You are really impressive. Your guesses are spot on. Those bosses, each one looks terrifying. We have figured out how to kill each one of them. But who would have thought the boss we killed came back to life? Not only came back to life, but the attributes of the 7 bosses suddenly skyrocketed, causing our team to be wiped out immediately. From your story, Tan Feng grasped key point. Boss's army can resurrect. You suddenly remembered that stone tablet. Could it be the pup created by the cursed stone tablet in the ancient god tablet? If it is the ancient god tablet, definitely can't be overlooked. The system announced a successful transaction. You received 10 years of lifespan. Tan Feng turned around and walked away, agreeing to the request. Send me the location. I will head there immediately. And Vu happily sent a greeting. Good luck. You got this? Inside, you are secretly thinking that Vu is a very practical girl. The items dropped by 7 golden bosses can be sold for 45 years, and on top of that, you get an extra 10 years of life as a reward. Really very polite. Tan Feng jumped onto Wu Line Da's back in the hallway. One human and one beast racing off the wind, when suddenly it seemed like you discovered something. Turns out 3 girls below were beating up one girl. Tiu Du was slapped painfully by the one with red eyes and a band-aid on her nose. You just joined the guild not long ago and already want to seduce the guild leader. She was beat, face swollen and crying. I do not have any, but the girl with the 2 horned hair is grinding her teeth and cursing. Do you think I am blind? I am warning you. Stay away from the guild leader, or I will tear you apart. Tan Feng silently watched from above as they King Tiu Du. Inside insults echoing non-stop. You worthless piece of trash. You remembered your past life. Looking down with disdain. Looks like Tu has already encountered some power struggles after joining the Holy Knight Order. In my past life, I dealt with plenty of ridiculous power games like this too, but I always took care of it for Tu. Tun Fong ignored them and opened the gate, secretly smiling to himself. Just take your time to experience life. They are too absorbed in their fight to notice their surroundings. The sounds of crying and screaming echoed non-stop. Stop hitting. It hurts so much. I am going to die. Kill that little goblin of yours. I do not know how many men you have seduced already. You went through the gate, he thought to himself. Under the huge wall in the center of the ruins of Zhanghai City, there was a secret room. Take him back to the original town. This kind of information is unknown to the vast majority of passing through the gate. Tun Fong stood before a formation, silently analyzed, but teleportation is not free. The first time is 500 days, the second time is 1000 days, and the third time is 2000 days. Each teleportation requires lifespan and doubles each time. He reflected on everything, since over time, the original town would gradually develop into a more upscale area. Little monsters will evolve into bosses, and hidden treasures will also appear. Tun Fong silently decided. For instance, the ancient stone table this time is a good item that can't be missed. At this moment, the system displays a question. Do you want to teleport back to the land abandoned by the god? The town of Shadow Moon. He hears the strange name and wonders. The town of Shadow Moon. This is the town that only appears later. Right. Why have I never heard of it in my previous life? The teleportation system receives the answer, and just as the notification appears, Zhenfeng arrives at the location, consuming 500 days of life. Currently teleporting, he walks while quietly observing his surroundings. I did not expect this place to be quite live, but why are most of the people here elderly? In front of Zhenfeng, there is a group of three, an old woman warily groaning, finally returning to safe. My heart. The boy supporting the old woman reminds her of the agreement. Old lady. According to the agreement, we have already upgraded you to level 3. The young man standing next to him joined in. During the leveling process, she was allocated 72 days of life. She just needs to trade with us that much. The old woman hears this, raises her hand to stand up, and shout, what? You still want money? You are not a charity organization helping us level up. The two young men quickly explain, Madam, we are not asking for your charity. When we first formed the team, there were some days of light. 2 of us got killing monsters, and we shared a portion with you. You just need to give us this part, and that is enough. Isn't it true that we agreed from the very beginning? What else is there? But she stubbornly scolded them back. I do not know what the hell that agreement is. It is really shameless for you young kids to ask an old lady like me for money. The two of them remained calm and continued to explain, Madam, you are being unreasonable. We are promoting you for free, and the lifespan we take will be given to. That is correct. Unless you do not form a group, then the lifespan won't be shared with you, and experience points won't be shared either. Who would have thought she would provoke so much? Dante touch. I will call someone over there. You are just a bunch of nonsense from the guild, right, Mingsa? You guys are a bunch of liars. She was passionately scolding when someone grabbed her by the collar. Before she could finish her nonsense, the two of them did not have time to understand what was happening when she was thrown to the ground. She was also taken by surprise. Tun Fong jumped on the old lady with a knife, looking like the Grim Reaper coming to take a life. Blood gushed out, and the two sons stood there dumbfounded. What? After handling it, you leave, not forgetting to remind. Her lifespan is down there. Go get it yourself. The green-haired guy praises. 666. The other guy stuttered, asking who you are. May I ask which noble person lent a hand? But you just casually mentioned it. The two of them thanked you for her lifespan, not forgetting to show gratitude. 72 days is not little. Tan Fong is frustrated. It is really inconvenient to act in the town. Thank Elder. You reflect on every. The Dream Sand River Guild. Turns out their origin is in the Shadow Moon town. Tan Fong recalls information about the guild. Since its established, this guild has committed to public welfare activity, helping the elderly survive in lands abandoned by the god. Later, it was recognized and strongly supported by the government. Just in terms of membership, the Dream Sand River can be considered the largest guild in Huasai. Can't help but think that in this chaotic world, we need more people like. At night, the moonlight shines throughout the forest, and a monster is wrapped in vines. Stephanian loudly reminded her mom, it is right now. Hurry up and use your skills. Stephanian immediately used her own skills. Got it. Lightning strike. The lightning struck straight the monster from earlier. Dad rushed. He swung one, splitting the monster in two. Seeing the monster's body vanish, he was overjoyed. We did it. Son, I am praised them. Mom and Dad, you guys are really amazing. Mom Stephanian eagerly looked on. Just keep trying to learn from others, and everyone can take down small monsters. As the three of them were leaving, he suddenly remembered something. Right, Nee and even too, dude. Your good friend. Did that girl join the Holy Knight Guild? I heard the membership fees for that guild are really high. She replied, yeah, I told her to join the Dream Saha Guild with us. Stephanian recounted everything. She said that Dream Saha is a public interest guild. There are many people in there like us, not good at playing games but helping each other, and there are guides too, but she did not agree. Mom Sivnian recounted, but now it is already level 10, so the Holy Knight people took her away. Dad Sivnian expressed his thought. Even if they leveled her up to 10, they would only see her as a tool. The lady continued, I heard that the member contract of the Holy Knight lasts 3 years, and once you sign it, you have to be a slave 3 years. If you do not have the gut, then just stay safe and kill the little monster, and gradually earn more longevity with experience too. He also agreed with her thought. Just like when we go back, we only deal with the little monster, and when we encounter a boss, we retreat and call for help. Is not that good? So Neen quietly listened until now, feeling gloomy as he spoke, but Tiyudu felt that he was not an ordinary person. After all, he was a hidden profession, and in this regard, he was indeed stronger than. Suddenly, a barrage of arrows appeared from nowhere. So Nian's dad got hit, struck in a weak spot, and lost health. Seeing her dad's back filled with arrows, she screamed, Dad. Mom So Nevan can't believe. Covering her mouth, she yelled, Honey, the black dragon is also a dragon. He is the one who shot. He laughed arrogant. Did you see my damage yet? With just one move, I can kill him. One of his followers rebutted nonsense. There is no strong person in Munsing Saha. It is all just trash. Another guy chimed in. That is right. Anyone with a bit of skill would not bother taking those old men along. He sat high above, looking down at the mother and son of So Nian, ordering them, you two, hand over all the longevity you have. She fearfully hugged her clothes tight. After all, the government had banned killing outside the wilderness. Aren't you afraid of being wanted? The black dragon does not care about anyone challenging the government or whatever. Do they know who I am? Don't talk too much. I will give you 3 seconds. So So Nian hurriedly told her mother while she was getting ready to attack. Don't think about that anymore. We will stop them. You quickly call for back through the guild's channel. He smirked, giving orders to his subordinate. Tired of living. Kill the old, the young ones alive. Two subordinates jumped down closer to her. Suddenly they were hit by Kai and Feng's mount. So Nian stood there in shock. He had not even understood what was happening when, with one swift move, his head was chopped off. The last word he managed to utter was, "What?" Kai and Feng stood tall holding the black dragon's head, his face filled with fear. Darkness surrounded, and the black dragon's group that had just respawned back to safety all collapsed, unable to hold back. Damn it, why did I lose so much lifespan? My traded lifespan is completely gone, and so is mine. Could it be because I am in a killing state? Even in a slaughter state, you should not lose your lifespan like that. He stood up to encourage himself. I am going to die. I need to quickly go kill some small monsters to regain some lifespan. Suddenly, a golden light flashed, the power pressing down on all three of them, making it impossible for them to resist. Few people approached and said to the black dragon is still a dragon. Roasted chicken for burnt right. The wild cow can fly, but it can't move. You three have been killing players everywhere, and now we have finally caught. The newcomers coldly introduced themselves. We are government hunters. Please provide us with your real information, and we will arrest you according to the law. If you resist, we will drain all your lifespans right now. On the other side, the red spider lilies floated next to the black dragon's body, which is also a dragon. Sefnain happily turned to the person next. Thank Dark Lord. It is thanks to you. Otherwise, my mom and I would have been in a terrible situation. Hun Feng was quite surprised, thinking, I did not expect this girl San to be so decent, kind-hearted, and very brave. Compared to Tiu, they are completely different. I wonder how they became such good friends. But it is good that now each of them has their own path. Then he quietly transformed into a small cluster of light in front of the bewildered faces of the two behind. Zephanian's mom looked at the golden sphere in surprise and asked, where did the person go? Is this the lifespan of the three that fell out? Bithu then asked in mild surprise, daughter, why did that person suddenly disappear? Minhwa, she was still lost in thought. Really did not expect a person known as the Dark Lord, ranked number 1 in the world, would be so nice. The scene shifts to another. The atmosphere here is extremely gloomy. One of the team members spoke up. Didn't Captain and say that the darkness come here in a few minutes? It has been almost half an hour. What is that darkness doing? The leader asked the person next to him. Do you think the darkness can kill those bosses? I guess not. Since they can respawn, those bosses can respawn, and does he really dare to play? While they were not paying attention, Tun Feng quietly slipped, calculated that the ancient stone tablet would add one effect and simultaneous reduce one effect for the equipped block. This additional effect could even change the characteristics of the class. Some even saw the 7th best player in the world during the battle dedicate 7 stone tablets to summon the phantom of the god, kill a legendary level boss. The bosses created by the ancient stone tablet have some special mechanism for an ability. Sometimes these bosses are invisible and their stealth ability is extremely high, so players passing by can be killed in inequitable ways. Sometimes the boss is actually a summoner hiding somewhere. This situation will lead to the boss killed by the players being respawned infinite. The current information indicates they will respawn after being killed, and all bosses have a berserk attribute imposed on them. According to the government, if you kill just one, it will respawn and become berserk. So if we kill them all at once, can they still respawn? In the end, you made the conclusion. This is worth a try. Tanfeng raised his hand to summon some, first putting on the disciple's neck and then using the loyal disciple's name to scout a bit. It charged up as soon as it appeared. Its sharp claws continuously attacked the giant bosses, but the damage was negligible. Suddenly, one of the bosses turned around with a terrifying gaze. In the blink of an eye, the disciple was attacked by a cloud of black smoke. The smoke engulfed, leaving only his head and half body. Seeing that, Tanfeng became alert. They were all level 10 with no damage reflection, and their attributes were twice as strong as regular golden bosses. You swung your hand to use the dark power to surround the bosses. Die. Suddenly, everything was cut off by something. Tanfeng went up to check. There were no loot. The bodies of the monsters in front of him merged together, forming a giant boss that left him speechless. The huge monster had many eyes, especially a mouth that was both large and gross. Tanfeng stood guard and analyzed. It seemed that killing them simultaneously was the right move. Now, it is time to enter the next. The symbol on the body of this giant boss was an ancient divine script indicating calamity, which translates to divine calamity. Udals. You dodge the attack while trying to observe carefully. Next, maybe we should focus on different positions in the order of the word. Right. It is not a waste of our effort to uncover the ancient god relic and spend so much manpower and resources researching the inscriptions of the ancient god. Then Tina and Feng rushed up and slashed at one character on its arm. Next was the character near the wrist. Then it was the character on its chest. Finally, Udals painfully spat out a large mouthful of blood. Then it returned to its original form. But at this point, the body was battered and broken. Suddenly, coffins appeared surrounding, and he had awake. The strange thing was that its body began to melt. Each part of Udos's body started to scatter everywhere. Tun Feng watched them searching everywhere. The inscriptions on the coffins were raised corresponding to each monster. It seems that at this stage, we still need to kill them near the corresponding coffin. I have seen the ancient god stone tablet before, so it seems this is the final stage. Then they all turned toward him at once. Tin Feng was still very confident in his ability. Come here. On the other side of the forest, a loud sound suddenly appeared, scaring the flock of birds to scatter. The group from earlier still had no idea and asked each other. An earthquake. The valley is chaotic. Is the boss about crazy? Let us go take a look. They are mocking it. Where the hell is that haunting name? I feel like this boss can even handle a haunting. He definitely won't show up. But one member pointed ahead. Look over there. In front of them was a pile of rubble with a few empty coffins. The head boss. The three of them were suspicious. Has the ground cracked too? Is it really an earthquake? Could the boss die from the shock? At this moment, all three received a message from Envu. Everyone retreat. The boss has been dealt with by the dark. The two of them froze like statues. Udos, what? Then all three regained their composure and started discussing excitedly. Just now we were doubting whether the haunting take down these 7 bosses. Right. It has only been a little over 10 minutes and the boss has already been defeated. We did not even notice he showed up. First tablet of the god of calamity. Now I somewhat understand the superior's decision. On the other side, Tanfeng held the stone tablet in his hand, talking to himself, saying that this time the harvest was not bad. His level had increased to 14, and with 7 bosses plus the gluttony cheat, he had gained a total of 294 evolution. The most important thing that he has obtained this ancient divine stone tablet with its mechanism. The government side absolutely cannot understand it without winning at least one match. Moreover, the losses will definitely be extremely heavy. You just saw that the system displayed the information panel, revealing that this tablet contains the cursed power from the ancient god of disaster. The escape slot activates cursing any equipment. The curse will randomly grant a line of enhanced attribute based on the equipment characteristic and your profession, but it will also come with a line of negative attribute. Tanfeng summoned his armor and said to eat the Black Flame Ritual Bone Armor, which comes with the effect Black Flame Ritual can weaken up to 35% targets and elemental resist. A surge of immense power enveloped his entire body. You have cursed the Black Flame Ritual Bone Armor. The escape slot curse. The curse from the escape slot is an enhancement attribute. The maximum stack of the Black Flame state has increased to 15 stack with a negative attribute, reducing 31% of the equipment's base attribute. Tanfeng analyzed and sighed, noting that the maximum stack of the Black Flame state has increased 10 stack. This effect, we can completely lower the boss's defense and elemental resistance to negative level, thanks to the enhancement from the ancient stone tablet. Compared to that, the negative attribute is really not worth worrying about. Then you raise your hand, and next is to evolve the skill. Evolve the shadow/skill to legendary level. Let us see what new effect we will get. You have spent 27 evolution, with 175 points left for shadow slash. From a common to a legendary skill. Dash quickly in one direction for 30-40 meters and enter stealth mode. Maintain for 15 seconds. Previously it was 12 seconds, dealing 9 slashes to all enemies in the path. The cooldown time of 12 seconds is reduced to 8.8 seconds at level 4. The width of the slashing skill increases from 5 meters to 6 meters. Each slash deals an additional 500-700 points of physical damage. New if each time you hit a target, you will gain a shield layer equal to 100% of your maximum health limit. Maximum stacking of 9 layers. Shield duration lasts up to 60 seconds. And Tanfeng tells himself, if shadow slash hits all 9 times, my effective health will increase tenfold, and my resilience will be significantly enhanced. Very good. With my current leveling speed, I just need 5 more hours to reach level 10, and then I can head to the demon realm. Alright, back to the main space of the game. Those women are still continuously beating Xiao Yu, the slut, the little vix, beating you to death. You can't help but think, they are still hitting. These women are ruthless. Then both of them stop playing. Oh god, I'm exhausted. My back and waist hurt so much. I have been hitting until my hands feel like they are on fire. That is enough for today. Let us give you a lesson you want to forget. The slut, before leaving, they did not forget to spit on her. And Xiao Yu was beaten until she was trembling. It was hard to sit up, but all she could do was hug her legs and cry. It is all because of Kun Feng. Do they really not care about me anymore? Don't the girls realize what they say is the opposite? I signed a contract with the Holy Knight. I won't have to worry about survival for the next 3 years. Although I have to give up 50% of my lifespan, I still have some left. I will definitely develop faster than those in the Shi Yan clan. Xiao Yu raised her, cast a spell. Holy Light Healing. Wait until I develop. Those who look down on me, you will definitely pay a heavy price. Holy Healing. Expend all magical power. Instantly restore all vitality of the target. Tunkarin Feng. Wait, and those crazy women better wait too. But her attack landed on the ally. Tiu Du was drained of her magic, collapsed on the spot, and she was off balance. Strained. Where did it go? The scene shifts to the dilapidated area of Mayu City, where a group of people is surrounding and attacking a boss. Seeing it attack, the man quickly used his shield to block it. But they did not know that 3 people were hiding in the shadow, watching the battle. The pouted unhappily and said, these guys are really weak. They need 18 people to handle just one boss. Are they that scared? The man beside her winked to comfort. Darling, do not say that. They are trying their best for us. We should be thanked. On the surface, she said he was really polite, but inside these weaklings deal such little damage. A golden boss should not take this long to do. While those guys over there are almost done. Come on, just a bit more. The mage and the team kept encouraging. Come on, last. Suddenly, a spear pierced through his throat. Tony hoisted the spear on his shoulder and pretended to be polite. Thanks for this gift, you weakling. The whole group started to panic as soon as they saw him. Damn it. It is the Black Peach Squad, a group of bandits formed by a mysterious woman from Daihao in collusion with foreigners. How could such beasts lead outsiders, kill their own people? Quick, everyone encouraged each other to charge in. Don't be scared. There are only a few of the arrogantly mocked. Useless losers dare to resist. I will torture and kill all of you. You die a pig, get ready to die. The man beside her attacked, creating a large hole, shaking the ground. I also started to wield the knife and charged in the blink of an eye. The sharp blade had taken care of those people there. The thief tilted her head back and laughed contemptuously. The men of Viave are indeed just a bunch of useless. It seems the ZAIA government has spread the news about it. But what good does it do? The entire EA3 is just a dump. These guys are just ordinary players. How can they compare to us? Those backed by powerful forces. Even though my true identity has not been revealed, for safety's sake, it is better to leave VIE early and head to North America. By then, we can establish a guild specializing in hunting GH pig. The 2 men beside him also praised the idea, asking what the guild would be called. I tilted my body to reply. It will be called Vailot. Then the thief lay flat on the ground and said, that is it for today. It is time to log off and party hard. I sat him on the tall, muscular men and said, to the establishment of the Vailot guild, let us have a big match together. Turning to Tenny, Navia raised his hand and called, boss, price for the hiding spot has been reported. Can we discuss it a bit? Tanfeng calmly replied as usual. How much? 1500 is too low. I said 100 was definitely too low. So I negotiated for Big Brother and got 2000. The central statue out of the trap. In my heart, I secretly evaluated that crafty invite. Does he still want to push the price down on me? Dust and smoke fill the devastated space. And over there is a group of fully armed people. She smiled shyly. Dante, take it to heart. Master Phantom, I am still quite young, and the higher-ups are worried. So they arranged for the military to escort. You did not notice much. It is, the government still does not know our strength. These guys only have a few tricks up their sleeves. At that moment, the system notification appeared. Transaction success. You have lost the stealth key to the Holy Temple. You have received 2,000 years of lifespan available for trading. Tanfeng turned around and said, the soldiers behind could not help but whisper, is it really worth 2,000 years of lifespan for just this? What do you know? That is a hideout that can hold several hundred to even 1,000. Besides Phantom, no one is generous enough to give it away like that. Master Phantom, goodbye. As he walked, he said, and VI really timed the gift of lifespan perfect. Just enough hair all the weapons for the journey to the city. You have consumed 71.2 years of life available for trading. Graded to level 15. 15. You have consumed 161.75 years of lifespan. Available for trading. Extracted the skill of divine relief. Mythic level. And you have consumed 71.12 years of lifespan available for trading. Feng looked at this information and realized that, aside from the gear, the level and skills were all synchronized perfectly. My strength in reality is now almost equivalent to what it is in the game. Notification. Your hunger level has reached 90%. And yet you still calmly say it like it is nothing. It has been a while since I have eaten anything. Let me log off to deal with this hunger first. Transitioning to a scene somewhere. Feng is sitting alone, making the atmosphere a bit somber. A guy who does not know life from death said, person next. Boss, this kid is awake. He brandished a threat. Hurry up and hand over all your life, or your fate will be no different from the others in this hotel. The apocalypse is truly wonderful. You can kill anyone you want. Next to them is a woman lying motion, and the kid looks a bit unhappy, silently staring at both. What are you looking at? Hurry up and hand over your life. What are you still standing there for? Boss, I really want to chop him up. One of them still bitterly despised him. Damn it. This kid is scared stiff. Whatever. Just kill him and get it over with. Great. In an instant, a red aura appeared, and before they realized, a loud bang echoed as the Dark Knight returned. Following that, the building began to crumble into pieces. Feng was eating noodles while talking, and the power was being extracted into reality even more. The body needed even more energy. With his current strength, these ordinary meals are no longer enough to satisfy. Wait until we take down Thai and her Lotate gang. Then I have to find a way to get the divine tree letter. Then you threw to Ko onto D Hein Lang's back and left. The Thi is incredibly cunning, even harder to find than Timung Fai. Right. I accepted the mission to kill Tun Feng Ti. Did not. We could use that incident as bait to lure her out. Not worried at all. It is best to head to the city first and find something to eat on the way. Transitioning to the Maiko area, the blushes and praises. Baby, you guys are really amazing. I can barely stand. Just clinging to the person next to me, fighting with everyone, then sweetly drifting into sleep and entering the game. This feeling is truly amazing, my dear. Your skills are unmatched. So Feng amazing. You are really hot. At this moment, she received a message from someone. The obsessed miss just texted Tun Feng is dead. He said he would meet in real life at Mai Fu. Hand over Tun Feng's remains to you and collect the remaining payment. But Thi knows that meeting an obsession in real life too dangerous. No need to meet. Just tell him to send a picture. He said he does not use a phone, afraid of being tracked by the authorities. So saying, is the obsession also an enemy of the government? Recently, they have been hunting us down more aggressively. If we take this opportunity to pull the obsession into Elazi, then the big pigs won't be a threat anymore. Coordinate 6722 8331. Tell obsession that we want to meet him in the game first. I will set up a play to probe which side obsession is really on. Then she will message someone else. Heavenly action. Is the treasure there? I have something I need your help with. There are plenty of benefits over there. You just used stealth while mocking. Meeting in the game. Indeed. The Thai is a cunning woman. When she calms down, she will forever enter a state of stealth. These coordinates lead to the Academy of Evil Spirit. Not far from us. After saying that, Tun Feng jumped into the game to see what tricks you still have up your sleeve. Demon Tower Roof. Academy of Evil Spirits. You stand on the rooftop, coldly watching the crowd below. Black Peach. Our government has located. Black Peach team is here. I advise you to give up resistance and surrender immediately. Otherwise, we will use force. The placed her hand on her chest. Laughing as she said, Jihang Jian, go back and inform the single men of Day that. Remember well, we are no longer the Black Peach gang. Now we are the Aliz Guild. She confidently took off her shirt, scare the government officials. Our Aliz Guild specializes in hunting the men of Day. They pretended to be righteous while blush. Black damn it. The Daya government must punish you. You are so bold. You shameless treasure. This is really daring. The seductively caressed the louts. You pigs of Day, come over here. Do you like it? As long as you help me perform this play well, tonight can be even bolder. Feng observed emotionless. Is it Yuana? Codename Chinhang Zhan, a notorious informant who once provided intelligence to the Aliz Guild. It was not until the 7th year after the divine game descended that he revealed a flaw and was eliminated. Over there, he was still trying to act. Black Island, stubbornly refusing to wake up. Today we must capture you. He felt their performance was not bad. Interest. It turned out I and Kuho Nan had been in cahoots early on. They staged this play just to probe his stand. If I help it means I will become an enemy of the authority. But if I do not help, I am afraid that they won't be able to face her real-life demon. Feng smiled and dove down. If that is then let me show you my sincerity. Excluding 42,387 damage, the Shadow Knight accept. You have eliminated the player Heavenly Action Sword. You have eliminated the player Cloud Knight Dam. You have eliminated the player Fishy Fish. You have eliminated the player I Am Just. You have eliminated the player Bug Wind Warrior. The whole crowd is dumbfounded. Great, what did you say? Feng confidently steps forward. Hello, Black I Am Knight. Thitha looks at him, unable to suppress her admiration. Handsome, so handsome. I like strong people like this. Grit my teeth. Too bad he is a pig from the Great Saya. Why is a strong man from the Great Saya? Dame, you do not deserve it. The group with Thi stands by and talks nonsense. Over 40,000 damage. Is this really the top power in the world? Good to see you. Shadow, good to see you. Bro. In an instant, their heads flew off. The system also displayed the damage taken from the attack. Feng waved his hand. I do not understand what you guys are talking about, but I guess you must be cursing at me. Deny. They are not cursing at you. They are just greeting you. Coldly remarked. Well then, to avoid misunderstanding, it is best to speak in plain language. At the same time, Feng suggested starting the transaction. Right. Before that, put on your clothes. She adjusted her outfit and then asked where Feng's head was, secretly thinking that this dark guy was quite a freak, but she liked that style. He coldly replied, it is with me, but I can't bring it into the game. If you want, I can show it to you in real life. Thitha quickly opened the system window. It is, I have witnessed the power of dark, so I believe you won't deceive. A notification sound. You have received 1500 days of lifespan for trade. Feng immediately turned around. Alright then, but she called you. Wait, you have power. I have money. Can we collaborate long term? I have a new assassination target here. If you are interested, come to my house tonight. Whatever you want, I will make sure to satisfy you. Feng did not refuse but asked back, you want to assassinate? What is the bounty? Thitha promised. Let us meet and talk. The reward will be much more generous than last time. Tonight at the Mo port. I will be waiting for you. Feng murmured. Is the house at the port? Could it be her yak? This place? After both had left, the silence was profound. The government finally came back to life. How Nam secretly thought, that damn Shadow. I knew you would definitely betray the government. He felt smug inside. It is success. I has successfully teamed up with the dark. If so, then I will receive Thitha's reward. Then How Nam ordered. Those fools in Jiang Hai City only know how how to seek the darkness all day. We must make them provide an explanation. Then Nguyen, you take everyone to receive longevity. There may be action later. There. She wondered if the darkness really conspired with that bite. That is the case. Then even if we die, we must find a way to destroy the dark. But the distance between me and the darkness is unexpectedly vast. I have not even seen his shadow before being killed. Night came. Thief is ya. Tan Feng appeared at Madoport as promised. He spoke up. I am the dark. Here to see it bit. The subordinate said. So it is you. The dark. The lady has been waiting for a long time. Please come in. One and out. The darkness has arrived. Prepare to set sail. Then Tan Feng was led away by them. The yak was still drifting on the sea at this time. In the room, Thitha wore a seductive red dress, holding a glass of wine, welcoming him. Dark. Big brother. We finally meet. I did not expect you to be this mysterious in real life too. Tan Feng got straight point. Go on. Who do you want to kill? She is starting to find ways to flirt. Why is there no hint of affection? It is rare to have such a beautiful setting and such a beautiful person. Let us not talk about boring stuff anymore. Let us raise our glasses to this spring night. Tan Feng anticipated this, and he downed his drink in one go. Thitha smiled happily at that. Now that is more like it. Then she pushed you down into the chair and wrapped her arms around Tan Feng. What is wrong? How does it feel? Dark. What? There is a secret family recipe mixed into that drink. Anyone who drinks it will have to obediently listen to me. Thitha smiled smugly. Indeed, even if it is dark, he is just a man after all. How strong, right? She looked at you with a seductive gaze. Don't rush. Just relax and enjoy. When we both reach the peak, I will lift your hood and admire your face. I am sure you will look incredibly handsome. For now, just keep being mysterious. A loud scream was let out. Oh my. Is there really a magnificent man like this in the great dark? No wonder it is the dark. Oh my. Why is it so hot like this? This is definitely from the dark. Too big. I can feel it now. It is a bit hot. Come here. Irony. Let us go out. Dark. Hurry up and come out. Come on. Just when I was excited, I suddenly felt something different. The body of the darkness suddenly turned into flame. She quickly shouted out, "It is too hot. This is fire." Thitha still survived and exclaimed in shock. What? This surprised Tan and Feng. Protective glass neck. I did not expect you to have such a good item. It helped you escape death. This is a common golden accessory, creating a shield that maximizes damage resist. Suddenly seeing the face of the person next to her, Thitha panicked. Tunkaran Feng, why are you here? Weren't you supposed to have been killed by the dark? You uncovered my identity and admitted it. The reason is obviously just one. Because I am the dark. I'm confused. You are the dark. So who is he? Turns out that was just a loyal puppet version of happiness you created to substitute for yourself. Drink poison cup. Thitha immediately bowed her head upon learning the truth. Brother Tan Feng. Ah no. Tan Feng. Dad. I was wrong. Please forgive. I will give you all my life. I will be your slave from now on. You can call on me anytime. Tan Feng wants to know where the 5 foreigners accompanying her are. Thitha looked up with a flattering dad. If I will you let it go? Her head was suddenly twisted back. You seemed quite disappointed and decided to eliminate her right away. It seems those 5 guys are not here. The system reported receiving 609 years of lifespan available for trade. Tan Feng thought. Originally I wanted to clean up in one go, but unfortunately I will first use thy thief's phone to call the government. The dark sky. The vast space is calm and silent. A rescue helicopter flew in. Except in the report, there had been a mass murder on the yacht. Among the dead was the daughter of the chairman of the money group. According to the caller to the police, the skills used by the murderer are very similar to the skills of the shadow in the game. Basic. The identity of the opponent can be confirmed. The investigation team immediately set off for the crime scene. Honam was extremely angry upon receiving the news. This shadow is completely lawless. My dear, this reckless killing clearly challenges the laws of our country. He was determined. When he got on the boat, I would use my investigation skills on the. Once I pinpoint the shadow's location, I would fire all my shots to ensure the target is killed. I will definitely take revenge for you. The preliminary forensic report on the corpse confirmed the cause of death was a broken vertebra in the neck. We found an unidentified Dana sample in the mouth, and there were also burn marks. Honam was furious. That damn shadow not only killed but also insulted the dead. Using the deceased's last word, he was determined. Qianxing will suku Honam. I will definitely bring you to justice. As soon as he received the news, his pupils dilated. Honam instructed the investigation team. The shadow was here, aiming at 6 of the clock. Fire at will. Just as the shot rang out, something suddenly charged forward. All I saw was his glass shatter, and blood splattered everywhere. Honam collapsed to the ground, and the other members shouted, "Captain Etsu!" The whole team quickly formed a collective shield. Then Guide angrily said, "Dark killed the investigator. Do you want to become the enemy of the government?" Tan Feng casually announced, "You do not need to worry. The reason I killed Honam is that he provided the government's intelligence to the Tin family for a long time. Personal gain. He is a mole, and the evidence must be in his mobile phone. You all can take your time investigate." At that moment, another member immediately reported, "Captain Alana, we found the contact between Captain Etsu and the Tin family in his mobile phone." "Wait, the Thea is the ace in the game." Then quietly ordered, "Show me." The other person blushed and stopped. "Wait a minute. It is inside but you have interrupted." "Wait for what? Is there something I can to see?" Then Ongwite was also surprised because the phone contained sensitive photos between Nam and Thai. She appeared flustered. "What are all these things? I told you it was something." Ongwite then had to explain. Everything that Darkness said was true. It turns out the last time Darkness killed us in the game, it was just a play for the Thea to see, waiting for Darkness to gain the Thai's trust before finding her in real life and killing her. After that, he called the police himself to lure Nam outside to finish him off, instantly helping the authorities resolve 2 major issues at once. This man is truly terrifying. Seeing then Ongwite staring at her phone for a long time, the other members wondered, why is she looking so close? But she did not care and just focused on her train of thought. Luckily, he is not an enemy of the authorities. Otherwise, the consequences would be unimaginable. Just a moment ago, I even fired a few shots at him. If he holds a grudge, that is fine. But if his relationship with the authorities has issues, that would be troublesome. Thinking that, then Gwite spoke up. "Dark, thank you for helping. I am sorry for the shots that just you." She decisively shot at the ground to take responsibility. Everyone worriedly called out, "Captain Alana." She slightly looked up to express her gratitude, hoping he would continue cooperating with the authority. Her teammates hurried to help Than Gwite up. "Is that necessary?" "Captain Alana, respond. We do not know what kind of person Dark is. It is better to be careful." At that moment, Ten Feng looked down from above. In the light rain of the night, the real name was Lam Thangai. To avoid creating enmity with, he even ruined his own leg. No wonder he is the future leader of the government's military. Transitioning to inside the game, the scene is a devastated city. In a Tiu Du's team is being continuously attacked by a headless monster. The Thin shouted, "Taiyu Du, hurry up and back me up." up, she responded. But Tiu Du's reckless actions made him angry. What is she doing again? He is really a useless guy. The healing skill was directed at the monster in the distance. Immediately, an energy beam shot past the two of them. Tiu Du and Anthinathin were quickly revived at a different location. She sighed and shouted. Died again. Clearly, I do not see anyone around. That is right. It must be the dark. Why is it always targeting? Does he know I want to take revenge for brother Tung Fai? He angrily hit her. You idiot. The darkness does not have time to target you. It is the platinum boss headless killer Achila who wiped us out. Didn't you read the system announcement? It was triggered by the healing skill you use. Next time the leader dares to assign you again, I will just self-destruct. It hurts so much. Suddenly, Achila appeared again. They panicked and shouted. Oh no. This boss actually followed us here. Run. The scene shifts to the estate of the Gang Fajing family. Fruit plate smashed to the ground, shattered into pieces. The woman is extremely angry. A wreck. This is a great opportunity to kill the dark, and you all just let him go. She is shouting. You have been silent in the government for so many years. Why are you so useless at this critical moment? I do not want to hear any excuses. He killed my entire Dong Fuang clan. The blood of my Dong Fuang clan cannot be shed in vain. No matter what method you use, the debt of blood to the dark must be paid back. Blood. Your father-in-law was killed by him. What are you still hesitating for? The little child of hers speaks up. I have a plan to kill the dark. She then asks Namthean, do you have any ideas? The divine game is for adults only. Those over 18 can participate. You can get in yet. The boy's gaze is sharp. Even though I can't enter the game, I can think that darkness guy likes to kill. Right. Let us send some people to provoke him. Then arrange for them to go to dad's firework factory and prepare beforehand. When the darkness kills someone, we will blow up the firework factory. By then, countless fireworks will also serve as burial offerings for the dark, and the whole world will witness his death. Even if we fail, the shadow still can't reach him. Hearing this, she felt very satisfied. It seems we have educated our child pretty well. Then continue the phone conversation. Did you hear anything yet? That guy with the last name so is less useful than your son. Person on the other end agreed. But this must be a secret. The government's attitude towards the darkness is still weak. They are trying to lure him in. My older brother and second brother won't support us doing this. She quickly hung up the phone. Alright, I will take care of it. Then the woman turned to the boy and asked, how is that commoner still won't give up her lifespan? Namthean awkwardly replied, could not hold back and accidentally killed her. Inside the divine game, the group was fighting in the ruins of Mao City. Suddenly, some people panicked. Did you see any? Over there. Some people suddenly died. Someone is hiding and assassinating. It must be the dark. Waves of energy continuously attacked and screams echoed. Run fast. The darkness has gone mad. The darkness is everywhere, assaulting the innocent. This moment, Tanfeng was calmly standing in a place he had just discovered. Quietly exclaimed, this place is not bad at all. I will extract the hideout. The system asked, do you want to spend over 15 years of lifespan to extract the soul lamp? The hideout into reality. Then it asks Tanfeng to specify the location on the map. After extracting the hideout, all the original materials planted in the hideout will disappear. Are you sure? You confirm. A strange circular area suddenly appeared at Tanfeng's feet. The completed extraction caused the waters surf hard, revealing the castle beneath. Tanfeng remarked that it was time to go get the revelation book. At that moment, he received news from Viga Men. Old man, someone reported that you killed Play, but I see you are not online, so this definitely has nothing to do with it. I will conduct a deeper investigation. It turns out there was a platinum boss attack players. This is a headless assassin whose stealth ability is so high that no one can see her. Old man, can you take action? Over there, the number of people being attacked continuously increasing. What in the world is going on? What kind of boss is this? I am already at level 3 stealth detection, yet I still can't see her. Last time, the ironclad saintess was overshadowed by the dark, so it is not He tells the little rabbit, I can't see the boss either. If not, I could probably handle it on my own. This boss is such that even the darkness has to admit defeat. She reminds him to down. Do not let the boss come over. Anyway, let us first go to a higher where we have a better view. Suddenly, a banana peel is thrown hard. Quickly dodges nimbly. Oh man, threw a banana peel here. But the little rabbit and the big guy did not make. The headless monster Hala appeared. He also realized the situation, panicking and calling out, little rabbit, big guy, and landed safe, cursing under his breath at Ashala. Damn it, you are here to provoke me. Quickly flew over, raising his hand high to strike right at him. This made him feel a bit panicked. Oh no, I rolled too early. He struggled a bit, rolling around to dodge its attack. Just as he rolled to save, he asked, still can't he chop it down? He kept rolling around it without stop and was gradually losing his composure, about to reach his limit. Suddenly, Ayla's image blurred, panicked as it disappeared, and his head spun around, feeling dizzy. Suddenly, a hidden move was launched. Ayla unexpectedly appeared from above to attack and could not escape the fate of being eliminated by it. A strange stream of energy suddenly appeared from above. Tanfeng jumped down, using a skill to break the concealment, directly finishing off Hala. Quietly asked, is your name Hala? A few minutes before Tanfeng appeared, Xiao Du was being criticized by everyone. It is because she used the skill incorrectly that she activated this headless ball, which then locked onto her back to the respawn point. Xiao could only lower her head and endure, tears welling up in her eyes. I did not mean to. Everyone criticized and rejected. With this level of skill, my team can't take her anymore, and we do not need, even when it is time to die. She still does not know why she died. The nameless reminded, keep your mouth shut. Do not you fear pulling the boss over. Xiao Du, seems you are not cut out for fighting. From now on, you will be responsible for gathering information about hiding spots. If you find a golden hiding spot, I will give you 3 years of lifespan. If you find a platinum hiding spot, I will reward you with 10 years. He thought to himself, at first seeing her as a hidden class, he thought he had found a treasure. The nameless continued, from now on, I will give you 1 day of lifespan every day. Otherwise, if you die every day, it would be such a waste. Xiao Du received a notification from the system about 2 days of lifespan be traded. Her remaining tradable lifespan is currently 2 days and 13 hours. Xiao Du hesitated to thank the cap. Everyone around found it really hard to bear. Damn it, this is good for her. So she gets to meet the leader every day. I get it now. This is her scheme. Damn it, that little vix. Let us do the same. Sounds good. Suddenly, a voice asked from the other side. It was at the same time, its body lying on the ground started to dissolve. Tanfeng's sudden appearance caught everyone off guard. Vu Dan widened his eyes at suddenly. He hit the guy standing next to him hard on the head. Not only that, but the entire space seemed to be in turmoil. The group of people all looked at Xiao Yu, and Vodan kicked her away without saying a word. Tanfeng was dealing with Hala when he suddenly saw a familiar figure flying towards him from afar. At the same time, Hala had split into several copies surrounding her. Everyone was was confused. How could there be 4 of them? Not 4. 5. One just got killed by the old dark. No wonder I feel like it is everywhere. Turns out there are many cops. Zay, having just been kicked away, saw the darkness like a savior. It is the darkness. This is great. She screamed. Darkness, old man. Darkness, big brother. Save me. Big brother, save. Moment. Hanfeng unleashed the shield shadow slap. Few Hala monsters wanted to take the opportunity to attack Xiao Yu, but they quickly fell victim to his technique. The system announced that Tanfeng successfully eliminated the monster and their clone, inadvertently including Xiao Yu, and received various rewards. He silently exclaimed, "What bad luck." Tanfeng's greedy hand appeared. Besides the boss's 15-20 lifespan, a large number of lifespan orbs also dropped. This boss had just absorbed the non-tradable lifespan of other players, so it still had not had time to digest it, and Vu and everyone rushed over excitedly. If the old man does not need it, then sell it to us. He thought to himself, these guys really show up everywhere. Tanfeng said softly, you all came at just the right. There is a place with good stuff. Price is reasonable. I can take you there to get it. Everyone agreed immediately. Then he continued speaking. You guys, Wang Mei, follow me. And Vu, you can go. She wondered, why not? He explained, it is really a place women should not go. And Vu pouted, unhappy. What, why? Are you discriminating against women? Old man, that is so sad. I was planning to seduce him, but I did not expect he liked men instead. Tanfeng lightly tapped her on the head, and he started guiding everyone. There is a divine tower outside the north gate of the ruin, and after the challenge, you can get a lot of good stuff. However, the NPCs inside are female. There are women in the team. The difficulty will increase 10, and Vu is upset because he can't join. Trash NPC, gender bias. Just wait until I level up. I will definitely kill you. Little Black, let us explore over that mountain and take out some monsters to vent our anger. See you later. Old man, bye-bye. The shadow sent a party invite. You guys follow me. Everyone is excited. It is the first time teaming up with the old man. I am a bit nervous. It is really tense. This is the chance to learn from the old man's move. What is going on? The old man seems to be moving slowly, yet he is faster than us running. Then what am I supposed to learn? The shadow's agility is just too high. At this moment, Tanfeng thought to himself, over 20 items drop, including 2 usable assassin items. The system introduced the item just drop, or Blade of Jade, an assassin weapon that can increase movement speed and dodge rate. Tanfeng evaluates the attack power to be nearly 80% higher than the 216 points of the disease blade, and it also increases penetration, strength, and agility quite well. The system continues to introduce the dark blade, platinum level, dealing damage and dispelling a random debuff effect. You silently admire that the damage of the dark element on a single target is too low. The effect of increasing the dispel power is not bad, evolving to legendary. The system quickly upgrades the dark blade, and Tanfeng is surprised. Is it really possible to reduce the cooldown of this skill by 3 seconds just by hitting a weak point? Then the cooldown of this skill, for me, is only 0.78 seconds. This moment, he realizes something unusual, turns around, and suddenly notices that no one is behind him. Where did Wang Meng and the others go? Meanwhile, about 2 kilometers away, Tanfeng finds everyone tired and restless. Zichengas, the darkness moves too fast. Who can keep up? Other members complain. Can't go on anymore. Wang Meng encourages, come on, keep it up. The group quickly arrives in front of the tower. Tanfeng looks up and says, this is the place. Once we enter, an NPC will present us with a challenge. This NPC is very despicable. The stronger the players perform, the more expensive the items he sells. Later, I will only use 1% of my strength. Everyone, but we just need to take down 1 golden boss. To his surprise, he turns around to see the whole group looking defeated and gloomy. Wang Man is trying to act cool and calm, ensuring he completes the mission. So you turned around first. After passing the challenge, you can buy good stuff from the NPC, and you won't disappoint everyone. Remember to only talk in the team channel throughout. Do not let the NPC hear you. Tanfeng opens the large gate of the tower, and there is a mysterious figure in a hood waiting above. Welcome to you all from Lam Tine. The game's chaotic arrival must have left everyone confused and anxious. This is the God's Tower. As long as you can pass the challenge, you can trade with me. Once you are ready, let me know. Tuthan is astonished. Turns out this game even has Nasi. Someone also asks, wait, bro, how do we fight the boss in this challenge? Calmly replies, just follow my commands during the fight. It is very simple. However, this teammate is extremely meticulous. Can you explain in more detail? How long do we need to fight later? How many phases does the boss have? What skills does it have? Is it a mechanism type or a stat type? Does it have any movement skills? Does it have an instant kill skill? Is there a skill that indicates how long the fight will last? Is there a target lock? Where is its weak point? Asking so many questions that Wang Man had to whisper to him, boss, do not mind it. This is a guy with a nickname as steady as an old dog. In the past, when he encountered an unexpected incident, caused teammates to sack. So now he is extremely cautious in everything he does. Tanfeng decisively turned around, ready to let us start. The teammate hurriedly said, wait, I have not finished speaking yet. The NPC bowed and said, now let us start enjoying. A spatial portal appeared before them. The monster appeared. It was a level 20 black cracked skull. Gold quality. Everyone was startled. Level 20, and the highest we have is only level 11. Tanfeng ordered, it is V Drung Man. Go ahead. Can handle it. Immediately used a strong shock shield to suppress the monster, causing the puppet with a cracked skull to stagger. Vingman was knocked lighted with Tenno and Feng. Boss, you remind me. Do not worry about R10 Dio from Ket. Swordsman Tam Lointram landed, and everyone followed. Countless arrows shot towards the monster, while another person jumped up to slash at its shoulder. The puppet with a cracked skull roared angrily, body radiating a powerful pressure, smashing the floor. Tanfeng also noticed its state. He shouted loud, the boss has gone berserk. Let me handle this. Everyone stay away from the black oil. The younger siblings hurriedly dodged the berserk move. It was really dangerous. Tanfeng jumped up and unleashed his energy attack, instantly dealing 4,500 damage to the monster's weak, removing its frenzy state. The 2 underlings cheered. Boss, are you taking off your gear? This damage does not suit your status at all. Boss, you are acting so well, but you are stuck in the corner the whole match. This NPC is definitely going to think the boss is a noob. Tuthan pulled back his bow and asked, the stronger the player, the more expensive the items they sell. I am curious, how do you know all this information? Tanfeng explained, the game abandoned by the gods has many secrets. A lot of information is buried in the ruin. Normally, you should ask yourself if you have tried to explore, and whether your accumulated knowledge has increased. These words left the underlings. The monster roared as it gathered a ball of bright golden energy from its mouth. You notify the team to pay attention. The boss will rotate clockwise and breathe fire next. Definitely avoid it. The black oil on the ground combined with the fire can burn someone to death. 3 seconds. The underling, unable to keep up pace, scattered in panic. The old dog is running back. Tanfeng did not hesitate to change the plan. There was no time to dodge, so Wang Meng activated immortality to help him block it. He immediately heard the order to charge forward, using the protective shield. Satisfied as he arranged. Good. Wait for the fire to go out, then use everyone's highest damage skill to unleash everything. The underlings charged forward bravely without hesitation. Everyone joined forces, and within just a few moves, they had the monster torn apart. The system also reported that the cracked skull puppet at level 20 had been defeated. Tan Feng analyzed thought. The tricky part of this boss is that when its health drops below 70%, it will enter a berserk state. As long as the berserk effect is dispelled, its strength will only be equivalent to a silver boss. At this moment, the mysterious figure appeared again. Player Lamb Time, congratulations to you. You are the first ones to pass my challenge. Now, as long as you pay with your life, you can exchange it for the divine tree token from me. At that moment, the name of the mysterious figure finally appeared above his head. The old dog looked up to observe. This Infi's name is, and he surprisingly has 6 fingers. Just after he finished, the star on his hat suddenly shone bright, directly blowing the old dog away. Vong Man was startled to see him disappear. Why did this old dog suddenly act? Tan Feng reassured. The old dog is still impatient. No need to worry. NPCs and players cannot attack each other unless the player violates the previously set rules. The taboo set by this NPC is related to his finger, so as long as it is not mentioned, it is. He looked at Wickley with some hesitation. Big guy, can you defeat him? He rubbed his chin, calculating. Not possible at the moment. In reality, these NPCs are powerful beings that have received divinity from none other than. They are bound by the eternal rules from the blue star to become NPCs, to collect the lifespan of the player. At this moment, an NPC speaks up annoyingly. Choose the sacred book that you need, sacrifice your life change for it, and then get out. Vivian Mun jumps back in shock. What the hell is this? You can consume lifespan to create living materials in reality, such as food, water, drinks. If you can obtain these sacred books, no matter what disaster occurs in reality, the supplies will still be guaranteed. No wonder the dark boss always manages to get good stuff whenever he takes up. UNTT Thun cheer. Yay yay. Has the boss ever let us down? And there is even a sacred book for mechanical maid. I want to buy this. Tan Feng participates in the trade. You have lost 9,000 days of lifespan that can be traded. You have received the sacred book of Jiang Hai City, a total of 9 books. You should be satisfied with your thoughts for now. These 9 sacred books can meet my daily needs. Besides, there is an achievement in the Tower of Divine Power that grants a reputation reward, so I have to get it. Then Feng asked the nymph, I want to challenge the highest solo. Is that possible? Wickley seemed hesitant. Yeah, you. With your performance just now, you could not even complete the first floor, and you still want to challenge the highest level. This made him curious about what the highest difficulty was like. He calmly explained. The difficulty is divided into 5 levels, and the highest difficulty is the 5th level. The boss is still the cracked skull, the golden level dark wine, but its attack power, health, defense, cooldown speed are increased by 500%. Wang Men and the other guy were stunned. 500%. Just now. We barely dodged the skill, and we're sweating bullets. Can the old man dodge that? Yay that. With health and defense increased 5-fold. How long would it take to kill it? During that time, there can be any mistake. Just a reminder, you die during the challenge. Your life force will belong to me. Are you sure you want to challenge me? Tan Feng replied without hesitation. Absolute. Wickley did not stop him either. You want to gift me your life force? Then I will help you with that. This is just the beginning of the game. So the player Lam Tine has gotten this reckless already. Truly asking for trouble. Immediately, the monster appeared. It is a cracked skull. 500% intensity of the black wine crystal. You draw your weapon and observe the enemy. Wickley can enhance summoned creature. So 500% is not the limit. Back then, when I defeated this guy, he had enhanced the summoned creature to 2000%. Just in time. I wanted to try this new weapon. Tan Feng flicked his wrist, throwing a deadly dart, instantly activating the dark flame defensive the target, resistant to all elements except 7%. He used the special activation skill of the bone blade again. Speed increased by 100%. Maintained for 5 seconds. In the blink of an eye, your figure glided like a shadow, easily dodging the attack from the puppet. Tan Feng appeared right above its head, a strike right at the monster's brain. Activating the special effect of the bone blade, you have activated a 100% speed boost, lasting for 5 seconds. Then it disappears. Tuthan stared in shock. He is cloaked again. How can the cooldown time for the Elder's invisibility be so short? Vong Man countered. It is not that. It is just that the old master is too fast, making it look like he is invisible. Tan Feng used a special escape skill. The next attack would deal decapitation, then activated the black flame skill, reducing the target's defense against all elements by 4%. You are extremely satisfied with this result. It is definitely worth the benefits the ancient stone provides. If it were not for that enhancing the black flame gift, the damage from each hit of the shield shadow slash would only be about 10,000 at most. Tuthan could not keep up with Tan Feng's shadow. This is the first time I have seen the darkness in action. It looks like the shield shadow slash. The shield shadow slash I have seen only has 3 strikes. Vong Man could not keep his mouth shut in shock, losing a third of his health in an instant. What is this skill of the old master? Wickley was also watching the divine game just launched on Lam Time, wondering how someone could be this strong. What kind of extraordinary talent is this? All I could see was Tan Feng's eyes shining brightly as he unleashed the decapitation strike, dealing 200% damage with the next hit every second. Blood, unable to defend itself, and the execution effect appearing on it. By the time you hit the ground, the system has been vibrating continuously. Congratulations, you have completed the 5th level of the tower's challenge. You have received 5 reputation points. All achievements completed, along with completing the previous 4 difficulty levels. You receive 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 reputation. Congratulations, you have completed the solo challenge of the tower. The first time in the whole world, you have received 5 + 10 + 15 + 20 + 25 reputation points. Player Tian Feng has completed the highest difficulty challenge in the first tower. This is a special global announcement. Players outside are buzzing with discussion. The Tower of the God. What is this? The city I live in is a pile of junk. I have never seen any tower like building before. Oh my. Is darkness going to precede us again? Wickley angrily scolded. Damn it. You are a cheater. You cheater. You crafty guys. If I had known beforehand, I would have charged you 10,000 for each book. Oh no. It is already 100,000 years old. He radiates blinding light that drives people away. Get lost. Get out of here. I do not want to see your faces again. The younger ones panic and cover their eyes. What is this NPC doing? Oh no. He must be about to use a big move. I only saw Wickley summon a beam of light or pointed star, blinding to the point that no one could could withstand it, until the space gradually faded away. Ving Men jolted awake and looked around. He was stunned. This is outside the Tower of Divine Right. We are not dead. We just got teleported outside. A Tun Feng was speechless. He had already said not to worry, and C's can't randomly attack. We have taken every. Let us I have to log off to eat. The two of them hurried to see him off. Thank you for broadening our horizon. There is another opportunity like this next time. You definitely have to call it. You do not mind, right? Okay. They bid farewell. See you again. When Ten Feng returned to the real world, he received a notification. Extracted 9 sacred books. Consumed 90 days of lifespan for trade. He did not hesitate to use 106 years of lifespan to shop for luxurious furniture, daily necessities, food, and an all-purpose robot maid. A sweet beastman appeared. Master, nice to meet you for the first time. I can help you handle everything in the house. If you have any need, just let me know, and I will come to serve you. Tun Feng lay back and requested, please help me clean the house. Me a delicious meal. She immediately rushed in to clean the floor. She instantly started clearing everything out. At that moment in Shanghai City, there was a person covered completely with a white cloth on the ground. The investigator read the report, stating that this was the third woman's body found this week. Like the 2 previous bodies, their limbs were severe and their eyes were gouged out. The murderer must be the same person. Tufa coldly asked, did the investigator find any clue? He shook his head regret. The killer knows the investigator very well, and the time he left home happened to be outside the effectiveness of the investigator's skill. He ordered his subordinate to ask Via how long it would take for the police in searching. We can't delay any longer. We need to catch this murderer. His subordinate clearly replied. Suddenly, the investigator hesitated to speak up. That is what Tufi was paying attention. Yay, what? Did you discover something else? He pretended to offer a suggestion. Could it possibly be caused by the dark? I compared the online and offline times of the dark and found that they coincided precisely times the girls died. He stroked his chin, unconvinced. Is that all based on timing? Then that is not enough to prove anything. This statement made Nai Logiang, but I think we can start from this angle. Right now, rumors are spreading that the darkness is the killer, and our government is covering up his brutality. Bai raised his hand to interrupt. Alright, Xiaoma, I know that last time the darkness embarrassed you in front of Envu, but you can't bring personal feelings into work. I will send staff from the Identification Technology Department to assist you 24/7 to resolve the incident as soon as possible and bring justice for the deceased. After saying that, he ignored him, but behind him, Nai Liang could not help but respond with a grimace and clench. The next day, at the game in the ruins of Mao City, Tan Feng appeared atop a skyscraper. He muttered, the Evil Spirit Academy. This academy is a platinum level hideout, although it is no longer hidden. Barrier strength is said to be the strongest in all of Huosai. The system notified you have consumed 2.74 years of lifespan can be traded to create a community. Photo of Tan Feng Hai Long obtaining this hideout and registering it under the name of the guild. This way, I also have a place to hide in the ruins of Mo City. Among the hideout, they can also be teleported back and forth each other. Later, traveling between Madu and Shanghai will be much more convenient. Glided through the grand hall and stepped onto the wide corridor. Tan Feng frowned in contemplation. Yay, strange. I have reached the deepest part of the 3rd floor, yet I do not see any monsters at all. Someone has been here, and it is a group who are not weak at all. Suddenly, I heard someone laugh loud. This time, you have no way to escape. It turns out that a group of 3 was bullying a girl. You can't come over here. They pushed her to the edge of the cliff. Don't worry, we won't kill you right away. Dong Fuang said she needed to bring the girl back in front of so her son could love her a lot. Please tell me the real location of the girl right now. If not, we will kill her until she has no lifespan left. And by the way, self-destruction would be useless because our members from the 2 Lyodine Guild are waiting her at the resurrection point. One of the guys laughed maliciously. How about this? Let us make a deal. In the game, the girl has killed Met and Afong twice. She must have taken quite a bit of her lifespan. Right. I estimate at least 30 years. Hand over 30 years of life, then play with us a few rounds, and we will let you go. How about that? She was tearful and hesitant. Yay, play. How do you want to play this? The guy in front sneered and pulled down his pants in front of the girl, shamelessly pointing down. Of course, we are playing this. She choked on her thought, finally pretending to submit. Then you have to promise. After we are done, you have to let me go. They laughed grotesquely. Hurry up. Starting with this guy, another guy chimed in. Then it was my turn. Girl sat down, inching closer to the leader, her expression changing in an instant. Her eyes sharp. She leaped up with a weapon in hand, a deadly dart. One of the 3 quickly used an electric shock needle to pin her down, causing her to spit blood. The guy laughed. You are not being honest. Little sister. She had to accept seeing the leader squatting in front of. He licked his lip, giving her one last chance to open her mouth, but she calmly smirked, saying, see you later. Immediately, a white silk thread sliced through the guy's head. The light is shining down. The girl is startled. What are you talking about? But the ribbon has wrapped around his neck. A tight grip has body into 2 halves. Tan Feng hid and observed. This was the girl's career connection. Could it be that she suddenly jumped up, stomping hard on the ground, coldly looking at the longevity coins scattered on the floor? Go to hell, you bunch of animals. You see, quietly confirmed. The blade of the yellow spring. I heard her voice filled with rage. Just wait, Dongfeng, you. I will definitely kill you.